Okay. I don't.
That's
I
my
pirate.
Yes.
Is it 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
creature device.
I'm trying to remember
One creature within
what I am
range
right
against the target on a hit does 1
now. What might die?
d10 piercing. Hit or miss. Shard then explodes. And targeting each creature within 5
Kayla,
feet
you got a spoon I can use?
has to
No, we don't believe in
succeed a
utensils. we
dex
use bread.
save
Okay.
or take
There is a
2d6
box
cold.
right on the
It's
corner of
literally
the
on the
cabinet.
corner of the.
That's what it
the
says
island.
for ice knife.
Hmm.
Perfect. That was somewhat believable, wasn't it?
With a 60-foot
Little bit.
range.
I don't believe in washing dishes.
I look what the customer gave me today.
Conjuration.
I think I'm gonna end up
You
throwing
can
this
have it
away.
if you guys ever go.
What is it?
It's for the latte lounge,
It's the Latte Lounge.
the place
place
you guys go to
for
get
coffee
coffee
on
sometimes
Wednesday
on Wednesdays. Sometimes you guys
coffee
go to
house.
get
Oh.
coffee.
Over by the court.
Oh,
It used
yeah,
to be
this
courthouse
is-
coffee.
Oh,
What I was
But,
doing. I'm saying.
It's $5.
I looked it up. I haven't. Good.
Yeah, going.
No.
All right, well, that's good. Do you guys go still?
Mhm.
There you go, $5.
Sweet.
Customers like,
The only
"We're
reason
gonna go
why
there."
we don't go is because they have a salt cave, and my mom owns a place that has a salt cave.
Mom does
So you
not
refuse to go
own
there?
Superior Landscape.
Well, okay, but she works at the competitors.
She works.
She oversees all the Himalayan salt
All right.
stuff.
But if you just drink the coffee, you're not affecting the Salt Cave sales.
True.
But you're still.
It's all still
impacting
owned by
the
the same business,
same
and by
person.
going in there and buying anything, you're supporting the business.
Well, the
As a
business
whole.
owner.
Yeah, everybody boycott.
They
I'm
have,
so
banana,
good.
they have a banana mocha coffee. I don't think I'm boycotting them.
All right, are we
What
are we in the
place
town?
are you guys talking about?
Mother, father, brother, son.
Megan?
Good
Latte
save.
What's that?
Coffee house.
Are we still in town?
I'm gonna cry.
The Whitburn camp?
Yes, the lumber
Ah!
camp.
I think that's where we left off at.
Are we going back?
You guys return to the lumber camp. That's where
But yeah, but didn't we drag the
Don't worry,
bodies
it's
back,
all on
or
the
are
table.
we going
No,
on that
he
mission?
his character cut off the head of one of them.
it off
the table, which I
don't recommend.
Here,
I'm not
there's
gonna eat it off
this,
the table.
Yeah,
I got
his
something.
cut off the
What
one
happened
for a
today?
big guy.
My
What?
life is a
I'm
mess.
sorry. I'm trying to recap on what was happening. I don't remember a lot.
So, to recap, guys got to a lumber camp. Along the way, you found an upturned cart. Did a little investigation, kept going. Found your long lost Spectrum friend over here.
Cleric.
Oh yeah, she was at the
That's
lumber
just
camp.
the safest way, cleric.
At the lumber camp.
Claire.
You met the head of the camp. Let you know that there's been a lot of lumberjacks coming up missing. His trade routes are getting hit by something, and for free room and board, he hires you for a little bit of investigation. Go back, find out what happened to that cart. Well, you guys go, and long story short, find out there's a bunch of cannibals killing the lumberjacks and eating them.
That's right.
So one of them was a Goliath, and that was like the big nasty.
Yes.
You took out
that
the
was
cannibals?
Mommy.
No,
Oh, and I wasn't
they
there.
killed Paw. That was Bubba.
Oh, that's right. We killed Paul, and that was Bubba.
So you guys killed the cannibals, and your newly appointed psychic attacking
Like,
gnome friend
The guy
lopped
who
off somebody's head.
can never be happy.
Yeah,
And you think after being married to somebody like that for 10 years, I'd figure it out. Cursed
So then-
blade. Why would you pick up a cursed blade?
I'll explain later.
Oh no.
So then, you guys made your way back to the camp with the Goliath's head as proof of cannibalistic intent, and that they had been
And I
dealt
have a
with.
snake.
Yes, and you have a snake.
Yes. But he's
Miss
hidden.
Snake.
He's
come
hidden right
to
now.
the
He's
snake,
wrapped up
snake.
on my arm.
So
I'm a snake.
you guys got back to the camp. You gave the head to the dwarven leader of the lumber camp. All right, cool, free room and board. You had a little bit of a HQ, which is going to come in handy because this area is very wild, very raw, not
It's got artificial
civilized. For the
sweetness. Okay. And they didn't have any hirelings for me to buy, and no horses that they wanted to part with. So we just have the one horse, correct?
Do we still have the cow, or did you kill the cow to
She
get?
killed
No,
the
there's
cow
no
to get the
cow.
snake, but you don't know that.
You just know
The
that
cow
there's
is
no cow.
gone missing.
That,
After what?
Bacon!
After nearly killing itself trying to get out of the
So
building.
female with a passive perception above a 1
Yay!
Yay.
realizes that there's the total absence of some type of strange animal following her 100% devotedly.
It's not. I'd
What is
get
it
rid
with
of
you and killing animals or
But
losing
I
animals?
did
What
milk
is-
it. I did milk it, so I do have some milk. So if anybody has
Peter's
the
gonna
knowledge
wreck
of
you,
turning this
man.
into anything besides milk,
Is
so
it
it's not
clean?
milk. It's cream. I have cream because it's
Is
not
it
milk.
clean?
Well, it's fresh milk.
But is it clean?
Does it need to be?
Define clean.
Straight out of the
It
udders.
just came right out of the udder.
This is a
So
fantasy historical type thing. Pasteurization hasn't been invented yet.
it's
What do you mean by clean?
and then I kind of look at him and I'm like, yes, it's clean.
As clean as fresh milk ever is.
I mean, it's not yellow.
Bacteria. Taste the
Hey,
immunization.
that's it. I'll go up to their tavern, the wherever, and say, hey, do you have any use of milk or knowledge of how to turn this into anything but cream? Cheese.
Persuasion check.
Swiss cheese.
Persuasion. I have an advantage. Once I find my dice.
Yeah, you're indoors, so that makes sense.
Alright, this is going to have to, especially if you have room over here.
Yeah,
You
he's
can set it
interested.
up
They don't have
like
a lot
right here. It looks down. at the-
cows, so he'd be more than happy to
I-
get that cream.
I'm
off
only
the
saying
bench
that 'cause I
and
know
make a
I
block
will.
of cheese for a
I
celebration of
really
some
don't
sort.
do that.
Do you want me to trade me for it? I guess that'll work. What you talking? Percentage?
Roll a d4.
What's this guy? 3.
So you have 3 gallons of cream.
Holy
Nice.
balls, that was a big udder.
It'll give you.
Probably safe to assume you've milked it on multiple occasions.
I didn't.
No, she did not.
You should make cheese.
It's magic cream.
No,
Oh my, that's what he said.
a goat. So a goat, well fed, can give you about a gallon of milk a day.
Okay.
So a cow,
This thing
well-fed-
bursting at the seams.
Yeah, because I haven't milked it.
I know.
Oh god, that poor
But
cow.
it also hasn't been eating either.
You're gonna give her mastitis,
So
man.
it wasn't eating. It's
It's
just
gone now. We don't know where it went.
Still a cow. Anyway,
okay.
he'll give you 12 silver a gallon, and he'll buy all 3 gallons.
Okay.
36 silver in your pocket.
Okay.
He takes the cream for some type of winter feast.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy that. Oh, and if you're ever in need of botanicals, give me a call.
He's a drug dealer.
We can buy them off of you if you're, chopping down some lumber and you run into something that's strange or unusual and you're not sure what it is. You can call on Blood Mist, and we can.
And how would I call blood mist?
Just like that.
Oh my gosh, she's got an actual card. I love it.
I didn't sign that one, so.
Alright, so he now has the card in which he
I
could.
gotta keep note of that. The lumbermen have my card.
Head chef
Macho,
at
macho
Head chef
man.
at the lumber yard,
lumber camp.
lumber camp, same thing.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, where I work, the back of the building, that's a lumber yard. Lumber camp.
It's where they turn
Oh,
trees
here we
into
go.
long pieces
Okay,
of wood.
so head chef.
Well, she's doing that.
It's where they turn
I'll-
living, beautiful, fibrous trees
And-
into dead
Lumber
lumps of
camp.
fibrous material.
Well, she's doing that. I'll try
It's the Pine Knot Lumber Camp.
to see if I can.
I'll send one of my men your way,
Find if
and I've got to
I
get a
can
runner
locate.
to come out to their
Pine
lumber
tar.
camp.
Yes, you absolutely
And
can
check
find pine tar. There are pine trees all over. They're actively bleeding out sap. And also most of the lumber that they're gathering is pines. They have pine tar.
What goes good with pine?
So talk to the general store guy. He has pine tar.
Salt?
It'll cost you
Pine saw.
No. I'm thinking like a
7
smell.
silver for a small wooden barrel.
Like, you know, like
pine
in
jar.
winter
Damn it,
they have like
James, don't make
pine
me die.
scented stuff. But like it's not not piney, it's not really piney. Like maybe
Leaves.
And that's
Here's
the
the scent of
smallest
pine
you would
leaves.
have, right?
Yeah, they would sell the tar in a much smaller.
You mean
increments.
needles?
Pine
So,
had
like,
And you said
thatch a
7?
roof or something. Yeah, 7 silver for
have
a small cast.
Needles.
needles, which is their leaf, but it's
Berries!
not a leaf. Like pine and cranberry.
Yeah.
Do you think that would smell good together?
Absolutely, it would.
Let's do that.
Okay, so Dugan, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Out
for
of
you.
game.
I have an answer
Have
for
you
out of
watched The Dragon Prince on Netflix?
I want to. Is it good?
It is good.
Have you guys seen, now that you know we're just totally off track here, have you seen the Umbrella Academy?
Nope.
Binge watched it in 2 days.
My parents were
It was
recommending that.
amazing.
I don't
Okay,
like
so
that
anyway.
kind of stuff.
Back to what I was going to ask. In that show, within the first 2 episodes, you see a moon elf. I guess they'd be the equivalent to a dark elf. And she has these 2 daggers that are like,
Oh no, my daughter's been watching that.
yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
2 knives
she's got
that
like
she
an-
has that flip
She has
out.
an Irish accent or something.
Yes.
But
Irish,
she's got the 2
Scottish.
daggers that flip out.
Mm.
And then she can change them to either be daggers, commas, or like these hook things. Is that any type of a weapon in this game?
Sure. A weapon of polymorph.
Anybody
She
watch
took
the
it
Ted Bundy
scissors.
files?
On the
No.
bottom shelf
did.
in a cup holder.
I don't watch those type of shows.
No,
Second.
no, it's okay. I know where some are exactly.
There's second. You said
Oh,
bottom.
second. Sorry, second shelf. I thought you said second. Like, give me a second.
All right. So to paint the picture as far as region, you guys are in the southern region of the wild north. It's called the Northlands.
So
right?
they're back at the logging camp, so they're with me again, right?
Yep.
I'm with them rather.
Yep. You walked away from the cannibals. So you're
Yeah,
back.
I noped right out of there. I'm like,
So, so the Northlands, which is the North region, you were in the steppe. That's where Starpool and everything was, this massive, expansive plains. So the Northlands is more of a boreal forest, right? Lots of pine, very tall conifers, decent amount of rainfall. The northern reaches of it can get really, really frigid cold, but typically this area is pretty temperate, a little on the cold side. Think Yukon Territory in Canada, right? During the winter months, it can get very cold, and we are entering in the winter months. But yeah, so
We need
you're
to.
in the southern reaches of it. You're on your way to. Does anyone remember?
It's in my notes somewhere.
I don't.
You've got mail.
Just
But
joined.
we, northeast, northeast.
You're going northeast
To
to.
a
Hang
town
on,
where
hang
there's a bunch of
on.
dwarfs. There should have been, because that's where I was going.
There is a town with dwarfs, yes.
I want
never
to say it
used that
starts.
one.
I want to say it starts
I
with a
wasn't
G.
here.
So the region is Gobadin.
Yeah, I knew it started with a
So
G.
you're already in the region of Gobadin.
Oh,
So that's like the king. So you were in Brent. You're in the continent of Brenzor. But this is the region of Gobadin. All right.
okay.
The town you're looking for, you don't know the name of yet because you haven't bothered to ask.
I've been doing the map.
Yeah, the map of the region.
Oh, but I just haven't.
So the Northlands is very wild. It is not like the steppes. It is not well.
Because all I knew of going to Gobadin and going to the town, because I sent a letter to my fellow Bloodmist members saying, hey, I'm looking for this type of armor. And 2 people responded saying, hey, this is where you need to go, but it's going to be really tricky to get it. And they said to go to Gobadin.
And Gobadin is the region. It's like
Okay.
saying go to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, well, they weren't very specific then, were they?
Well, remember the type of era we live in.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gobadin's a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Gobadin's also very wild. All right. So all of your characters would be familiar with the history of this particular area. Gobadin is where the monstrous races live. It's relatively uncivilized. It's pretty wild. All right. It's like think like Denali National Park or the northern reaches of the Yukon Territory. Not very many people live there. The people who do live there are pretty hardy. They're self-reliant. It's not big cities and stuff like that.
They're like Alaskan Bushmen.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Think that, except for you might come across a outpost or small town that's made up of dwarves and minotaurs and a couple dryads. Like that's the type of demographic population you're talking
Don't
about.
forget the gnomes.
Also gnomes, especially when you get more towards the mountainous regions, which are to the far northeast. But yeah, so that's the type of region you're in. Sparse populations, not a lot of settlements. All right, now that's about all you know of the Northlands. You don't know where any of the outposts or settlements are. You were pretty lucky to come across the lumber camp. Your character would be more familiar, so you can roll a knowledge check to have a better idea of things while you guys are traveling along and stuff like that. If you want to try to like get your bearings and have an idea of.
Are knowledge considered insight checks?
But I believe so.
Very quickly, anybody got a charger I can use for my phone?
Is it an iPhone or an info? Oh crap! I didn't bring my charger. Nope.
Mine uses
Is it USB-C?
That's what mine uses.
Can't wait to upgrade to a Samsung. Now.
Yeah.
Why can't I
Is
use the
go to
USB?
I think I
Is
think
where
I have this.
the
Let me
myth
look at it closer.
hole will be, and it's gonna be
The only
less
problem is
travel.
all I have is a vehicle charger.
Oh,
that
does
does
not help me, Jace.
12 either way.
Son
you
of a
know-
beehive.
You know where the capital
Kayla
is.
had one plugged
All right,
in
it's the
over there.
largest settlement.
So I used to plug my phone into it.
Burrat Skar. Burr
I thought
I just OT
brought one that you
Skar.
Oh,
You said largest settlement?
It is the largest
I'm on
settlement.
Wi-Fi, so.
Kayla, don't you have a Samsung charger? It's like a white cord.
Mini USB.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I use it? Maybe.
Yeah. David.
It's like behind our entire bed frame area.
I've only been recording for like
Oh,
20 minutes and
wait,
I'm
wait.
at 87%. Hey, you have
Check
a
these.
drawer of stuff.
Check all of those and see if any of those work.
I
All
know.
right, so
Never
Burrat
mind,
Skar
never mind.
is right
Well, they're
before
all mini USB, but I don't know if
the
they all work.
lower
This gold
range
one is the
of
longest.
the giant. Oh, I'm sorry.
It did go on your phone,
Of
which
the
wasn't
Mount
holding
Fear
its
mountain
charger very
range.
well. Wait. Is this one?
If I remember right, Kent,
Yeah, this is-
didn't you have a specific
looks like I have
place
two
we were
sensors.
told for
Um,
looking?
Try that one.
It
I
is
knew
built
for the
on
vaults.
the ruins of the last giant king's palace.
There's an armory supposedly up there.
Okay,
I also
when
know
the
that there
stove
was
beeps, we can
a-
put the pizza in the oven.
A priest, I think it
What
was,
bars?
that Shadow was looking to talk
My
to.
Luna bars. I
Based
prefer
off what
you
I have
not
from
eat
him.
those as a snack.
It's pretty much what you got in it as well. You
But
know
it's not
you know the
snack.
big
Come
its
on,
history,
buddy.
general location, and where it is geographically.
And my,
Oh.
my city from
Those are
there.
healthy.
Yes,
Have
so
it.
your city is
Yes.
southeast of there.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Just
Yeah,
south of the
first
foothills
try.
of the mountain.
It shifted a little bit.
That's all right. I'm getting it. Thank you, Shaw. Kayla, you're on YouTube, by the way.
YouTube. Welcome to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Welcome to
You have a
YouTube.
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
That's where she's been doing it the last
Come on,
like 8 weeks.
Get your head in the game.
4 or 5 sessions that I've been at.
I'm a YouTuber.
How do you have a YouTube channel and I've not known about it?
Because you're her husband.
Because you're oblivious.
I have been posting
You
videos
didn't
to a
listen.
Obliviate.
All right, you ready to
Okay, so
travel?
you
Like,
need
are
to
we
subscribe to
traveling or-
Joe's channel.
Oh
What
yeah.
are we doing? I need to head to Northeast Gobine. Am I in Gobine now?
You don't have to plug my channel in.
Yeah. Are we in Gobine? All right, I got that much knowledge.
So say
All right.
the gnome.
I need to
From Gobine.
find.
Is there?
I
Okay.
need to find.
So I'm going to talk to the head dwarf. I think this is the correct name based off what I pulled off of Shadow's body. Are you familiar with someone named Zenith McDougal?
Xena.
So 100% out of game. No clue who that's supposed to be.
nothing
I don't have any notes on it.
Okay,
anywhere in my
why
notes.
is that written on your notes?
Because that's the name he gave me.
Yeah, I don't remember what I gave you that name for. I didn't write that down in my notes.
Okay, I'm assuming this was the name the
Let me,
priest.
let me see my
that he-
notes.
I think you guys split off and you went
We
and did
split
some
off.
knowledge at the
He went and
church.
spoke to a priest who was asking about the black yew. And he told him how it was a manufactured wood to go against the 12 evil gods or whatever, ancient gods, whatnot, and that there was somebody he needed to talk to up north about either you mentioned the armory or something relevant
The
to it.
library.
The library.
Library of Ancient Knowledge of the
What
Liber-Vaxian Order.
The Verboxian Order.
And
And
the
a
name
bunch
that
of
he was
fire
given
blogs.
was
Frog
Zenith
blogs.
McDougal. That was someone he was supposed to talk to.
Okay.
Peaches
It's pretty
are
bad when
perhaps-
we're playing through a game and our own DM doesn't
Anybody
remember his own
None
information.
of this was
How
ever
long-
supposed to
how
be a
long-
thing.
How long was it? This is supposed to be a one-day game.
I know, and now 3
Now it's a
months
full-on
later, it's like,
campaign.
Spell that name for me.
Zenith.
Zenith, just
like
like what's
the
written on a
defunct
TV.
TV brand.
ZENET.
ITA.
Shut up. ETH.
That's not how you spell
But that's Zenith.
Okay.
And last name?
I pronounced it
it.
Zenith. McDougal. McDougal.
McDougal.
Or McDougall, one of the two.
Probably Dougal.
And clearly, the way I wrote that was a scribble of handwriting, so it was very fast. So I guarantee I spelled it wrong.
Now I know that I had sent a letter to my captain about
Banana.
you
Anybody want
or
some
anything
peaches?
made of black you.
Artificial sugar.
Artificial sweetener. Can't stand it.
But I am not 100% sure if I remember to tell the postal office at Chartpool to forward all my
Set them on
letters
the
to,
table in the break
Gobadine.
room at work.
which I would assume since I was
Oh, yeah.
in
Unless they're
Gobadine,
okay
I
with
would
their
have
kids
them
having it.
send it to the capital in Gobadine.
I don't think they feed their children poison.
You might. You don't know.
Sometimes
you need to.
Are you talking about them or me?
I'm talking about these
Oh,
peaches.
okay, you're responding to her.
Well,
are-
James, are you okay with each of your kids getting a peach fruit cup?
I don't care.
Children!
Peaches.
Come and eat this fruit.
Is it bad?
It's artificial
It can
sweetener.
taste the artificial
I
sweetener.
can't. It just it
If
turns
I
my
was worried
stomach.
about artificial sweeteners,
If we were
You'd be
worried
long
about
dead by
half the
now.
thing that the world is like going nuts
It's
about.
not. It's not that I have like anything against artificial sweeteners, except for aspartame. Aspartame's the devil.
you want some
It's
peaches?
just the taste and the aftertaste. I can't. It just turns my stomach. I can't do it. What?
How do you not like peaches?
He loves pears.
Communist. You're racing me on Islam.
You try it. You just gotta be careful.
That's just the thing from when I was growing up. Are you a communist?
Oh, I grew up and I didn't like pizza or popcorn.
Are you a communist?
And I had an allergic reaction to
How do
cheese
you
and
not like
Lunchable,
peaches?
and
I
so
do
like
not like
from a
peaches.
young age, I
You
would
are
not eat cheese.
communists.
I find peaches
I would
disgusting.
stay away from it.
You
I
are
love nachos and
communist.
cheese because that was like fake cheese.
Blech.
But
Oh my god.
I'm not a big fan of cheese, and I don't
Well,
like
no.
pizza unless it's taco pizza or like
Supreme.
supreme pizza. It's got like everything on it.
So get out the
I
park.
can't do the black olives.
I got the camera
I
up.
like black olives.
I'm just
I
video
can't eat them by
recording
themselves. Though. They
everybody
have to be like
doing
cooked
the.
on the pizza.
I used to eat them
Are
when I
we
was
leaving?
little.
Are we staying? Are we?
Let's
Yeah,
do
what's his
something.
name? He's trying to role play with the head dwarf guy, and now I'm having to create.
Well,
stuff
I
that,
was
like,
trying to
totally
role play, and you
confusing.
interrupted my
Well,
role play.
he forgot what he gave us the first time around.
Your husband.
Well, the
The
character
one that
died,
abused
and I
you,
didn't anticipate you
visually
like
saw
just
him
running with
hit
stuff.
you.
Okay.
You
And
didn't
if you need a
anticipate
safe
with
place.
What? What
us
did he
continuing the
hit?
quest
Paper.
for the black
What?
you
He
to
took
take on
paper
the
and goes,
12
shut up,
gods.
and he
No.
smacked
Oh.
Wait, we're anticipating this game ending. Because you put that all together
Never,
after
if you
we
guys keep
It's
sat
gonna drag
railroading
out
it to
forever.
something else.
Shut up.
I'm waiting on him. The whole point of the reason why our characters went up north is because we heard about this black you being manufactured, and it's what
And that's
we
why you
needed.
guys
That
are
is
here?
why your character went north.
That's not what my
Her character
character
went for a
said.
different reason. His character went for a totally different reason. I was finding as many plot hooks as I could to get you guys to the actual plot.
So us taking on the 12 ancient evil gods is not the primary storyline.
No, it is.
No,
So
that's
it
the-
is.
that's
The
the
Black Hue is
storyline.
not necessary for the storyline to progress. That was a random thing that I put together.
You're like,
Now
I
you're
had more
freaking
questions.
obsessed with
You're
it.
like,
I had to
Okay,
create
hold
more.
on.
you're like, it causes
We
damage. We
encountered
need
this
this.
thing, and the one thing we saw to work was my black you
Once.
crossbow.
Got you, yes.
But against
But as
everything
any
else,
as any character would
Hit.
assume, that is the only thing that will work.
So it made sense if these guys are becoming a threat. The one thing we saw seemed to work is what we need to get our hands on.
Do I need to
Look at these
Again,
guys.
why can't you just have a
Like,
wandering
train for,
sage
like,
come in and
tiny
be like,
gods.
here's all this black you. Do you want it? 2 gold pieces, it's yours. And it's like 500 gold.
Hey, I have given Dugan a reason to basically pull together anything made of black yew if it's something that we need. He's got a reason to have it. So if it's meant to be,
You know, Dugan,
he's got a
I know
valid,
something that's
a
kind of
valid
interesting.
Excuse
line to bring it into play.
When I pulled in behind your vehicle,
Mhm.
what I didn't expect was part of that actually
Anyway,
being the initials from
Right.
an animated
I'm
show.
walking around recording, and all of a sudden I feel Johnny put his hand on my shoulder.
Sword Art Online.
Oh, yeah.
They're the craziest ones in the world. One
Not
that
expecting
touches
that.
Yeah.
Knows that I'm like,
I'm gonna go poke
okay,
it.
that's
He
neat.
runs out onto the screen, he pokes Bob, and he goes, "He's angry! He's angry!" and runs off the screen again. As stupid as it was, I think I'm gonna edit that piece.
Where he's angry.
He's angry, and let that be the opening to the video.
Yes.
One of those rare moments where Johnny's actually worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Johnny was funny for once.
We're out on the field
Without being
fighting.
offensive.
I'm walking around with my video camera recording,
That can be hard.
and Johnny comes around, not trying to get on screen. He puts his hand on my shoulder and he's following me. He's talking so the screen can hear him, and he's acting like the Australian
Oh,
dude,
narrator.
the crocodile hunter.
These are anacondas, the craziest and most dangerous beings on the planet. One touch and I'm dead. I'm gonna go poke it.
And he runs on screen, he starts poking Bob.
Gabriel Iglesias. That
Oh, I love
Yeah.
him.
It was Gabriel Iglesias was one that started that.
Okay. Back to your role play stuff because now I have stuff done for it.
Okay. Are you familiar with the name Zenith McDougal?
Can't say that I am.
After all that, and that's,
Ask about the order. He might not know a specific name, Kent.
I don't have anything about an order.
The Libraboxian.
It's in, like I said, I have some different notes. So like the ones that I know that Shadow would pass on with you, I'll help you with. So
Okay, well, it's not on.
that's what I'm saying. I have notes
I'm
in
gonna
like
study that.
5 different books and scrap pieces of paper.
Do I know
Okay.
where he needs to go?
No, because the map wouldn't have
Okay.
like Libraboxian order headquarters here.
Okay, so
And the
Where
fact that
I'm
I
at.
never told you about it in the first
I
place.
did point to you.
You want to talk to
I
me
pointed
either.
to
map-
him. That's why I said,
the
do I
map
know where
shows-
he's
The map shows
God bless it, cat.
mountain range.
I was wondering when he knows that.
Look out and it curves up, right? So
Okay.
it comes
But-
up and it looks like a reverse-
Yeah, that's what pulled the cable.
Okay.
Right?
Turd.
It's Mount Fear Mountain Range.
You're lucky you're
Okay.
so soft and squishy,
It
cute.
has the.
Do I need to write this stuff down?
If you want to write it
Swear,
down,
I
sure.
swear on all that is holy.
Mount Fear.
It will end you.
Please do.
Fine, you're coming home with me.
Okay.
No,
It has the capital city.
we
which
don't
is
need the cat
Borat
wars
Star.
in the house, and I don't need half our stuff covered in cat.
BURR.
Females don't do that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
O-T,
OTSKAR.
S-K.
In fact, they say it
That's the
sometimes.
capital of
The
Gilbany.
female cats are worse about it than the male cats.
It's
That
just
one,
south.
You don't have to
of-
worry about it. It's the little one.
So that F shape, right? Like
I'm not
this.
really worried about like
The little
location
ones
wise. I'm
don't.
more
It's
worried
not
about
the ones
names.
coming to
Okay.
the house that
So
she wants
that's
to bring home I'm worried
Borat.
about.
Borat
It's the one that
Star.
already
I'm pretty sure I
lives
need to go
there
there
that I'm worried about.
just to get my.
The
my
one
letters.
that's not declawed at all.
So I
That's
just have
the
to know.
only. That's the only civilized
And ain't afraid to
settlement.
use
Like,
them.
that's-
Salem
that's
has
the
made it
largest
So
settlement
where are the
in the
dwarves?
and she is pissed.
At the
She has
capital
no
city.
problem. Doesn't matter who you are, how
Oh.
strong you are.
She will
You-
shred
you
your
don't
I
know
would
what
know
you don't
that.
know what the
Claw
political
hand.
structure of
Looking,
it is.
looking
but
at the map,
Boom!
talking to the guy who I just bought.
I actually
it
doesn't-
from.
specifically in
I have
mountains,
picked her
so-
up and tossed
Which,
her across
you
the
know,
room
like,
to get her out of the way.
Besides your
She's back
encampment
over there.
here, the capital's mainly where
I don't see
civilization
this.
is,
I
where
don't get
people
this
do
from
their
her.
mainly trade around here.
There's mining colonies every once in a while, owned by a
Mining,
couple
lumber
different
cleanups.
I don't
mining
see- I don't
lumber
get it from
camps,
her.
a couple mercenary headquarters out in the wilderness.
In other words, cat goes,
And every once in a while, there's some orcs, strongholds, and things like that.
So, how far of travel would it be from here to the capital with our wagon
It's
and
pretty
horse?
wild country. Wagons probably aren't going to be able to make it all the way unless you're trailblazing, but probably about another 2 weeks.
There's no trail.
Oh. I tell you, I
Wagon.
stared her down the other day.
trail- Like, how do you
You
get
can
your
come
lumber
Calling
to the
up and I go,
capital?
"Sail."
Oh, we ship south
She looks at
actually.
me, and I'm like,
The trail you came in on is
I was
where
just
we
like,
Where,
said.
so you don't. deliver to the capital?
No, the
Right,
capital
stared
has
at
its
him
own
like,
mining,
no!
or mining and lumber
Do
operations.
you guys ever travel
She was
there?
taking to clawing the carpet in the
Yeah,
bedroom.
horseback
What's
typically.
your
Like,
safest,
stop
the
it.
safest way to get there?
Drive me
Well,
crazy. And she's been getting
Safe
into
and
my
relative
closet
current
and
East
just, I don't know
Woods,
what she's
but,
doing in
uh,
there. She's just
Yeah.
banging around.
If you head due north
Excuse you.
Mhm.
And now
to
my
the edge of the
dresser is
mountain
like
range
ruined.
and follow the foothills just south of the mountain
Yep.
range, you follow
That's
the curve of
why,
the
like,
foothills.
when we
Typically the safest.
finally
The
got,
dwarves have a pretty
you know,
strong
the cat was like,
uh,
I'm sorry,
hold over
cat.
the
I
mountain
know I'm
ranges
hacking
as well
off,
as the
you know,
gnomes, and they're
this
pretty
for
peaceful
part of your
travelers.
fingers. But it's
But
good.
if you come
Bye-bye.
through the woods, you're looking at some
Well, with children, you
more
have to.
feral minotaurs
How
and
far do you
centaurs.
Their
think our
safety
wagon could
is
make
more
it?
important than.
You might be able to make it to the mountain range and follow the foothills with the wagon, but
Much
I
as
can't
we love our
guarantee it.
pets,
We've
they
never
are
tried to go that far with any type of fall.
I agree.
Okay. Avoiding the mountains and the foothills, do you think there's a way to go with the wagon that's more sturdier?
You
Ground?
might be able to find
What?
a path of some sort through the woods, but
No,
it's
I'm
unlikely.
thinking when you're saying foothills, I'm thinking like the edge of a mountain,
Actually, I
like
can
when
do
we're
this.
driving up the mountain.
Yeah,
in
it's like
Tennessee.
valleys and
Okay.
the little fingerlings that come down that are like mountains, but they're smaller hills, but
Okay.
it's still rising.
Okay.
so-
Foothills?
So it's
Foothills, yes.
yeah. I was trying to get kind of a picture. So
Because fingerlings are potatoes.
Also a description of the small
and there
ridge mountains that
are
come
Really?
off. It's called
1, 2,
fingerlings.
3,
Oh.
4, 5. There's 5 of
Our
us.
GM's
Are we
last
counting?
name's
Are we
Federer.
counting those two right now?
Almost the same thing.
Actually, they're going to decide.
So
So
stretched,
in game, Beauty and the Beast are deciding to hang out at the lumber camp and try to peddle their performances and take these guys for every coin that they can squeeze out of them.
Yes.
Plus, Grala finds a couple bugbears working
Grala,
there.
Grala.
All right. So 2 weeks on
Strikes up
horseback.
conversations.
2 weeks on horseback.
The horseback and walking are going to be the same pace through this woods. It's extremely thick, wild country.
Norland.
Yeah.
I need to get to the capital of Gobadine.
Are you asked? For
Barataskar.
all intents and purposes, you asked about the Libravoxian order.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, now that, yes.
So that's your horse.
Boratskar has got
You
a
left with us.
outpost of the Libravoxian
the
order
wagon
militant. Mhm.
might not make it.
What does?
Why not? What's wrong
Boratskar,
with the
the
wagon?
capital of
Well,
Gobadine.
the path
Okay.
to get
It's
there.
the only real
is
town.
not
Everything else
wagon
is some type of
bound.
mining camp or a lumber camp.
So we
or
need
some
more horses.
mercenaries or something.
Or we
Work
can walk.
strongholds. But
We need more
Boratskar's,
horses.
We can
it's
take
led by the
one
Council of the
horse.
Northlanders, and
And a lot of
it's
us
really
can
the only
walk, so that's gonna be
civilization in
the
this
same
part of
pace
the,
whether we're on a horse or
country.
not.
So
Mm.
Okay. Here's the other thing.
So
I
I'm just
pull out
thinking
one of
we
those
can
black U-bolts.
Use the horse to haul
This
all
type
of our
of black
stuff,
wood
and we'll just have
is
to
very
travel.
rare.
Yes.
Called black U.
So
I doubt you've ever come across it
we
before.
can
No,
go
mostly
now, or
fine
we
around
can
here.
wait for everybody. I would
What
suggest
I
waiting
am
for
going to say is
everybody.
if you ever do
If
come
the
across
cannibals
it,
are any indication of what this country
don't
is like,
waste it. Don't
I
get
am
rid of
waiting.
it. Have it sent to that capital.
okay.
Like
They
a-
can manufacture
powder.
this into unique weapons that are going to be greatly beneficial.
Don't know how wooden weapons are going to be beneficial, but okay.
Take
Did
my
it-
word for it.
Did they
on
send a
this.
finder's fee or anything? Compensate for the travel? It's 2
I'm-
weeks.
oh,
2
I'm-
weeks to the Libravoxian
I'm
order.
sure, given what we're working on, I'm sure they're more going to be willing to compensate you. If
Always-
not, have them seek us out and we will compensate you.
That sounds good.
All right.
Oh, I go up to Grala and I take her boots.
She is willing to part with those boots.
By the
fatigue.
way, with the mining camps you're saying, do they sometimes send minerals and all that stuff to the capital?
No,
shops?
like I told your friend here,
Sir,
got its own mining and lumber companies.
Oh,
what's
they're
um,
themselves. So
Mhm.
what's your plan? Are we
Okay,
staying
that'll
here tonight?
help.
You traveling to go
looking for
capital?
a couple different minerals.
Doesn't matter. You trade it.
Uh,
We
Yeah.
can
Well,
try
fine.
one of our
Boris
travels.
Boratskar's got
He
just
said he
about
would
everything.
help us if we help.
That's
him.
partly why
So your
I
business that you need.
got
help with.
some pine tar from
My
the
business.
store here
My business is.
with something.
I
I'm
need to
working on.
find.
Pine tar and mineral ore. Sounds like a
My wife's
weird
family.
combination, but party to you, fella.
So
It
sweet.
will be helpful once I combine it all.
What?
Let's just say that.
Did your
All right
wife
then.
pass?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Was there?
I'm not.
Thanks.
I don't mean to pry, but I
Why
do
did you
have to
come up?
ask. Did they go missing or something, or you just never knew where they were?
Okay.
Because
It's my wife's family.
Well, if they had a place that they lived, I would think you just, go to their place of residence, and bam.
You'd think
Unless
You
they've
should-
gone missing. at
Do
which
you have
point-
in-laws?
have you met this
I've never
party?
been married.
So you don't know.
No, but I know
He, kn-
that.
he knew where they were at one point in time and then chose to forget them. They're the in-laws.
Did you somehow forget where they lived?
No, I just unfortunately come up against some obstacles that have gotten into my way.
So you know where they live.
Yes.
And so it
I go
should
up
just
to
be a
the-
simple
the head lumber
task
guy,
of, let's go to
and I
their
look at
place,
him and
and bam,
I'm
there
all
they are.
frilly
One
and
would hope.
frou-frou looking of a guy.
Where would you think they're not
And I
there?
say,
You're a dandy.
"Are you a betting man?
They,
You a gambling
for whatever
man?"
reason, do not like me.
I enjoy a
And
I
wager every
begin
once
They
in a
with
want
while.
money
What do you got?
and
And
hire
I look around and I
mercenaries.
look for what looks like the thickest tree
So
close by.
So you need to find
All right,
them.
it's
to
a
prevent
towering
them
pine,
from
about
killing you.
180 feet tall,
And I
probably
Yes.
as thick as your arm span.
Yes.
Okay,
to
so I
kill
say,
them.
you see that tree right there?
Yeah. We have plans to
I-
fell it tomorrow.
maybe.
I bet you I can fell it right now by myself.
By yourself.
By
I
myself.
love how your tone of voice changed. Just a
You
little.
realize that I have an
Okay.
entire crew that's going to take that down.
I
I'll
can
tell you
do
what,
it a lot
We'll help you
faster.
find them. As long as you can promise
Alright,
me two
so-
things.
You're going to cut down that
First
whole tree
off,
with what?
Yes.
To get there, you do
His
your job.
fantastic face.
Oh, it's a guarantee.
And second,
Hang
you
on.
make sure it doesn't fall back. If it falls back to you, it only falls back to you and not on any of us.
Your bare hand.
Yep.
Your bare hand. You're going to cut down that
I'll help
pine
you.
tree with your bare
Yeah.
hand.
Am I starting to
I'm
get like
gonna
a
cut the
crowd?
fall for you if I have
He's
something
talking
to do.
pretty loud.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh, you don't have to worry about it.
hey, Barkrock. She's going to cut down the pine tree with her bare hand. Yeah.
Eat.
He's going to cut it down. Bare hand.
With my top hat. With my top hat on.
Just half forward just kind of comes over.
What's the wager?
I don't know. What do you want to bet?
500 gold!
Shut up.
500 gold. I
Fi-
wanted, what's reasonable?
A reasonable bet.
I
At
was
this,
thinking like,
gold.
a reasonable bet at this point would probably be something in silver. Probably under 20.
like
know what?
2 gold?
2 gold.
I want
That tree right there. That's gonna fetch me about 20 gold worth of lumber.
I want to make an insight check on it real quick.
Sure.
All right, and so
What are you
I
trying to determine?
What's her feasible
If I can't
capability
hold
of this
baby, I'm
actually
gonna hold
happening?
kitty.
I am a very flamboyant looking man that smells very
But I
floral.
Coming across real confident, like, just exuding
I'm oozing
confidence.
confidence.
That BD.
This is gonna work, and I'll prove it.
pull out a coin purse. I throw
Okay.
down 9 gold.
1 million.
Six other lumberjacks come around. It's the crew that was gonna fell it the next day.
I say she will do it.
I'm gonna match that. Another 9 gold.
All right, so 9.
Okay, you guys aren't helping me because if they know that I can do it, they're not going to bet high.
I don't know
They're
you.
betting against the
Okay.
whole crew.
Well,
They're,
I mean,
they're
I bet them.
skilled
I bet them
lumberjacks.
2 gold.
Okay.
So I mean,
So I'm gonna clarify something out of game real quick. My character doesn't actually know.
oh,
where
nobody
that
knows.
was.
Nobody knows that I can do this yet because the
It's
one
not
I
the hat.
it's not the hat. It's the one the tree I slapped hit me back.
Yeah, because you happen to hit an awakened tree.
I mean, I bet you guys 2 gold. So I mean,
Okay, so we have 20 gold against.
I'm just
6
I'm
guys
just
are
getting in on
are
it
gonna
because
beat
right now
that.
my guy's thinking.
so here's my thing. Like
That's
they're
a
betting
better
9 gold. I'm not going to match them
That's fine.
gold.
So but the bet has been matched. So 20 saying yes, 20 saying no.
Okay.
So there's 40 gold in the pot.
Okay.
All right.
So
Whatever
if,
you bet, you
if
get
yes
that.
wins, we
It's
get
a
the 40 gold and I
straight-
can split
It's a
it.
straight 50-50 bet off.
Okay. All right.
I'm anticipating.
like
getting
to add a
15 gold
wager.
back if
What
we-
are you betting?
And I'm
1
totally,
million copper.
Oh my god.
you don't have.
You're taking her with you, right?
Yeah, she's coming with me.
All right.
I-
All right. Well, there's the tree. Go
All
ahead.
right. So I just like strut over there
They're laughing
and I
hysterically.
look back.
So entertaining, it's worthless.
I look back and I backhand the tree with the glove.
All right. So as you come backhand, your hand moves through the wood as if it were like air.
Yeah.
Like there's no resistance. Just and then a straight line goes in like instant. So like your hand just moves through and there's no sign that the wood was disrupted at all.
Yeah.
And they're just standing there like, and then a loud snap, seamless split,
That's
perfect. You
only
can't even
$1,000.
see it. The whole tree.
1 million copper is 1,000 gold.
Cut down perfectly.
And then
straight
like
across.
like as soon as I do that, I just turn around and start strutting back as
Yeah.
it's
You
doing
take
all
like
this.
6 steps before it starts.
So
falling.
that as that tree falls, I'm like,
Part of that's mine.
oh, I only take mine.
But the tree.
Thank you.
How?
Okay, I'm gonna take
It's not
18.
possible.
Thank you guys.
Look into the blood mist.
I wagered 1 million copper. I would like my money now.
No.
No, you did not wager $1,000.
All right, boys, go cut it down. Go chop it up.
I don't think you have 1,000 gold on you.
I mean, in all reality, you didn't really lose any money.
He just stares like dumbfounded. Just,
Oh, son of a
would you like a job?
Actually, no.
piece of sulfur.
I've worked for Blood Mist, and that's my life,
You could make a lot of money as a lumberjack.
probably.
You ever change your mind?
Do it again.
I look at the time. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm beat.
Okay. So you've now fallen the tree.
So how much gold did I
I
get?
like the way you handle wood.
How much
It was
did you bet?
whatever you bet, you got that back.
No, I bet them.
Yes, you bet 2. They bet 9. He bet 9, and collectively the other 6 matched the bet of 20.
All right, so
You
we
get 9
all.
back. He gets.
You
gets
get
When
18,
he get
gets
when he
18,
get
you get 4.
18
Yes.
and 4.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. You got yours plus whatever you bet back.
So
Ju-
you only
just-
get double.
Yeah, so I got 4.
Yes.
Just to clarify something here to you. Next time you know you can do something that's going to make us money, let us know. I thought I was paying 9 gold to just get
I'm not
entertained and
here.
watch you
I'm
hurt
not
your
here to give
hand.
you money. I just wanted to have some fun. I need to go to the capital city,
Yes,
and you guys are busy, and I want to go.
Now what are you doing knocking down trees?
I'm bored.
Well then let's go.
Thank
I'm waiting
you.
on you at this point.
Stop
We-
farting around.
Sorry,
It's time to go.
So we're here's the thing. I kind of want to sell the wagon if it's not going to make it to the capital. If it's going to hinder us.
He told you it was unlikely that it would, but it's possible.
All right.
Do with
We're
that
gonna
what
okay,
you
here's the
will.
thing, guys. We can take the cart with us as long as we can. It might not make it. So we need to be cautious of the wagon.
Let's just sell it now and be done.
I think we should try to keep it.
I think it's
Worst
worth
case,
a
you
little
got
bit.
firewood.
Oh yeah, firewood.
Let's go. We're traveling.
If we come across more animals and I have to spin more pelts, we're gonna need something to carry that stuff.
All right.
We have a horse.
I would like to take a rest in the wagon.
Okay.
I need to make poisons, but I haven't been able to because I've been walking this whole time.
Okay.
So I don't want to walk anymore. I
How
want
far are
to
you
sit.
guys taking the wagon? You
As
gonna
far
try to
as
take
we
it the whole
can.
way? Okay.
I mean, cautiously. We're going to be cautious of our surroundings. So once you say, hey, Kayla, it's starting to get dangerous, I'll be like, hey, whoa, this doesn't look like the wagon can fit down this 2-foot wide path. Maybe we should get rid of the wagon.
Take the wagon right down the 2-foot path.
We could turn it on its side.
Oh my gosh. It's not a convertible wagon. It does not make
Anything's convertible if you try hard enough.
I have collected some stuff that I can make poisons with, but I need to be able to actually sit to make them. And then once it hits 8 hours, I need to milk a snake.
Oh my.
What?
Milk is thick.
All right, Daddy.
I
can
know what
you
it is. This is my brain.
Look up for me the DC for mild sleeping potion
It doesn't.
and a moderate poison of my choice. And then you need to give me a single random potion.
That's probably gonna have to
Poison.
come from Dugan.
Oh, okay, then Dugan, when you're ready. I
Because
need some
those
DCs.
titles don't sound like a standard.
For what now?
I have ingredients I've collected, a mild single dose sleeping potion.
Okay.
But I need the DC.
DC for mild would be a DC 12
Okay. How many
Con save.
successes?
to make it.
I mean, I have ingredients. I need to be able to
Oh,
make
you
it.
have ingredients
Yeah.
you're looking to make. Okay, so to
Not-
make.
yeah, I'm not talking
Okay,
about
so it's
like.
not the save. Okay.
No.
You're talking craft DC.
Well, I mean, I guess I could keep that for when.
Well,
it's
you need to
done.
know it.
Well, yeah, you need to know. Yeah, so the save is DC 12 con.
Okay.
Craft DC is a DC 16. It's not super hard.
Just one success,
You need 3 successes. for
not
any of the craft.
consecutive.
Not consecutive.
So
but
how like is it like
you
3
need
and
3
3?
successes
like if
before 3 failures.
okay, 3
Otherwise,
3
you,
to 3.
you waste half the ingredients.
Correct. Single random poison.
You're crafting.
This is all ingredients I have collected
Okay.
before, but I haven't been able to make them.
So DC 18
To make it
craft, yeah, because it could potentially be like a really high level poison.
18,
Yes.
but I don't know what it is yet until like succeed. Is it again 3 and 3?
Yes.
I'm assuming
All your
all of
crafts are
it's
going
going
to
to
be
be
3
like
and
that.
3.
And then a moderate poison of choice.
So pick a poison.
I don't know.
What
Okay,
effect
I
would
want-
you like a poison to do?
I kind of like, I don't know.
I gain a great. Well, I'm not there. I
Well,
don't know what's going on.
Hang on a second. I kind of like the ones with the arrows. The Viper one,
Pit Viper.
Pit Viper, but I don't think that one's strong enough. Like 3 things. What about hallucinate during our
The kaleidoscope one?
Yes. Is that a
Ooh.
moderate poison?
Yeah, that'd be moderate.
I
Yeah.
want the kaleidoscope. I want to be able to make that.
Okay. DC for craft is a 17.
Okay. And what's the save on that?
DC 17 as well.
On con?
Yep.
I like that kaleidoscope because you were all like, I don't know what you're gonna use that for, but it ended up working really well.
Mhm. You're right, scrub.
And then how many times can I do a save? One an hour? Like how many times can I do a craft?
Okay,
roll,
boys,
a craft check?
just so you're aware, pizza is on the counter for
You
you.
can do
It is hot.
1 check an hour.
Okay. So when we start traveling and we start getting the days done, I'll start rolling those. Are we traveling now?
Yes, I believe you guys are traveling.
So I'm
You'll be
in-
traveling
I'm in the back, so I'm not
due
watching.
north to try to get to the foothills if you're following the instructions that Mork got.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to me?
Yeah. No, you know that the country's super wild and super rough. It's way more direct to go through the woods, but
Whoever's
you will
sitting-
have to defend yourselves pretty regularly.
Whoever's sitting at the front, I give them my map.
You have way less likelihood of running into things that are hostile to you by going north and hitting the tail end of the foothills and following the mountain ridge, because the gnomes and the dwarves typically have their mining operations out there, and they keep pretty relative peace along the mountain line.
Let's
the
do
mountain
that.
ridge.
That's fine.
All right, so day 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So how long are you here till it rose?
Like 10:30. Then I gotta go to work.
So 3 hours.
Let's rock and roll, y'all.
Okay, so are you guys traveling north then? Is everyone in agreement with that?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, so you're setting out midday. It's 2 weeks of travel.
Let's do this.
It's going to be similar to the travel. I'm going to roll to see if anything happens. If
Mhm.
it does, you'll have a chance to react or accordingly.
Anytime I'm not asleep, I am sitting at the back of the wagon, watching out to see if anything tries to attack us from behind. and for sake of argument, I do have a crossbow bolt loaded at any time.
All right, so every roll is going to be for 3 days. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
1 through 3.
first day goes by. You're traveling. It's just woods. It's a whole lot of boreal forest. Lots of pine. Lots of big rolling hills. Yes.
I do have a quick question. This is out of game, and I'm not sure if I can actually ask this. If you're doing random encounters for periods of time, does that mean that the loot is random as well?
It would be.
The what?
The loot.
The loot, if there's any loot, like if bandits attack,
Uh-huh.
the loot that they would have on them, if any, would be random stuff. It's not like we're gonna come across some unique legendary artifact or something.
Probably not from bandits. No.
No, but you get my point. I'm trying to be very general here.
It's going to be. It'll be the loot will be commensurate with what you're fighting. If it's a wild animal attack, the loot is pelts.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to find like a dagger of disintegration inside a wild mountain lion stomach.
Yeah.
Well, it could.
Come
You're not
on.
going
I'm
I'm going to tell you objectively.
You gotta-
know.
The reason why I'm asking is because you know me. I usually run off of pre-written games that
Yep.
come in books and stuff, and sometimes something unusual like that does come along.
I'm sorry, everyone's here. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to try to railroad you guys to the meta arc objectives. However, there are some side stuff. It's not really quests, it's encounters. All right. So encounters are one thing, quests are another. I'm not giving you any side quests tonight. However, when there are encounters, 2 of them are deadly, 1 is hard, 1 is medium, and 1 is easy. You do not have to engage in encounters. Easy through deadly. All of these are escapable and not necessarily reliant on really good dice rolls, right? However, all of them have some type of loot. Some are really good, some are pelts. Okay?
The deadly ones are pelts.
The
So we can avoid those.
your leveling up
Troop of mountain lions.
That would be
will be
messed
dictated
up
by
if that was the
how
case.
you engage with the encounters. So you have the potential to level up tonight, which will take you to level 8, right? So there is a potential level up tonight,
But we need to
depending
play
on how
smart.
you engage with encounters, not just the random ones, but also the arc encounter if you guys get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Just
if we do
putting
level
that
up,
out
that
there.
would give me another spell I can use.
All right. So you said you were rolling for 3 days. So you said when day 1 was uneventful. Does that mean day 1 through 3 was uneventful, or you're rolling 3 days at a time?
No, so yeah, okay. So day 1 was uneventful. Day 2, it's starting to get pretty cold. A wind starting to come in from the west, and it sweeps up towards the north. It's getting pretty chilly. Do any of you have heavy furs?
I had a cloak made from several pelts.
Don't you have a bunch of pelts that you left in the back? that you
No,
didn't
No,
sell?
I sold them all.
Oh,
No.
I thought you kept some because you were like, no, I don't want to sell all of them.
I
had-
held on to them to sell them.
Oh,
When we had them, I was using them and handing them out, saying, "Here, we've got them. We might as well use them to stay warm."
I have a potion
Nobody
of
wanted
cool
to
temperature.
keep one, so
I thought I kept one of
I
the
have,
wool
well, okay.
ones. So
I
did,
have a
did you
blanket.
write it? Did you write it down?
yeah,
Then it's safe to assume I probably gave it to you because I kept track of what I had at that time. So if I gave one to you, I would have changed it on my papers. That means you have one. All I did was hang on to like 2 deer pelts and a few fox pelts and had a cloak made. So if it's getting cold, I throw that on and I'm
It's not like frigid yet, but it's low 40s, and the wind drops the temp to about 38-ish. There's lots of trees, so you're not feeling the full bite of the wind, but you're definitely going north, and it's definitely getting closer to the winter solstice, so it's starting to get chilly.
worst case scenario. I don't want to say we build a fire or carry a torch in the wagon.
I have 1 potion of cool temperature, which makes me feel perfect. Like temperature wise, like just the right temperature, not too cold, not too hot. I'm assuming that's only gonna last like 4 hours. And just because I feel perfect doesn't mean that I'm not getting,
Dangerously close to
you know,
That's
a dead
not,
foot.
It's not inaccurate.
Gangrene.
Okay, so we need to maybe find a large animal like a bear that we can kill and
So
skin.
be able to kill and skin it. Yeah.
Well,
Alright,
you
so-
can skin it. I can kill it.
So we're going three days at a time. Day 3 goes by, very similar. The weather it didn't change much. The wind died down a little bit, but it's still pretty cold. It's clear. You guys are setting up for the night.
You know, we knew we were going north. Why didn't any of us freaking get prepared at the logging camp?
I did mention you guys were going north, and that it's getting close to winter solstice before you left. the winter
That's
camp.
true.
Technically, not
I
all
hate
of
you
us
all.
were in that conversation.
I said it out of game,
That's why I had a cloak made.
but I've also been mentioning since Zinbury, the progressing of time and seasons.
Yes, but I'm also building my character.
Your character would actually already have one, and we didn't cover that in starting equipment. You're from this area. You would have some type of heavy cloak or something.
That works. Because,
Or just winter traveling gear.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
either way,
he's a denizen.
either way,
He would
I'm
have it.
going to be okay because of my background. My background allows me to survive.
Yeah.
So,
You survive by having the proper clothing.
so Bastion, whether it's food, shelter, warmth, medicine, water, for me specifically, I can survive.
And
I
you
have
would have
common
already started with
clothes.
that.
I have common clothes.
You're gonna start getting kind of cold as this
I have a
progresses.
bedroll,
Yep, that's like a sleeping bag.
so I could put that on me.
You'd have
No.
to.
Potentially.
You'd have to get in the back of the wagon and crawl.
I am in the back of the wagon.
My point is,
If she like stand and hold her up, she could totally do that.
I
like
mean,
potato sack race.
The thing is, though, like as long as it's not like below freezing, and I'm like I can go out and fight in the cold. It's not my adrenaline will start pumping up, and I'll start working up a sweat. So it's more or
not
less
to the
when
point
I'm
where you guys
just
are making
traveling.
con saves yet. You're not there.
Is it gonna be?
You're
Or
going,
heading north.
You're going
We need
north
to
to
find
a
a
mountain
bear.
range in winter.
Why don't we
I
just turn
need-
around and go back to the logging camp and prepare like we freaking should have?
You are 3 days out.
Are we in a race against time or
we're
anything?
basically halfway there. We can either go
Although,
back and take
We're not
twice as
halfway
long.
there.
so
We're
I'm
not
gonna get
halfway.
rid of the
2
low.
weeks.
I'm gonna get rid of. It's 2 weeks together. I'm gonna get rid of the low context here. That wind coming in is indicative of a cold front moving in, which may or may not bring winter weather. But you're 3 days out. You're in the woods. It's pretty heavy.
I thought you said we were 6 days out. I'm sorry.
You're
No,
3
just
days.
3 days.
3 days out from the town. You've traveled 3 days. It's the evening of day 3.
All right, I want to go hunting for a bear.
Okay, survival check.
I'll help you.
Survival check at advantage.
I don't have to roll,
I'm
right?
sitting by the fire.
No, you don't roll.
Okay.
Well, yeah, roll.
Technically,
Beat
she
a
She
10.
has to. She has to succeed in order for me to get an advantage. So she needs to get above 10 for me to have an advantage. But survival is found it. Oh,
Wisdom based.
yeah, okay.
Not a lot of wisdom, huh?
No,
roll
I gotta wait and see if she succeeds if I get an advantage or not.
I can't see it.
17. You're
All
good.
right.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. All right. So you go out, you find a small, because it's young and it hasn't had a chance to stock up for the winter yet, because this is first winter on its
She's
own.
with me though, yeah.
Find a small black bear.
Let's wreck it.
Well, hang on. With my fairly high, is it by itself?
Yes, it's
I'm
not a
not gonna
baby.
get-
It's
It's
a-
adolescent.
It's an
It's
adult,
an
but it's not
adolescent.
like a grandpa.
No.
Okay. How far away is it from the camp?
100 yards.
Out of game. Would I know if we can kill it on our own?
Yeah. No, you kill it on your own. I'm not gonna make you have a battle for it. You
Oh, okay.
hunt it. You hunt it.
Okay,
You
I
succeeded.
succeed. Okay, I succeed in hunting it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry
It's a
this
little
back.
scrawny, and that's why
Let's
you were
carry
able to
this
hunt it
back so I can
easily.
have Yahoo skin it for me so I can
It
have a
does take the
cloak.
both of you to carry it back. I mean, I guess you could technically carry it based on your strength score, but
Well, I
it's
would
gonna
have an
be heavy.
advantage.
yeah, but it weighs like 400 pounds. So there's that.
Well,
What's your strength score?
15.
Yeah,
15.
While
400
this
pounds
is
pretty
going
hard for
on-
you. You can drag it, but the two of you dragging it is going to move a lot faster.
Yeah, let's do that.
While
okay.
this is going on, since I kind of dulled down my longsword, I'm spending that time warming up by the fire and sharpening that longsword back to.
Not a bad call.
All right, so we
You guys
take the
grab it
bear
back?
back, and I ask. I cannot remember his name.
Yahoo.
Brig.
Brig. That's right. Why did
Oh,
I
yeah,
not
so
remember?
hard.
You know what? Mork Brig. I don't know. Ask him to skin this for me and do whatever it needs to take to turn this into a cloak. And then we just need 2 more.
Takes curing leather, which takes time. But
Well, we gotta start.
yeah, sure.
We gotta start. It's something.
It's not going to be really well cured, but you could leave it skin side up while you travel.
If
and-
I'm doing this
dry
a
it out a
couple
little
days, getting a bear a
Okay.
couple days, I can
Here-
maybe
here's my
get
thought
the
on it.
rest of us something
If
warm
we
to
do
wear.
it skin side up, and someone actually takes the time to take like a torch or something and hold it close over, we'll dry the skin out. Granted, that still
And
takes
now we
time,
have
but
bear
that,
I
meat.
have an idea. I have an idea.
You have bear meat now.
you want me to roll to do all that, or
Yeah, you'll need to do a craft check.
I have a question.
what have you had me roll in the past?
Intelligence.
Just straight intelligence?
And it's an intelligence roll.
Do you remember?
I'll give you proficiency since you're. Are you a fighter or a ranger?
Fighter.
Yeah, what's your background?
Do you remember
Establish a background for my character?
those,
You should have. If
those-
not, you're missing out on background features.
those bottles?
Well, I had features,
Uh-huh.
but
What would happen if I like
we like
pour that over my
kind of homebrewed it because it never had any set that matched up.
I'll tell you.
Huh?
Do it and I'll tell
Well,
you.
once I get one, I'll do it.
Okay.
Hopefully nothing bad.
No advantage, but I'll give you proficiency.
Okay, so
I'll help.
Sure. You help craft. Go ahead, roll.
I can't reach.
You don't even have the craft.
You need to beat a 12.
she rolled a 16.
Hey,
Okay.
So
Keep
I'm
that
not
dice.
advantage.
apparently.
I just rolled a 20, so 24.
Sure. Okay. So you guys are able to, despite not
You can see
having,
that, right?
despite not having the best leather working tools,
Yes.
uh, only having a vague concept of how to do this, you put it together pretty well. Tie in the middle of the woods.
This would cover a medium
Okay, you're
person
doing good.
and
You're
keep
doing a
them
good job.
warm during our travels, correct? This is the concept of the bear pellets.
Yeah.
It'll keep them warm. Okay.
Yeah, one
But it's
person.
not cold yet.
It's not that cold yet.
All right.
Just as
Human.
a FYI, if I do tonight,
Human.
like we did last week when we
What are you?
played, and I got a bunch of 20s, I'm
I don't know
gonna
what
switch
you
out
are.
the gas
Tiefling.
station so I can get a lottery ticket.
You might be then the one that's most affected by this because you like hot
You want
weather.
that camping tile again?
Do I
This
know
is you,
you're
yeah.
a
Yeah, bring the
Tiefling?
camping
I
fire.
haven't hidden it.
all right?
This
So
is you, yeah.
I'm gonna give you the first cloak because you're
Yay.
not used to the cold weather, and you would probably be the one most affected by
Yeah,
it.
I'm already curled up in the back of the wagon, wrapped up in my
Possibly, yes.
blanket, like.
I will admit that was something kind of frustrating. They didn't come out with more game tiles for 5th edition. It seemed like a one-off sort of thing when they had 4th edition.
Sir, do
going
you
on.
need a cloak?
You notice that I'm in a very nice, thick, warm one.
Oh, okay, you need a cloak. So we
Oops.
just need 2 more. I'm not gonna go hunting again. I'm gonna wait for the next 3 days because I'm
Okay.
assuming that there's not
So
gonna be
it's
more out
by the
there.
time you guys are done, fire's going, you got some bear meat going, sun's down, washes.
Bear
Yes. Yes to the watches. I
just
take
need
last
4
watch.
hours,
bacon. The
but
Watchers.
I'm gonna be awake this whole time, so I'm gonna be asleep on the last watch.
So
I'm gonna be
I
up on my last
am-
watch.
There's 6 hour, well, I'm sorry, no, there's 10 hours of nightfall. Starting to get winter.
Oh.
So before it gets too dark
Oh,
yeah.
and I have light,
I'm the
I
worst one.
grabbed my tools for tinkering, and with the stuff that I have, pretty much ignoring everyone for the first hour,
Mhm.
and I make an alarm.
I hang.
I
the
tell
food up in
everyone the
trees.
password is Baba Ganoush.
He loves that.
So if the alarm goes off,
It'll say Baba Ganoush, Baba Ganoush,
What's
Baba
the
Ganoush.
mechanism for your alarm?
so it functions as a spell
Okay.
alarm. So anyone within 30 feet
Okay.
will set off the alarm unless they know the password.
Hugin, I hang the food up in the trees.
Don't do that.
That's exactly what you should do.
There are bears around. You put
Obviously,
the
there's a
food
bear.
in the
I'm
trees.
thinking of
we-
creatures I can
But the
get in
thing
the
is
trees
though,
and
if
fall
a bear
down.
comes, we can kill it and get another cloak.
If you're awake, sure.
Oh, that's true. But I
So,
mean, we're having watches, so
when it's-
somebody's gonna
yeah,
be
but
awake.
When it's my turn for watch,
So watch order.
Yeah.
So the first 6 hours, I will be awake helping on watch. The last 4 hours, I'm gonna need to meditate because this way I can work on the bear pelt and help keep an eye out while I'm doing it. I won't be the immediate watcher, but I will be awake to help if something happens.
That'll help him.
All right, so you two are gonna be last watch. No, first watch. All right.
I
so
said
you
I'll
can
be
do
awake. I'll be around for the first 6
You can
hours.
do
I'm
6
gonna
hours.
sleep on the
What's your race?
floor.
Human?
Mhm.
Okay, so you need actual sleep. So
An
how long
actual
are,
human that
how
can
long
see
are
in the
you
dark.
on? How long are you on watch for?
It'd be 2 hours because you would need
Yeah,
what, 8 hours of sleep?
You need 8 hours. It's a 10
I need
hours
8
of
hours as
darkness.
well.
I'm too chilled, so I can't sleep.
I
until
only
I get
need
my bear
technically
pelt.
4 hours of sleep, but
No, you're
since
not
I
there yet. You could still sleep.
but you said in order to do a spell and it says I need sleep, it would technically be 8 hours, right?
Say what?
Even though I'm an elf, I technically only need 4 hours to meditate to get
You
a
have to do a
full
long
sleep.
rest.
So what's a long rest to me?
8-hour time period. 4 hours
Right.
of which has
Then
to be
I'm gonna
meditation.
take the last 2 hours of watch because I want to take a full night's rest just in case because I'm not sure what spells I've used.
So that would put both of you on. Who's taking the first watch?
I'll be
I'm-
the first watch.
Every time Kayla does first watch, something happens, so I refuse to take first watch.
Technically, I am on first watch.
You're on
But-
first watch through third watch.
Okay, so here's the thing. If I meditate for 4 hours and do a watch for 2 and then rest my
So long as nothing
continue-
happens during that other 4 hours, sure, that totally is a long rest. But if that gets interrupted, it's not a long rest anymore.
So if I do my 4 hours of meditation to fully rest to get my health points up, then I'm healthy, but I don't have my spells. But if nothing happens for the another 4 hours
You gotta
of that,
respond.
then I got all myself. Then I'll do hours 5 and 6,
So
if that helps.
sun starts setting. You guys are doing your watch. Alarm is set. You leave your alarm set for the duration through everyone's, right? Okay, so you're on first. You set the alarm. Cool. All right. 2 hours go by. 4 hours go by. 6 hours go by. 8 hours go by. No, nothing's going on. 9th hour.
Oh crap.
But I'm good.
Alarm starts sounding.
9th hour, I would have
The
already.
end of the 9th hour, beginning of the 10th hour.
Yes, I would already be up
I would have been up
okay.
and dressed.
in gears.
So alarm starts going. It's still dark, but alarm starts going.
I have dark
awake.
vision.
I have dark vision. I
Okay.
start looking around.
Me too.
And once the alarm goes
Do we
off,
get an
you all start
advantage?
going around.
Damn it.
I would have been meditating, so that would have interrupted my
At
meditation.
the very end of your meditation time, you get your
You-
long rest.
you
You,
complete
you get your long rest.
He's telling you got it.
Alright,
So just roll it.
You're not questioning.
No,
the
but
alarm.
perception or perception check to see it.
It
19.
doesn't do anything.
Oh, really? How did you do that?
Yeah, since the alarm went off, everyone's awake.
Do I use my
My wisdom sucks, but my perception is good.
I just use my passive perception, right? Explore here.
No, it's
No,
an
it's-
active one. He's
How many
making the roll.
bases? How many number bases do you have?
20 into 10. Where to go?
Your perception is a 2.
Right there.
Eleven.
You rolled a 10. He needs to- There's. Or sorry, 15. 15.
You want the eraser as well? Just
No, he's getting.
Have you made any more?
no, but if he draws
We're
anything on
all
there,
gonna die.
More preoccupied with playing my game.
This is a suicide mission.
here,
Will
Dugan.
you tell us
What?
like what we see?
Here's what you see.
Ah!
We're all dead.
I throw my
Science
my
butt comes
sleeping
down in the
potion-
camp. It's dead.
I throw my sleeping potion
We're all
at it.
characters.
Good grunt.
Oh god. We're all gonna die.
I'm in danger.
Do I have to roll a new character? I'll just roleplay a totally different character and use these same stats. Please!
I was talking to Dugan about it. I already know what my next character is going to be if this one dies.
Excuse
Hey,
Yeah, I have a
fine.
couple ideas. Once
I
get
need to organize my notes.
if I have the
All three of
option.
you see 3 packs of 3 little small squads of dire wolves, with this guy looking particularly large,
Oh, screw this mess.
like almost twice the size of the ones around him.
Forget it. I'm going back to the
Dire
logging camp.
That's
Wolves?
number 9. Yes, dire wolves.
Seriously, what's the point of being a cleric in this group if you're not going to stick around to help heal?
I'm kidding.
You can try to run. It's going to end poorly for you.
I got it.
So what do we see? We see them on that side and on that side.
Yes,
Well, I only rolled a 9, by the way.
I roll a 15.
you still see them.
Okay.
They're not trying to be stealthy in
No.
any way.
They are lured by the scent and trail of the bear blood.
I
Somebody's didn't think to cover their trail. Kick dirt over the blood or anything.
Negative
Really?
one.
So,
You're lucky I found it.
initiative.
got it.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. No. This should still be okay.
We don't
It
get
shouldn't be super nasty for you.
we don't get like, an
Uh,
advantage
Do
since
they
they
have
aren't.
pack attack or pack?
They
Then yes,
Well,
they
looks
would.
like we're gonna get all
This
the pelts
would
we
be a
need,
very hard
Kayla.
fight.
Hey, you know what? I found a bear in your horn, so shut your face. I'm
There.
sorry that I have no survival.
It's more doable.
We're getting, depending on how you roll.
This is more doable.
Yes.
The one thing they're not good at fighting lower end characters is when they all have pack tactics.
And I souped up the alpha dire wolf.
Okay, what
Not like
before this happens, what did we decide on my whole sword thing? I can have one sheathed and attack, and I'm
You
able
tried
to
to
sheath
steal
it.
the.
No, I just
And
took it
undo
from
it
you. I was
as a
waiting to see how
bonus?
long you were gonna notice they were
No,
gonna be
you're
gone.
fine,
You didn't
right?
realize they were
Yes.
gone.
you have
and
extra attack.
Yes.
It's not a
To be
bonus
completely
action.
honest, I forgot I loved
Because I
Give
have-
you attacks
Found
with
them, I'm
your
like,
action.
peanut butter
Correct.
cookies.
But I
Awesome.
have two
I'm trying to finish off
places to
all my
sheath my
sugary
swords.
snacks that I still
Okay.
have.
Mhm.
But I'll stop
because
buying
I
them.
have I
Yeah.
do a shield and one sword, but I have two poison
Yeah.
sheaths, so I can attack with one, sheath it to get poisoned, and then draw the other one as another
How many
action.
swords do you have?
Two
Two.
You have 2 swords and a shield.
and a shield, but I can't hold two swords.
Right.
And
so
my
you have a
shield.
shield. You pull it out. It has the poison on it. You
Yes, I
hit,
attack.
sheath, pull.
Yes,
That's going to take up movement speed.
we said 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't take up a bonus or a reaction; it's just movement.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you
I'll take
you
it.
draw weapon in 5e rules as written.
Drawing
You
is
draw
5 feet
your
of movement.
weapon as a movement or attack action.
Okay.
Like it is included. It is not like it's part of that action.
Okay.
Yours is a little more involved, which is why I'm giving you a 5-foot movement penalty.
That's fine. I'll take the 5-foot movement penalty.
Okay.
I just have to remember that.
Did I already say initiative?
Yes,
Mhm.
I've rolled.
I
2025.
22.
Nice.
15 to 20.
Ooh,
What'd you get?
16.
17.
You will go.
Get him with the poison.
yeah.
You will go second.
Do you know what I've been forgetting to do?
10 to 15.
13.
Ha
What'd you get?
14!
Order will be Jason, then Kent, then Monsters, then Kayla, then Lauren, then James.
Let's get this fast and over with.
I'm not last. I'm not last.
All right, Lauren, you gotta bring out your A game. Kill all them baddies in
Run
one
away!
shot.
All right.
If it
Jason, what are you doing?
chases you, I'm gonna let it.
Oh, go back to the logging camp.
Jason,
Bye.
Norland ran
I'm
away.
going to
Oh, well.
try and use.
Bye, Norland.
She hops on the
are they
horse and
within
just
15 feet?
the wagon's just
No,
going.
30 feet out. The alarm just went off. They're 30 feet away from everyone.
Let's choose what I was gonna do. But I can see him from where
Yes,
we're at.
you have line, everyone has line of sight.
Up here.
Uh, I think I'll try and use Eldritch Blast
Okay.
on the What'd you say? Number 9 was the big guy?
Yeah, number 9 is the big guy.
Can we metagame?
Why? What?
Because he has something that is very helpful if he hits
Yes.
Jace. And it is something that his bolts are in.
Well, he's using Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I love metagame.
Go ahead.
I'm not kinda good.
Roll your attack.
It's on him how he plays his character. It's on all of us how we play our character. If we don't do something we should have,
Tough taffy.
it's happened to you, it's happened to
It's
me,
true.
it's happened to her.
I cannot read
Or
signals
that
to save
piece.
my life, and you guys are like,
Said,
After,
I have mixed feelings about Will Smith being the genius.
I mean,
My childhood died with Robin Williams.
That's fine,
I'll
because it's only 8.
Yeah, I know. I've been
pull
quiet
out
years
my
He's still- he's still
button
playing.
down crossbow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's more or less just
Alright.
how well it gets played
And
out.
try and load in one
I
of
mean,
the
it's always gonna be hit and
special.
miss. It's a live
Sure.
action.
Alright,
It's,
you're
it's
loaded.
technically
You're
for the
good.
newer generation.
Okay, so I
generation
have
anyways.
a question, and depending on your answer, we'll determine which
Okay.
way I do this. Since technically I never unloaded the crossbow,
Mhm.
okay, still has the poison bolt in it and everything. Can I jump into the wagon, set down the crossbow, pull the longbow out with a sleeping arrow?
Yes.
Movement.
I've got
You're
plenty of
here.
movement. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that'll take up like half your movement
Alright.
speed.
Second question: after I shoot with that arrow, hit, miss, whatever, can I switch to the bolt since it's already
You
loaded?
can pick up a weapon that's on the ground.
Like
Okay.
a 5 foot like mine.
Roll an acrobatics check, climb into the wagon. Short
Trips.
of 1,
Bow.
you're fine.
Face first.
Let me roll that again. It landed into my hand.
Oh.
I really wanted you to reroll. If it's not a 1, you
Okay.
hop into the wagon. No
So I
problem.
hop into the wagon, I set down the crossbow, pull the bow out, I aim straight for that dire wolf with a sleeping arrow, and
In the
The big
middle.
one.
yes.
Okay.
Big guy.
What's the con save?
It is 14.
Yeah, he makes it
Okay.
with a 19 roll.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Right, well, I know you got to let me try to roll a hit first before you tell me you made the save.
Okay.
Or something that may or may not have actually hit
You know
him.
what sucks
makes the
about
save
me
regardless.
fighting birds is
23.
Yeah.
It's me in archery. Of course I'm going
What's
to
your
hit.
damage?
Huh?
How much damage? His arrow still hits.
Yeah. It's 2 points of damage.
Did you add your dex modifier?
I did not. Thank you. That's 7 points of damage.
You're welcome.
I keep forgetting that you can add. You didn't used to add dex modifiers to damage.
Yeah, I
so
know.
it throws
They
me off.
they made it to balance it out because in
Right.
theory you're
So-
using your
You pull it up, arrow hits it and punches off of its. It flinches, but the arrow didn't even stick into the pelt.
Still damaged it, but it didn't
Yeah,
stick.
you saw it flinch, but the arrow didn't stick inside of it.
Depending on how this crossbow goes, I may have to pull out Big Bubba. All right, so second hit. And that's the poison dart. So 22 to hit.
Hits. DC for the poison.
15 con.
He makes the save.
Okay.
What's your
So
damage?
The crossbow. Crossbow does 7. The poison. So 76. 7 times 4 is
28.
28, so 14 points damage from the poison.
That's not supposed to be that one. Total damage, or I'm sorry. Okay,
Was
19
7
altogether.
14. Got it.
No, it's not right. That's 21. Sorry. Rip the dirt.
and that is my turn.
So same thing. Arrow punches. It sticks and then drops out. So it got through the skin, and so you can see it biting at the wound. Poison set in a little, but the arrow still didn't stick in. Really tough hide on this guy.
Yeah.
I immediately
Maybe we
I
should burn
immediately
him.
Scream out, pelt!
I'm not even paying attention at this point.
Oh yeah, no, that's fresh in my.
Sacred flame.
strike it.
I do.
Just
Oh, you
kidding.
gotta be kidding.
Oh, I'm
I
not.
didn't see those guys back there.
Said you saw everything.
No, I'm saying I
Oh, he
physically
physically
did not.
didn't see
I
them.
thought there was only 6, 3 on one side, 3 on the other.
No,
There
he
are
got-
only 6.
There's
I took 3 more off the board.
there were 9,
There were 9,
and he took 3 away.
but that was
so now
supposed to be a
there's 6.
7-person.
Before, when I didn't know there were 9, I thought there was only 6. So when I saw you pull
Oh.
3 away,
You
I
thought there
thought
were
there was
only
only 3.
You wrong, sucker.
I did not. If I had known those 3 were back there, I would not have.
Does
jumped
anybody
away.
get an attack of
Okay.
opportunity?
What they moved into. All right, so this one misses, even at advantage. That one probably gonna hit with a 19.
Yep.
A whole lot of damage, so don't worry too much.
Is this a melee attack technically?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to die to reduce the damage by the number of the roll plus dexterity modifier.
Who's this?
D8 plus Dex.
Yep.
That's Jason.
So how much
Shot
damage?
Alpha with Eldritch.
How much damage did he do?
Roll your superiority die. I'll tell you what the end result damage is.
I'll be right back. I just gotta go tingle.
13.
Okay, so he bites your leg, but doesn't actually pierce skin. Grabs the short trousers, shaking it, but he's jerking really, really hard. I need you to make a strength saving throw. Yeah. Take 0 damage, but make a strength saving throw.
12.
You fall prone. So while he didn't bite your leg, he's able to yank you off your feet.
Doesn't technically, what did you use?
I
Wouldn't it be-
used parry.
So
Reduces
technically,
the
the
damage.
attack wouldn't even happen.
It reduces the damage. It does
Which
not
means-
negate the attack.
It basically he moves out of the way of the attack. That's the
Parrying
concept
doesn't
of a
mean
parry.
get out of the way. That's dodge. Parry is you're hitting sword to sword, or in this case, kicking mouth. He's not avoiding contact. It's still contact.
precision.
Still,
The attack was successful. He simply negated the damage. On a successful attack, he has to make a DC saving throw or be knocked prone.
So wouldn't it be?
So the
his
concept that I'm
acrobatics?
going with is, it's strength saving throw as written. You
Okay.
grab the pant leg, so there's no damage, but he's able to pull the pant leg and sweep
yeah,
his legs
but
out.
Okay.
the concept though of parry is to
Sure, he
negate
hit.
the attack.
Negate the damage of the attack.
No, that's when you parry, you negate. So he's negating the damage that he would take, which means in theory the attack.
It does not say the attack misses. It simply says that the damage is not done. Correct?
The exact wording for parry. When another creature damages you with a melee attack, you can use a reaction to expend 1 superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on the superiority die plus your dexterity modifier.
Does it go on to say what happens if you reduce it to 0?
No, that's all it says.
Okay. So rules as written, rules as interpreted is the attack still hits.
Hey, this is
I,
what
I know. I know.
Don't look
This
at
is
me.
sweeping declaration.
I mean,
Attack
I
still
could see that
hits.
happening. He still basically
He takes
made
no damage.
contact, but he just didn't get skin.
So it went
So
for his
he just
leg.
tripped
He
you.
pulled it up and kicked.
It's more of what the intent of parry is. The parry is to avoid an attack.
It's to reduce the damage. If it's to avoid an attack, that's like uncanny dodge or dodge, where you actually don't get
That's
hit.
fine. I'm just it's
Makes
then they
sense to
shouldn't
me.
call it parry.
So think of what a real parry in sword fighting though is.
You deflect the sword and it doesn't hit you.
No, but it still exhausts you.
I'm not saying that it
Still-
doesn't.
still
I'm not
contact.
saying that it doesn't exhaust you, but you don't take the hit.
Well, boys,
Okay, so-
let's take a breath.
Hold on. Let's put it into if it were melee combat stuff. So I have a pole arm. You have like a halberd, right?
Mhm.
You sweep for my leg. I hit the pole arm down, and it stops the blade from touching my leg. I'm taking no damage, but it pushes the pole arm into my leg, and I fall down and I'm swept.
Then you're not. You didn't technically
I
parry.
parried the blade. I absolutely did. The blade never made contact with my body. It was indeed parried by definition, but the force of the blow carried through and knocked me prone. It's essentially what's happening here, except for
It
it's a
makes
dog biting your
sense
leg.
to me.
It's a dog biting your leg. So you are prone. Second attack actually might not hit. What's your AC?
18.
Does not hit. Amazingly. So you're on the ground and you're dodging and ducking as you're trying to scratch and
I learned
bite at
quite a
your
bit
face.
from Shadow before he died.
All right. Jason, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, that one's gonna hit.
No. I use a
Um,
reaction and
okay.
use my shield. You get a disadvantage on that hit.
So now it's just a normal roll. I will re-roll. And it's a miss.
It's my permanent.
That's my only
notes.
time I can do that.
Yeah, all I got.
Until
was
my
a
next-
message, nothing
And
until
then
the
the
else.
next
second attack is a miss.
So this guy missed and this guy missed.
Still
Alpha's
trying to send it
attacking
for
now.
some reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I should have saved it for the alpha. Oh well. It was the first reaction that came to play. I'll play it.
Yeah,
at
I have a text file I'm trying to send to you. It's just taking up here some time to get to it.
Gotcha.
Amazingly, Alpha misses.
Who?
Thank God.
You.
No, Alpha one for you.
Even
All right.
though I hit
So
it.
the Alpha misses. So,
I hit him too.
so Jason's like dodging everything. One of them, Mort, throws his shield in and blocks the attack. And Alpha sets back, snarls.
Oh, crap basket.
All of you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution?
Oh my God. I think I made it. 19.
21.
Thank you, Jesus.
Since mine jumped out, can you re-roll it since it didn't stay in my thing?
What? What'd you roll?
Okay.
I'll let you re-roll it, but keep it in the thing.
Since I was on the toilet, where is the alpha and
Six.
where am I?
This is Alpha.
22.
You are here.
You're ground.
So I'm like right by him.
Wait, how'd you use your shield thing if you're over here?
I thought I was that guy.
That's
That's
definitely
me.
not you. That's
All
been
right,
you the
then
whole
never
thing.
mind. I'm sorry. I thought I was right next to him. Take it back. Retcon.
No, I'll allow
I'm
it.
sorry. I was trying to look at
He
everybody,
Captain America
and I
it.
thought it was a fancy looking character, and I was like, oh, look,
14.
that's me.
What was your roll?
17 plus 5, 22.
You two are now frightened for
Am I?
1 round.
Son of a beehive.
Can I get frightened?
Those are the other
It's not magical.
competitors.
Oh yeah.
She was the one who won. So
Right.
it was first.
You have
second,
disadvantage
third,
on ability check and
twice.
attack roll.
And he was
from
the one
only the
fighting
source.
Masters.
So I'm only scared of the alpha.
You can't
So-
move closer to the Alpha.
So I can attack the other things. I just can't.
That's
attack
good
the
because
alpha.
I'm not getting closer to him anyways. I'm moving
Absolutely.
away.
All right, Jason. For the attack that did hit you, though, 8 points piercing damage. You need to make a strength saving throw.
I saw you made that your face off.
This wasn't a charm spell, right? Charm is
It was either
completely
that
different.
one or this
No,
one
it's
with
not.
me and Dean.
Yeah, because I like the one with
you.
you.
I did too.
25 strength.
So,
And you said it was 8.
yeah, so that was finished. Yes, 8 points of damage. So that was finishing
Consider
out.
Using,
That was finishing
that
out the
one.
attack that did hit. The howl.
consider doing that one,
After
but
the howl, all of the other die rolls answer the howl. It's essentially an action surge for the die roll.
Okay.
The one attacking you is going to hit for 12 points of piercing damage.
Hmm.
Roll a strength saving throw.
Son of a beehive.
Just use this once, so don't worry. But it's an alpha and it makes sense.
So if I'm scared of the alpha, I technically can't move here
You can't
because that's
move-
closer.
You can't move any
16,
closer.
But I can move over here.
You are now prone.
But can I jump here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can move away from the alpha,
Okay.
absolutely. Second one's attacking. Oh my goodness, he misses.
Haha.
Who?
These
One
are
and
dumb
seven.
The
wolves.
second one misses you.
And then 17, does that hit you?
Nope.
Jeez.
I'm starting to get like adrenaline and anxiety right now. I'm sorry. like we're gonna die.
They're
And what,
wolves.
and what are we gonna loot? Maybe some
Alright.
pelts.
I'm gonna
Three of
lose
them
your
attacking you
body.
again.
Maybe we can fashion a couple and sew them together and make
18 hits,
make a
right?
large pelt to
Okay,
keep
so
us
one of them's
warm.
hitting you. 5 points of
I'm gonna
piercing
loot your
damage.
body.
Got it.
Make a strength
Right
saving
after
throw.
I put the lotion on the skin.
Say 21.
Yeah, definitely hit it.
Put lotion on it.
Second one misses.
Lotion on it and I'm gonna loot
Third
it.
one,
Yeah.
Put the lotion on it.
that one's gonna hit.
Puts the lotion. I'm
The
getting
little
ready to
convex.
go.
Piercing damage.
I want to be a woman.
Another strength saving throw.
You're killing me, man.
Technically, he is.
Hang on, I'm coming.
7.
You are now prone.
He's already.
I was already
Dirty
prone.
Oh, you're already prone.
You knocked me prone the first time they attacked.
Okay. Next up is.
Me. Alright, so,
What you do?
well, I'm scared of him, so I want to get up here.
Yeah. So after this round, you're not scared of him anymore.
Oh, after this round. Okay.
So that wolf's now flanked.
Can I heat up your pizza?
Wreck him.
I
It should have
will.
been heated up.
I'm gonna wreck.
No, it's because
Alright.
they dinked around and didn't eat it when they were supposed to.
Oh,
Go.
so
Go.
I'm gonna take my sword and attack
Advantage.
that one.
You're flanking.
Wait, he's prone.
Doesn't matter. He's still flanking.
Okay, so
I'm still not just.
Hit.
19.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
So,
5.
oh, and this is poison, by the way. So you need to do a con of 15.
Yeah, nope.
Okay, so first the sword damage is
Potentially wreck this guy.
5 with the sword damage, then
Good lord.
10,
These are
21,
Yes.
22,
Okay, I need one more,
24 poison damage.
Jeez. How much was the sword damage?
I
5,
need one
so
more.
27.
You need 5
I
D10.
need 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll percentage dice.
Let's see your dice.
Nope, actually it's D20. Okay, so he doesn't die outright.
Is he
That's a D10.
unconscious?
Oh, alright, well, fine.
No, but he's severely
Yeah,
hurt.
that's a
He
D10.
falls prone.
One of
from
them
the
has
onrush of the
numbers in case you
poison.
don't like a
Okay,
percentage.
can I
That would
technically
be
move
in
over here and
tens.
flank this one
Yeah,
too?
absolutely.
Alright,
Makes
and then I'm
sense.
gonna sheath,
Just trying
pull out
to-
my other sword.
You'd have to stand up here, so
Trying to
give me
play
like
by the
an
rules.
acrobatics check.
That is by the
Well, I don't
rules.
want to do that then. Well,
Well,
yeah,
I guess I'm sorry.
10, 6, 5, 3,
12
9.
plus 6.
18 hits.
18?
Yep.
Okay, so do another con save.
Nope.
He misses.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 points from the sword
Four.
and
Oh dear God.
More damage than what was done before.
10,
Looks like.
25 points of poison damage. So 31 points of damage to that guy.
Are they
He
dead?
drops dead.
Which one? The alpha?
No,
No.
number 4.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
One of them
Where
is
the skulls
attacking
be at?
me.
There's one. Here's my other
Yeah, I've not
ones.
created any little bases for
There's
him.
my
That's
other
okay.
ones.
40
Okay,
dead.
action surge.
So you plunge through and pull out from its haunch, and it drops, and it's starts foaming, and
So,
just bloody
Action,
froth comes
action
from its mouth.
surge. Can I
Gross.
It has
attack
rabies.
that one since he's dead? Can I like straddle him or something?
You can stand on the edge and strike downward. You're at advantage flanking, but I
Okay.
need an acrobatics check first.
Okay, advantage no. Acrobatics.
Shy of a 1, you're fine.
9.
Okay, you're good.
Okay, so attacking that one. This is also she's pulling out the new sword.
Yep.
And 12 plus 6.
It's
Okay.
does not pass the con save.
Okay, so sword damage is 7.
Good lord.
You're the one that gave him the poisons.
Mork is murder boarding.
20,
It's dead
25,
again.
28.
And how much was your sword strike?
7.
Seven.
So that more damage than the last one.
35. You're within 2 points of an insta kill just from damage. And he fails the death saving throw. He's dead too. And quickly, this encounter is no longer a hard encounter.
No.
So all 3 of them are dead.
Nope,
No,
2 of them are.
2 of them are dead. The one right here is severely injured.
And
So
it's-
basically,
and
you
it's
just
prone.
need
My
to
turn, right?
stab
Yes.
it and it's dead.
So I know that I'm not getting near that dude. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Daddy, do you have scrap board?
He's technically in that square.
Mhm.
So straight line just outside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, can I use
Intelligence
this?
saving throw.
Okay.
Daddy.
Tell you what, they're probably not going to make it, but
Yes.
I rolled decent. What's your intel?
I wanna
Oh, a
16.
-4.
Can I
So
cut
that's.
They gotta make it 16.
Oh, yeah. Well, they rolled a 16 until that -4
So no.
modifier comes in. That's rough.
So standing up from being
44
prone is
points.
higher movement.
So all 3 of them.
Standing up from prone is not your entire movement.
44 points for.
Prone
Oh,
creatures
come
only have the
on.
options to crawl unless it stands up and thereby ends the condition.
It ends the condition, not your movement. It takes half your movement speed to stand up.
Okay.
That's it. It's not 3-5 where whoop, well, there's your movement.
Yep.
Unless you have kip up. How much?
44 psychic.
You. Okay.
So
that
all 3 of
was-
them.
All right. So that was 2. Okay. So the 2 that are not alpha drop dead. And alpha.
6 psionic points.
Horn's like, I guess I don't need to run away.
No, I get to do my cool thing that I was going to do.
I'm assuming the tent isn't actually there.
No.
Oh, they're little skulls.
Rose,
What?
have you already went though?
No. I've been waiting for my turn this whole time.
We skipped Lauren. She's supposed to go before you.
You
Lauren, your
turn.
turn.
Me?
No,
Him.
Oh.
Because I asked him like my turn, and he's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Okay."
thought
Okay.
it was. Forgot.
I can't reach the alpha
Yeah,
from
you
here,
can.
can I?
You are.
you are
you
you
are
are
right
5 feet
there.
away.
Okay. I reach in with both hands and hit him with an inflict wounds.
You.
So
Is there a save for that? Or do you
13,
just get it
It's
do
a,
it?
probably a touch
14. That's a touch attack.
And you
So
gotta
you
roll
have
your
to
attack.
roll.
Roll a d20.
Come on, buddy. Yeah. I think I hit him.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
What's your spell based off of?
I don't know.
That's an 18 by itself.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you hit.
yeah, 14 points of damage.
14.
Yeah.
That's magical, right? Yours was psychic.
Yes.
Weapon based, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
It's
So he should take all of mine.
necrotic
Good.
damage.
Okay, so he drops. He is prone and very severely, horribly hurt.
I wanted to kill him.
Well, you dropped it.
And then he dies. Takes a
I killed him. The pelt is mine.
I
Okay.
almost took down 3 in one shot. so-
Jason, your turn.
You can have their pelts.
You already have a pelt, so unless you give me the bear pelt, you can't have the wolf.
You're
pelt.
prone.
I want-
Technically, I killed the bear.
You can have
You
the
need to
bear.
stand
I
up.
want
You
the
have
wolf
no line
pelt.
of sight with any
Alright.
creature.
You're gonna need probably 3 of them to make a decent cloak.
And that's if he succeeds in skinning at least 3.
Dire wolves are large creatures.
So
Well,
you
these are
only need
dire
one?
wolves.
Yes.
So
How
we only
close
need
is?
one?
I'm assuming
Dude,
I have one
winter
left.
wolves. Why didn't you just say
Yeah,
something?
there's one left.
Dude, I need a couple.
Here, hang on.
I already made a couple dead things.
It doesn't fit in the cart. That would have been good for Alpha though.
Two
I
dead
have these,
Well, I technically can't do it
and then I've got those.
In
but those are regular
person.
wolves.
I've actually
But
done something
what I'm
really
going
good,
to do-
and the adrenaline is making my face red.
see if this will work.
I'm like embarrassed.
That's okay. If I get overheated,
Is
I
I
start
will
to get
try
really
and
red,
do
and then it won't go
Thunder
away
Wave.
for like
You
hours.
don't have line of sight to the
Well,
wolf.
I've been kind
The
of
edges of the wagon
From
are-
self
and then my
15
adrenaline got shut up
cube.
because I was like,
Okay,
doing
well,
these things.
Go ahead. Thunder
Yeah.
Wave.
And then now I'm like, oh,
You're
I
good.
did something
I know.
amazing.
He does it.
All right. Go
He
ahead.
does it.
Dang it.
He's not gonna like the consequences.
There's not an action roll for you. It's a save on everyone else. So you need to make a save.
I failed.
What?
You need to make a save.
What?
He
say
cast a
what,
spell.
Okay, what save? What am I
What
saving?
is the save?
Con, wisdom, intelligence.
No, he makes a save too. Okay. It is a Constitution saving throw.
What's do I need to roll?
Do I need to roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes it
I'm the only one that's outside of range.
What is your DC save?
12.
Nope.
Do I need to make a roll?
I got 11.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we're there.
And you're still prone, yeah?
Yeah.
17.
You make it.
Okay.
It was supposed to be
You don't
12.
have disadvantage on anything, Kent. You're good.
Okay, so
Wait.
how badly did you hurt me?
Roll 2d8, Jace.
Are you kidding me? Are
Bruh.
you kidding me?
Jason, roll 2d8.
This is gonna kill me. What kind of
Force damage.
Okay.
It's magical.
Okay. Yes, but it's not that.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm not going to die from it. Even if you rolled max damage, I'll still be alive.
Well, I'm gonna get chucked off the wagon.
Did you get
2 ones.
How?
He rolled two ones.
Jinx.
everyone takes 2 points of damage.
Everyone.
Not her. She made it.
You take half that. You take 1
One.
point of damage.
Ow.
And so
I'm
does
just.
Direwolf.
All right. Do I get?
And we get knocked back
Unbalanced.
if
Bruh.
you fail.
Oh, I just got knocked
many-
to the opposite
how
side
many
of the
feet?
wagon.
Ah,
Unless you're going to tell me
you
I
take
got thrown out
additional
of the wagon.
damage from slamming into the
No, that's
wagon.
part of the damage. Like unless you.
Okay, so I slid 5 feet to the opposite side. of
And
the
you're all
wagon.
pushed 10 feet.
All right.
So
how
what
much
about me?
damage
I'm in
do
the
I
wrong
get
You
for
get-
falling off the wagon?
He's.
Acrobatic save.
I would say you are fine because you're in the wagon.
Wait, you weren't within the 15 feet. You're fine. You
Oh,
don't take any damage or anything.
oh, I thought you said
I
everybody.
was. I moved myself.
That's why I wondered if I was, because
You are.
do I just get slid to the opposite side of the wagon?
pretty much.
Actually,
You might get flown into the dead one. So
acrobatic save.
acrobatics.
You're gonna die.
Acrobatic save.
Oh,
Roll really well.
You
20.
you pull a shadow move and somehow
20,
figure a way to
17,
hang onto
that's
the boards as you're going over, so you're like this.
17.
Okay. You wedge yourself into the corner, just like James said.
You pulled a shadow.
Again, I trained with Shadow.
yes, you did.
Okay, unfortunately for you, the dire wolf had similar ideas and pressed itself up against the sides, and you were now staring face to face with the dire wolf.
Oh no.
That is hurting really bad, mind you.
Oh, I'm going to say this out of game. This wagon might blow up.
Okay, your turn.
Awesome.
If I'm right there with him, I let go, so I fall to the ground, which
It's only like
a
2
foot.
Yeah, it's 3-4 feet.
I put my hand right under him, firebolt.
Oh!
Okay.
At your turn.
I don't
It
think
is
this
my
thing is
turn.
gonna survive this journey.
So make your
So
attack
I
roll.
rolled a hit.
Oh
right?
no.
Fire bolt, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it's an attack.
It's the strongest,
Well, it's range too.
Okay.
but it's a spell.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It's still
So
range.
you're casting at disadvantage because you're within melee.
Oh, so that applies to spells. and
Yes.
written-
Yep.
Okay.
Anything range based automatically gets that tag.
You could honestly just take your arrow and stab it with your poison arrow, and it might die.
Go ahead.
Can I do that?
Try it. Do
What?
it.
He's
Stab it
hurting.
with a poison arrow?
Yeah.
It'd be
Improvised weapon.
improvised weapon attack.
You're gonna have to explain it to me.
You
With additions
don't get
different.
to add your proficiency modifier to it. You're adding your strength modifier to your attack because it doesn't have finesse. And you roll a max of a D4 damage.
But if it poisons, that's D6.
But it can still be a poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're pulling it out of the quiver that has the poison stuff.
Because I don't have enough room to swing a sword or an axe or anything under here. And
No.
I can't shoot an arrow or anything from under here.
Just like the one I made.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
wasn't
yeah, I
too
do that. I take a
You do that
poison.
instead of the
You just
firebolt?
need it
I
just
do-
where
yeah,
it fits.
poison
bad.
bolt.
It just stays.
Roll an attack. No
I mean, I
proficiency
think-
modifier. Strength modifier only.
20.
Hits.
17.
Con of 15.
Okay, so you said a D4 damage.
D4 damage.
Okay, so it takes 2 points from the stab, and it needs to make a
DC 15.
Yeah.
Con save.
15
Yes.
Yep.
makes it 19.
So he gets half poison. It's 76.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 35 divided by 2.
15, 17?
Well,
Yeah.
it's rounded down, so
17.
17.
Ah.
Starts foaming. Bloody foam. Makes it
Plop.
green. Falls down. Yeah.
At that point, I start to scoot back.
You mean out?
Yeah, out the back. I'm on the ground, right? There's nothing covering the back of it, right?
No, there's not, but crawling over large creatures that are dead in a heap
There's
is
still
pretty difficult. You were trapped in the corner, dude. There are 3 dead dire wolves.
How
piled up
did
right
the
in front
ones
of you.
that were dead not get chucked out as
The
the
wagon
thing flipped?
flipped.
Flipped
Wagon
over.
flipped.
It's,
She
it's
got
For the
momentum.
same reason why
She got
I
thrown
didn't
I
because she
was-
was standing on
I
it.
was on the edge of it. Okay, think of the momentum, the force. They're
It's like flipping
on
a
there,
pancake.
and you just like
Oh yeah, but
Quick.
then,
Okay, well, then at this point, I'm
They're in.
yelling, get me out of here!
You guys aren't in initiative anymore.
We rushed over to help flip the wagon.
With my wand still drawn, I walk over to him. You ever do that again, I will kill you.
He's still prone. He never stood up.
So you're looking
I
down.
assume he's stuck because it's going to take me a little
Point
bit
the
to get over
wagon
there.
threateningly
all
at
right,
him.
I use my strength to try to lift the wagon.
We need Krala.
And then I walk away.
I rolled a
I
nat
was
20 on
trying
that.
to
Can I, with a 22,
get rid of the last one. I didn't know that the thing was going
lift
to
up the
flip.
wagon?
No, you're not Master Chief. This is not a warthog. You're not flipping that wagon.
Not flipping, but lifting
Falcon.
it
Yeah,
with
you-
a 20.
You
What I
could
would've
lift it
said
and
was,
jump maybe like
I was trying to
3
get
inches.
the
So I'm
last one
counting
I-
before I can get.
And I'm trying
Me.
to lift.
Hold
that
Help me
was
push.
here. I just didn't
And
know that the
Okay,
cart was
Do
going
I
to
have
flip.
enough room to?
Learn your magic better. Like
I didn't know it was
said,
going to be that strong to flip the cart.
Said
your
any object not
magic
secured
is
or
an
worn.
AoE blast. You hit me. Do it again. We will have fight. Plain and simple.
Ooh.
And I walk away.
Help me, Lip. Help me, guys.
I'm coming.
Squabble later.
Okay, so I'm trying to kick one of the wolves towards the edge.
No, I don't walk to the cart.
Just roll.
Like I am. My character is irked right now.
Okay.
He goes
we
and
got
forages for food for himself.
it. Okay, we got the gist.
I go over and help with the cart.
You was pissed.
Do you have a white one of those?
A white one.
You forged by
I have
Give
an
me
yourself.
iron one. I
spray
have this
paint.
one. I have that.
I would totally just
Cart.
bah at it at this exact moment. That's fine, but I'm not going to go out without a fight.
Who's helping the cart?
Me.
Me.
I rolled a 22.
I can't help lift it because that would defeat the purpose of me getting out from under it.
No, you could. You could crawl to the edge and help push as they're pushing.
Okay, hold on.
25
We're in a forest,
strength.
right?
Yeah.
There's tree branches over us, right?
Yeah.
Who's got a piece of rope?
Me.
Me,
Give me a piece of rope.
I'm stuck
Are
under
you
the
that
wagon.
smart? I
She did
throw
lift
her
it
my
like
rope.
3 inches up. You could slide the rope under.
Yeah.
Your packs were
I
all in
have
there.
a rope.
Give me the
You
rope.
have a rope.
I
Okay,
tie-
so lift it up. I'll slide the rope out.
Okay, so I tie a rope to the axle and I throw it up over a nice sturdy tree branch.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
And we pull.
I rolled a 25.
Not gonna make you guys roll for it. You're fine.
So,
After some heaving and hoeing.
Do we get it upright?
there we go.
So now that the wagon's flipped back over,
All right, I want my bear cloak.
I get up.
I hand you the bear pelt.
How did that happen? No, yeah, I heard you.
You
I'm
didn't know
under
who-
a wagon. I have no idea. You could have been yelling at a wolf.
Okay.
If you ever cast that spell again, yes, wolf, bad wolf.
Bad Wolfie.
Don't cast spells.
Okay, so is there a description that explains how chaotic neutral characters character would act?
Yes,
Okay,
there is.
I need to read that because that may determine the next thing I do. Where's that at?
So just so you
Oh,
guys,
boy.
perception check on the 3 of you who helped flip the wagon.
Perception
boy.
on, like me, I have to roll it.
Oh
Yes,
no.
roll perception check.
I don't know
16,
this.
17, 18.
I barely even noticed we didn't manage to flip the wagon.
21.
You two notice that 2 of the wheels are broken, 1 of the axles is snapped, and half of the siding is off.
All right, let's ditch the wagon.
Here, I'm
We
gonna
could-
send
We
this
could
to
still
you.
make a 2-wheeled cart.
I don't
is it?
think I can patch this.
If it's here in the book, I'd rather just
We
read
can
it
make
in the
A
book.
2-wheeled cart.
Yeah.
Go
It is
go
somewhere.
for it.
Oh,
if
it's in there.
if you can do that, by
I
all
just don't know
means,
where.
try to make this a 2-wheeled
it
cart.
would
I
be
no,
under-
She's
I
gonna try to make this a 2-wheeled
I mean,
cart.
like, scrap it and cobble together a 2-wheeled cart to at
Personality
least haul our
backgrounds.
supplies.
I don't know about you, but this can't do that.
Lawful good. Or wait, no.
I
what do
can
you
pick
get?
flowers.
Neutral.
I can make fragrances.
Creatures follow their wings, holding their
Were you
personal,
still here when
personal
I did
freedom
that?
above
No!
all else.
I
Many
messed up
barbarians in
fragrance and I-
robes and some bars.
Fragrance.
Fragrance. So now my character has
That's
to
what
say
that
that the whole
says.
time.
Melon!
That's why I don't
We
read
go
one book.
together.
I use 10 commandment type things for.
Okay,
She
then yeah,
wants
go ahead.
to
Send me
generate
that.
this
It's a
into
little bit of a
cart.
read.
I don't have the craft to do that, but
Intelligence check.
I would like to help her.
3 successful DC checks.
I rolled a
need
nat
a-
20 to help
You
her.
need a 17. You're at advantage because you
Do-
rolled a 20.
Wait, start over.
You need to roll.
Like I said, it's a little bit
you
of a
need to
read,
get
but
3
it's good
successful
information.
intelligence checks with a
This is
DC
all for
17.
chaotic neutral.
Mm-hmm. That's why I
Well,
said I love it.
Never mind.
It gives
You
a
get an
nice
advantage.
fail.
You get it.
Full,
No, you
it's
get
your
an
advantage.
advantage.
That's
That's
not
not
a little read.
I rolled
I'm
3!
still scrolling.
So roll another one. It might actually make
Okay,
it.
you gotta take into consideration your phone versus my screen.
What's your intelligence modifier?
Yeah, I know.
That is
What-
not
what your
a
intelligence modifier
small read. I'm not even
Okay,
to the
so you
numbers
need to
yet.
get a 16. So that's one
just
fail.
put
Can
it
you
into
So
send me a
10 to
copy
fail.
of
roll
that?
again.
another fail.
Token?
No,
No,
that's
You're
one
rolling at
fail.
advantage. You're rolling 2d20s and taking the highest.
So
Oh.
take your 2 dice together
There
and
you go.
roll them again.
You have it coming your way.
And what's your highest?
On Facebook?
Oh, I just rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Okay, so
so
there's
you'll have
one-
it
one fail, one
Still
success.
have it. When
You want to get home? Yeah.
What's your highest?
16.
That's a success.
Okay.
Roll
You need
again.
one more success before you get
Which
2
is
more fails.
which is one of those things
Oh,
where
okay.
honestly I feel more people should
14.
read this
That's a
because
fail.
there
Roll one more
is
time.
very good information.
Come on, buddy. Oh.
What'd you roll? 13. All right, so you failed. So we weren't able to save the cart.
And you
Not a big
damage the
deal.
rest of the salvageable parts.
Oh, come on, buddy.
That's,
I'm
I
assuming
mean, it is what
what I
it is.
do
We
is
have the
gonna
horse.
happen before
He
they
can
try to
carry
work
our
on this.
stuff.
Sure.
It's not a big deal.
I walk over,
We
take
just
the blunt end
have
of
to
a
walk.
sword, and clock him square in the head.
All right. Roll your damage. You're rolling full sword damage. You're simply choosing to make it non-lethal
It's
if
still
in the event you drop it
technically
to 0. Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely an attack.
So I rolled a hit.
But you just walked over and hit him. Yeah. You're rolling an attack to hit.
Well, you said roll damage. I'm just
Oh, I'm sorry.
clarifying.
Roll your attack.
Okay, before
I'm
we
doing
move
my job
on,
as a rule
we
warrior.
need Brig to make up 2
Thank y'all.
coats for
Okay,
you
so that's a
guys.
21.
Okay. You hit. Roll your damage.
One, two, three, four,
And that's going to be max damage. So
We have 7 little
that's
dead things.
11 points.
You take 11 points of damage.
You ever do that again?
It's bludgeoning, by the way.
I thought it was subdual.
There's no such thing as subdual in 5e.
It's only if you knock them down.
When you deal a blow that takes him to 0, you choose whether it was lethal or non-lethal.
Okay.
Like I told the other guy, I didn't know it was going to be that strong to knock the freaking cart over. I was trying to take care of the ones that were
I
I'm
won't
more
go. Hold
trapped
on, everybody.
under a
hold
wagon.
on.
with a wolf. A living, dire wolf.
Like I said, I
Right
didn't.
there in the face.
Like I said, I didn't know that
I
it
know
was
you
going to be
didn't know.
powerful
You
enough
guys,
to
we
flip the
live
thing,
and learn
or I
and
would
then
have
get loves.
used something else.
Thanks, Mom.
Guys, chill. We're alive.
Hey.
I have a dire wolf cloak coming to me.
Hey, can you skin a couple of these cloaks for me, bud? Bring,
Make us cloaks, please.
hey,
I don't
He's
make clothes.
upset.
I skin.
just skin it, please.
Okay, so you no longer have a cart, which means everyone is actively walking all the time you're traveling.
Yep, but I've got boots of fatigue. Of no fatigue.
Oh my.
Okay, so how much of the wagon is still decently?
None.
None of it.
No, I know it's
No,
broken.
there's nothing.
Yeah, it's just.
It's
Because of
it's
her.
gone. It's,
Yeah, we
she
tried
tried
to
to make
salvage
a
it, we
two-wheeled
just-
cart, and
yeah.
we've lost the
Okay, then
material.
in that case, I'm gonna try this a little different. I take pieces of wood that seem like they're more than a foot in size from the boards,
Okay.
stack them until they're about waist level, and then find a makeshift table basically to try to
Okay.
skin these things.
Sure, it'll take you an hour.
All right.
Survival check, get higher than a 5 on your roll.
I do that thing with my bear cloak that I told you about.
Why not?
Huh?
I don't remember what you told me about.
With that stuff.
With that being said, out of game, my character's
That
cat
made me
neutral, so
bad.
that would be something he would do as a reaction to
you
something
said-
like
Okay.
that.
You said
Oh,
Yeah, and
do it.
mine
and
is
find out.
chaotic neutral
So
also.
I do
and
it?
Pouring that.
He
that
wouldn't
fire
really
out.
care.
like I was saying,
I've
hey,
been
I
sure
didn't
and
know
everything.
it was
Yeah,
going to be
we
that
pouring your
powerful to
bile
knock it
Yeah,
over,
it's
or
not my room, right?
would
Yeah, I
have
just
done
put it on.
something
See
else.
what happens.
All
Mine
right.
was for the fact you hit me. I didn't care about the
Do I
cart.
skin all the wolves, or is that just one wolf?
Do 3.
You get the alpha and
2 alphas.
2 others.
Okay. What
And
about?
the alpha's big. The alpha's the bigger than the bear was.
So I need to roll again to get the other ones?
Sure.
No, I do not.
So you get the alpha and 2 others.
So we got an alpha wolf.
The alpha
pelt.
alone is big enough to make a good sized cloak for a medium sized creature. And then the
Me.
2 others, I mean, they're large. Okay, I'm taking it back.
They-
The alpha is large enough for 2 medium
Yeah,
creatures to
easily.
have cloaks, and then each of the other ones, after you lose some for cutting and scraping and accounting for weird shapes of the body, you're able to make one medium sized creature cloak out of each.
Make me boots.
So you're able
So a
to
grand
make 3
total of
cloaks.
4,
He's not gonna make everybody
Okay,
clothes.
I didn't make cloaks.
but they're pelts.
I
Yeah.
skinned them. They're pelts. The dire one can be cut in half. If you wear it right, you can have like 2 of the paws over the shoulder and the rest of it hanging off the back.
The
Well,
alpha
I've got
pelt
the
is
bear.
mine.
So will the bear keep me warm for the rest of the
Because of the
time?
way
Then
the
I don't.
paws
Then I don't
are,
need
you can
a thing unless I ruined this
tie
one.
it so it's over the shoulders.
Have I ruined my bear? All right.
Here's the funny thing. Survival is a wisdom base. I have a +1 in wisdom and I don't have survival.
As a proficient.
as a proficient skill.
Can I study it while he's doing all that to see if anything happens?
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Can I like
Hey, Kent,
experiment?
I have a question out
So,
again.
what-
It's
what-
similar properties.
How would you have taken
the
Out the one in the car if you were outside of it and had
If
something.
somebody were to attack me, is that like
I didn't know there were 3 behind the
So it
cart.
just
My
doesn't-
original
Doesn't
plan
stack.
was to climb into the
Oh,
cart,
okay.
shoot
So-
the alpha,
If you had something,
and then as he got
where
closer,
that was no longer
pull out
for
either the
you,
long
Okay,
sword.
so-
it still would.
No, one of the
So my
short swords or
question
the
is-
axe.
So
Probably
it's
the
not like a
short
bonus
sword
to
first.
my AC.
Jump off the
No,
wagon
it's
onto
resistance.
him and
So if
stab.
somebody were to attack me
Yeah, what I was saying was,
in the back,
Take
how
out
would-
the 3.
how would
and it went
How would you
through, but
have
I lost my
tried to
property,
get
that would have the property to make it
the last one
back? Okay,
in
so
the
anyone who's wearing this
cart,
needs to basically
if you were like
wait.
me outside of the?
I would have gone around back and shot it with an arrow.
Weakness to fire.
It's not that high off the
Resistance to
ground.
non-magical damage. Okay.
I don't have area
Okay,
effect
I'm keeping it.
spells. I have
They don't
single
even know what I'm
target
up to.
roll to hit spells.
This is technically my only.
Are you guys done crafting?
Would it
Okay.
make the wearer
Yeah,
shift?
technically this is my
Because
only
it's an item. It didn't happen to them.
area of
Fire.
effect one, because it's 15 feet cube from
I moved myself.
me out.
All right. So it is now objectively daybreak. You guys now have a horse and no cart. Cart
That's
is
fine.
scrapped. It's daybreak. It's about an hour past daybreak.
Okay.
You're doing all this in the early
How
morning
much
dawn.
how much meat am I able to get off the wolves?
We already still have the bear, so this
We
horse
don't
is gonna
want-
be
we don't want
hauling a
carnivore
lot
meat.
of meat.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
still have
it's
the
not
bear
the
meat.
Oregon Trail on the OG map where you
No,
carry
but
5,000 pounds of
Just
meat.
like when we had
Right.
the pelts, if we have extra food left over, I'm sure
Which of
there's somebody
Yeah,
who'd be
which of the
willing to buy
horses
it.
died?
You could
Mine and one of
you could
yours.
turn a lot of it into
So-
smoked meat.
I can't remember
lighten
which,
the
but I
load.
think it was your favorite.
It'll take a few hours to do
I'm pretty
that.
sure it was your favorite one that died because
Oh,
you
the
were
one
mad
named
at me
after
for a
me?
while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
But
so
hanging
we
them
still have
up
Bob
and letting,
Saget,
like,
at least.
The wind and stuff and the cold.
Hey, what pelt did you
Start
grab? Did you
freezing
grab
it,
part of the
it'll
alpha
cook it.
belt?
It'll
I
help.
got
No,
I
no,
got
no,
full
but
alpha felt.
Meat
I'm
can
just
still
wrapped up in
become
this
jerky just like
big ass
drying it
stuff.
out.
Yeah, but this isn't a
Um,
this whole world. There's very few places that are
Freaking
dry.
Okay, so I take it about 40 feet off the trail to one side and just put that in
Okay,
a pile so if another
what?
animal comes by, they go
Have I
after
seen
that
you
instead
cast
of
fire
us.
yet?
Got it.
Have you seen me cast fire?
Yeah. Have you ever been around fire? Like, have you cast any fire spells?
No.
I
Are you
want to
guys-
take her off to the side and have a chat with her.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Can I just do this here? I don't want to
Okay.
hide it anymore. Okay, so I have the option
This is just between the two of
to
you. right?
help you,
Okay.
and I can apply a, let's call it a salve to your
Sure, that's what it
cloak.
is.
Salve, yeah, salve, whatever. Let's call it that, and I can apply it to your pelt. And as long as you're wearing it, if anybody were to attack you with anything that is non-magical, it won't hurt you as much.
I just
All
On
right,
you.
so like sideways, I kind of take one of those bottles and break the seal and try to hide it from her as I rub it in. Yeah.
Wait a second! Wait a second! Have I made a mistake?
No.
You know of this stuff.
You know of it, but you don't know what it is.
Oh, is this
This is the blue stuff.
this
Yes,
is the blue
the
stuff?
stuff that
But
you're
don't worry,
aware of.
don't worry. But it doesn't affect you.
Yeah,
It
human
It
soul.
doesn't change
Not the
you.
soul, it's the firm essence.
Yes.
Different.
Same freaking thing. I'm crazy.
Not
So I
Is this like
do
the
that.
stuff
Well, at least if
in
it's in
Dark
Constellation
Crystal?
Shadows not here anymore, keep calling it soul.
Okay.
So I do that for you. And so at a game, what's gonna happen is if anybody were to attack you, you take half damage on anything that is
Piercing,
non-magical.
bludgeoning,
Yes.
slashing.
Yes. But if you were to take any magic damage, it's
Still important.
still the
Normal,
same.
unless
normal.
it's fire based.
And
In which
if
case
it's
you take double
fire,
damage.
if you get hit by fire, you get double damage. That's the only downside to
Get
this.
wrecked.
Freak yeah, man.
So that's why I was
Is your
asking if you
character
cast
aware
fire.
of the fact that?
But it doesn't change
No.
your alignment.
No, I'm just saying, is your character themselves aware of your weakness to fire?
Nope. Nobody knows yet.
Okay, stop hanging them up there. Twice now it's hit my computer.
Nobody knows.
Sorry.
Yes, Dad.
This is like the no one touches type thing.
Kent,
No one
if
knows
you had
my
something like
weakness,
this on
and
top,
Deacon has not made
you
anybody
gonna do
roll
that?
perception
build
against
it.
it yet.
His brother built it.
And I don't
Now,
want to do anything to
my
it
thing
that
is,
make
as
it
she's
look
wearing it, does
different
she
than
move
it
the
is.
shadow?
And I like it
Or
just
just
the
the
way it
clothes?
It's
just
not-
the
Yeah, I was
clothes?
just saying.
Well, the cloak's
this you
covering
could
most of
actually
her,
sit them
so
on top
we
and
get
they
some
wouldn't be
shadow.
in the
Okay,
way.
here's the thing, Lauren.
Huh?
As you're wearing this, you will have no
Sex appeal?
No,
You have
You
no
have no
firm
sh- you
essence
have-
in
you
which
have no
to
firm
stop the
essence.
sun's rays.
so you have no shadow, and you will get a disadvantage to all rolls in direct sunlight. So if we're in the forest attacking, you're fine. If we're in a cave, you're fine. But if
there's a clearing.
But if there's a clearing, so we could be in the forest, but we're in a clearing, then you have disadvantage.
On all rolls.
But you could just take off your cloak, just be like, boop, done,
Okay.
and then you get
But
yours
she
back.
doesn't know that she has disadvantage on all rolls. Her character does not.
This is out of game,
Right, but
but her character
just
doesn't
dropping
know.
a cloak, why would you do that?
She
I'm
wouldn't.
telling her that she.
I understand
okay.
Yes, but she wouldn't
She
as a character. Oh, thanks for the cloak. It's lovely.
Oh, I'm about to strike. I should drop my cloak.
It's 30 degrees. Why are you dropping your cloak?
So I can hit successfully.
No.
What?
Meta.
Nope.
So I gotta actually try to. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
Which will take
You'll-
a number of fails before you're able to put that together.
So you have to weigh your pros and cons of do you like it or not. But honestly, we haven't really been out in a clearing all that much.
Nope, you guys,
Once or twice we've been in a
you
clearing.
guys haven't really.
So it's but this is
But
only
whenever I
counts in direct
was-
sunlight. This disadvantage. Okay.
In direct sunlight. But
You're
if
in a
it's like
cave or a building,
dawn
doesn't matter.
or
Okay,
dawn
you're
or
gonna
dusk or
point something
whatever, then
out?
you're fine.
I don't think the reason why we haven't reached to the places you want us to is because of
So basically, if I could get a
Games.
sunburn,
is because we spend three
A lot of
times
times
as
role playing, yeah.
yeah
I
talking.
like role playing.
All right, so you guys
Alright.
handle the cloak stuff. Is
Yes.
everyone else done with all their stuff?
Yes.
Mhm.
Next 3 days go by without incident.
Do you
yay!
need,
So that would mean
can I
I
do
would be
poison
back to
making
full
on the
health.
back of the
Everyone,
horse?
everyone is, yeah. So what?
Can I do poison making on the back of the horse? Or is that too unsturdy?
Definitely not sturdy enough.
All right.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's how you lose fingers, Kayla.
Okay, days 4 through 6 were uneventful.
Yep.
7 through 9.
7 through 9, mostly uneventful.
Mostly,
At least
mostly uneventful.
All right, so as you guys are going, it's starting to get progressively colder. You're now getting towards you're now at like the foothills of the mountains. This is like day 9. You're at the foothills of the mountains, all right. So, but as you come out of the woods and truly into open area now, right? So, open area now.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it sunlight though?
Cloudy days don't count.
No, it has to
Cloudy-
be clear,
it has to
clear
be
sunny days.
clear-
This is
Just because I said that. Just because I said that, he's making it that way.
no.
But
Cold
me,
front.
I,
Cold.
would, I would know this.
I am riding the horse now.
Okay.
'cause it's
You're
my
fine, I'm
horse.
walking.
As you exit the woods, at a pretty good
I
distance,
changed my shoes.
about 300 yards, truly where the ground starts rising up into some of the foothills, you can see a very large structure, crudely made. You can tell it's crude from here. It's not symmetric. You can see an exceedingly large brazier, like from
Like
from
a
100
beacon.
from 100 yards out. It looks like a massive bonfire, and you can see. Oh crap! I have to make this less. You can see 2 mammoths, and near them, 2 giant blue beings.
We should not go there.
No. You need to go around.
But more barbarian-like.
Okay, it's Mr. Skyrim. That's exactly what this is.
You
Inspired.
turd.
More like that.
So giants, blue, have not seen us.
Mammoths.
Okay, we
I don't
walked.
have
up.
mammoths. I'm
The
sorry.
structure is so like if you're looking at them, giant mammoth. The mammoths are in the 4. They're a little closer. The structure on the side
It's off to the side, about 100 feet away from where the
All right, I don't
Going
wanna go
around. I am not going anywhere near
Yeah,
that.
I
We're
don't
gonna go
mess
that
around
way.
with that.
We're
So
gonna
we'll
go
go
that
you guys are gonna
We
head
avoid.
east along the foothills, but close to the woods.
Yep.
avoiding giants.
Yep, I got my map. We're avoiding these guys.
The
All
skull
costs.
on that son. Mhm.
I do not want to fight these guys. I cannot fight these guys.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with that,
Look at
sir.
that, dude.
So you can take those off now.
Yeah. Was that the deadly encounter?
There's one of them.
Oh no.
Maybe if it was dark out.
So the next few
No.
days go
Right.
by, nothing going on.
Still murder.
It is now getting very cold.
I'm warm in my alpha direwolf pelt of
you're-
awesomeness.
You're just south of the mountain range. The wind comes through. There's no windbreak anymore from the trees. It's very cold. And it's starting to snow
So this is
pretty much every day. No
10 to
longer direct
12?
sunlight.
10
Yes.
to 12,
My
okay.
favorite large.
All right.
On day 13,
Uneventful.
despite there being a light snow and kind of wispy gray clouds, roll a perception check. Everybody.
Everybody. Everybody.
I don't
in the club
notice.
getting tipsy. 7.
19.
I had my wisdom to perception, right?
Perception.
Wisdom to perception.
What's your perception?
Maybe I noticed something. 12?
12.
12?
Okay.
I don't want to die.
12 as well.
You want some blueberries?
Okay.
Anybody else want some blueberries? Hey, I'm not giving you all. I'm not giving them all to you.
Day 15.
Huh?
You can see it's
Um,
sky.
A what to a what?
15.
Oh, I didn't see anything. Yeah.
You can see
22.
in the sky shadows circling in the clouds.
2 moderately large shadows.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Something like that. Flying.
No, you can't make it out. It's cloudy, wispy clouds.
We
Wait,
You can
your
see
character
them.
saw it, right?
They stick with you for a
Mine
solid
and I
day.
saw it.
Oh.
Okay.
They follow you for the whole day.
Looks got a crossbow bolt ready.
So it's like starting to be evening. Light's starting to fade. You can still see the shadows, and they
going on?
look like they're
We
in the
have
same
somebody
orientation.
shadow
following us.
who's following us around.
What?
They haven't attacked yet, but they've been following
Can
us.
I roll a survival check to, because I am from the area, I would generally have an idea of what's here.
Okay, so to
Oh, yeah,
play
that's a
that out,
21.
I'm kind of pointing out where they're at. So
I see.
I would do that too.
I would notice him pointing up
if
at the
I'm near
sky,
him.
right?
Right. So you look up and you see it. Oh, that's a dragon.
What?
You basically what you see is I go, oh, beep, 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 and I start,
You can tell before you run. You can tell it's a very young one,
it don't matter.
and there's
Oh,
and there's a distinct possibility one of them is a wormling.
Yes. Remember,
We're all
I am
gonna
3'4".
die.
I'm a chew toy for these things.
something a little bit smaller.
This is actually a medium encounter, if you guys choose to engage.
I do not.
My character doesn't. He goes, those are dragons.
Well, okay. So choosing to engage isn't really up to you guys on this one. There are some things that you can do that will prevent the encounter. Running isn't one of them. Just a heads up.
Well,
Well,
like
your
I am,
character would do this. Yeah.
I am looking for cover at this point. Like anything I do.
You get to the tree line.
Yeah, no, I'm already gone.
You guys are skirting the tree line the whole time. You're not like in giant open space. You're just outside the tree line most of
Okay,
the time.
let's carefully walk the little short little guy back.
Alright, did they
Might
label
be a little bit
this?
more effective.
Dragons! And then you watch me literally run.
He bolts. and I'm
I-
sitting there going,
I essentially think
Nice.
it's
Dragons,
Easy.
fire.
actually don't know that.
walk to
Yeah,
the
maybe
forest line.
You wouldn't know what kind of dragons they would likely be.
Me?
They be white.
I had 21. Okay, so
That's why you were asking me that.
I had one. I gave it away.
What?
For a shadow box. My white dragon.
Do I paint it?
because we wanted to do something for Jason, and so I gave so they'd make it for a shadow box because he was leaving.
And you
Of
know
course,
what I mean?
yeah. So, anyways, but
Do you even know that they're white dragons?
I know that they're wild,
And white.
and I run.
Well, I mean,
Let-
I'm not gonna
let's-
try to fight something by myself.
Well,
Me
let's
neither.
walk to the forest line where we can be a little bit more hidden, less likely to be seen.
Does it look old, young?
I'm
He
a-
hasn't relayed
Adolescent.
the information yet.
all
So you
all-
guys run and catch up with them in the tree line.
the only thing
Oh,
I
I'm sorry, you're not running.
no the
You're
only thing
walking
I
or
say
walk only.
Nice
is
and easy.
like after you point up, I go, oh, those are dragons.
Now the whole time
And
this
then
is
I'm gone.
happening, whichever one of you's willing to allow me to, I'm walking backwards with one hand at your back so I know what direction we're going in. I'm watching this thing with the crossbow.
Hang on to the
Okay.
stirrup of the horse as I ride into the trees.
I don't know if that's the best idea.
Oh.
Do arrows even
Here.
pierce dragons?
I
Walk
don't
by the
know.
horse, I'll put my hand down on your shoulder.
I have
I
no
don't
idea
guide
what
you.
would pierce this dragon or what would hurt this dragon, but I'm not going to wait around to try to find out.
Me neither.
And then as soon as I hit the tree line, I hide.
Roll a hide check. Stealth check.
So we
That's
lost
an amazing
him.
7.
So we've now just split the party. Because now we don't know
Well,
where he is.
we saw him run off, so
Okay.
I said, let's walk this way.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not going to be very hard to find me. You're like,
There he is.
oh, he's cowering right behind that little twig leaf. I rolled a 7 on my hide.
Okay. So we're avoiding this encounter.
Oh yeah.
Trying to.
All right. Let's
He
avoid
said
it.
there's ways to avoid it, but running away was not the best one.
Well, I mean, it's just one dragon. There's not
Two.
like two more over there.
There are two
No, there
dragons.
were
Oh,
two.
there are 2 dragons. Yeah, no.
I just
If
put
it was
that one out
one,
so it's the right size.
I think if it was one, I think I would have been more willing to try to fight it.
This is more of my own character. I honestly think we could do it, but the fact is that I am literally 3'4".
Okay.
I'm a chew toy.
856.
So-
Yeah.
In game, would I know what a white dragon?
I didn't
Yes.
say
He
white
hasn't
dragon.
said what color. He hasn't
Oh.
said if it's young and old and
Okay,
ancient.
so I go up to him. I find him. I say, "Hey, what kind of dragon is this?"
Give me a search to see if you see.
You do have to beat a 7.
Okay, what's my search? What's my search?
It'd be perception.
Yeah, or investigation. No, perception.
14.
So yeah, you find me.
Okay.
A lot.
Hey,
Yeah, you're like
hey, what do you know about this?
they're white dragons, and
Okay.
I believe that one right there is a youngling, and that's probably a wormling. But no, I am not going to be eaten by them.
What?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
you don't
today.
have to say eaten by them. There's 5 of us.
I am not
And
fighting these guys.
okay, so what do I do? Persuasion or like boost his morale or whatever? To try to
Try to talk him on the ledge with a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
There's no way.
Okay, so I have a
Well,
question.
it's my roll
I have
against
an out of
yours,
game
right?
question. 2 questions actually. Out of game, are you a halfling?
I am a no.
No.
Okay, that answers my second question. Then.
Okay.
Never mind.
What does a white youngling cast? Do I know this?
White dragons would have frost breath,
Okay, and a wormling.
and a young white dragon is a large size, and a wormling is medium.
Okay, so a wormling is a medium white dragon. So both of them are frost.
A wormling's like the size of you.
It's a baby.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
considered basically a baby.
If we do end
Oh.
up fighting this, and you want to use that for the wormling because it takes up a medium space,
Okay. So, I
'cause
mean,
that is a young.
considering
dragon.
I've had this
Oh,
potion
no,
in
that's
me,
an elder.
I still have
Got
that.
2 elder
I can do this
dragons.
on my own mentality. So I'm gonna try to persuade him to do this, knowing that they're not fire.
You need to roll a 20.
It's truly going to be
Nearly
disadvantage.
Nope, 16. So
You
I don't
try your
persuade
best,
him.
and he's still just.
And you literally, you see me darting from tree to
All
tree,
right, all right.
working my way around.
So I've only battled dragons a few times during the campaigns. And what I do remember, I don't think we've ever had like an elder dragon or anything.
Was this out of game or
This is out of game.
Oh, okay. I'm like.
No, this is I
Deception
don't
check.
I don't know a lot about dragons out of game. I
We've
don't know
never
how
fought
much my
the
character
dragon.
knows about dragons in game. My mentality right now is I can take it.
Dugan, how
Hey, I
likely
want this
are
dragon.
the dragons to chase,
I wanna take it
like,
down.
say, a fleeing horse?
I want to. I think I
What?
can. They're tiny.
How soon would they catch it? Like,
Give me an intelligence
mean,
check.
I'm not gonna do this on my own. I'm not stupid.
Or survival, whichever's higher.
intelligence or survival? Okay.
Let me see.
I may have a large dragon.
Survival it
somewhere.
As
is.
character, I'm telling you, absolutely not.
20.
Yeah, you'd know that if you sent something running wildly out into the open plains, they'd probably swoop down on it and take their sweet time eating it.
Send the horse.
Large dragon takes up 10 feet.
Ah!
What would
Did
your
you
character
just
do?
like bleat like a sheep?
Would I think it'd be cool to take on a dragon? Yes. Do I really want to? No.
Yes.
I want to go and find the freaking black hue armor.
If we go deeper into,
Fine.
are they gonna like
But
try to
next
hunt us
dragon,
down
I
if
want.
we
I want to
go into the woods?
come into any other dragons. I
So
kinda
as you
get it.
kind of see me darting back and forth,
Do
I
know
said
that
these are very
dragons-
bestial.
Come here!
Do I know
I am
that
not
dragons
fighting these
Come
things.
here.
No,
We have no
Come here and
intention
talk to me.
I
No.
am not
Everyone
fighting.
knows that
You don't have
dragons
to
will
fight,
be-
just come here and talk to me.
Think about what they're
I'm over
protecting.
near you, but I'm still trying to.
Huh?
Think about what
hide.
they're
If we go
protecting.
deeper in the woods, are they gonna come after us?
You will have cover. You have a better chance of avoiding them.
You want to try to find a dragon's treasure?
Yeah.
Do you have any intention of trying to take on the 12 evil gods that we're trying to eradicate?
No.
You would also know that dragons love to hoard magical items. This is common knowledge. So against the argument
I know that.
trying to take on 12 gods, dragon loot might be helpful. Not trying to push you that direction. This is not the
My character
Full
wants it.
I have a question out of gate.
My character
Like I
is
said,
very.
You said you were going to steer us towards the story, so I assumed this was part of the story.
He said
there are
we
things
don't
in the
have
story.
to do
There are
this.
things in this encounter. This is one of the encounters. There are things that
Could
should you fight
potentially
the
help
dragons and hunt down the loot would definitely help in the rest of the campaign.
Alright.
However, they are not essential.
Out of game.
Not essential.
Out
Let's
of game.
carry on.
Out of game. Would the loot be close by?
The loot is attainable within the day.
Listen,
Um,
I got some.
I
I
have a
got some
question out
bolts.
of
You
gate.
poison my bolts. You poison your
What-
bolts. You
I've already
poison
got
his
Uh,
bolts.
poison bolts and
I
two
know, but I'm
poison
saying you
swords.
poison
What
mine.
evocation
And if all
or
three of us who can shoot
Uh,
arrows with these poison bolts will most likely
let's see,
attack
object-
and weaken some of these
That's assuming the poison affects them.
concentration?
Abjugation.
frost dragons.
What was so
Scales,
those
hard to
would
hit.
possibly
Hold on. I have an
I can-
idea.
I can
have
shoot
Yeah,
two.
I can attack up to 4
Dragon.
times.
I have an idea.
What's your
as
idea?
a component?
We use the horse as bait to lure them down out of the sky and go in search of their treasure. And while they're
I
eating
didn't-
on the
Every
horse, we
spell
go
has its
take
own
their
material
treasure and
cost. I
leave.
have there's way too many spells for me to know what the component cost would be.
Or we just shoot
Would
them with their
D&D
attention and take them
Beyond-
down.
You be
That's
able
But
to
this way, there's
search
less chance of us all
components?
dying.
It should
Yeah, I
be
feel a
a
perfectly good
Yes,
horse.
but he's asking what spells might
I think
require
if we use the
dragon
horse as
parts.
bait, I
That
would rather
is-
try to kill
Oh
the
no!
dragons.
It's like
while
an
they're
There's
impossible
no way to
search.
search
It
that.
wouldn't say dragon scale
they're
or something.
extracted.
No, it would say it. but
I
it
am not
can't
going to
search for
sacrifice the
ones that
horse if we're
require
just
it.
going to kill
Yeah,
the
you
dragon.
did physically have to
Huh?
go look up every single stuff.
I'm not
They
going
only
to
give you a
sacrifice
search
the horse
option
to kill
for
the dragon.
spell component.
I'll sacrifice the horse
So
to
it
lure
have
them
to
out and
look
away
at
while we get their
wizard.
stuff.
And look every single
And-
spell up.
Mhm.
Plausible?
Okay, does it seem like the dragons are?
Near their loot?
No. You said they were following us the whole way. Does it
Yep.
seem like they're more perceptive of us now than they were when we first noticed them?
No, they know where you are though.
I think they want to eat us.
Or they just want us to stay away from their treasure that we have no idea to how to find?
We would need more time than it takes 2 dragons to eat a horse to find their treasure. That's why I'm saying we can use the horse as a distraction.
You guys see the gnome still darting inside the tree line.
Keep an
6
eye
on
on
the
him.
high. I rolled a 1.
You're the worst hiding small creature I've ever
Out of
seen.
game?
Gnomes don't get
Out of
advantage
game.
on it.
My character wants to attempt to do this.
Tries to hide behind a
Fine, at
sapling.
least try to attempt to find the treasure cove first.
My character is going in the direction of
they
where
know us. They know where we're at.
We need
If
to
we
go.
get close, they will try to attack us. And then they won't try to
Exactly.
eat the horse. They'll just straight up try to attack us. If we
Yeah.
get the horse, we can at least get them on the ground to our level. I hand you my 20 bolts. Can you poison these for
I
me?
am not sacrificing the horse
Don't you? Oh,
No, I don't.
if we're just going to kill them.
You and I are the only ones that
that's right.
have.
We have the poison critters. I forgot that.
I think trying to get them distracted by eating the horse, and then all of us shooting them with the poison arrows would give us a better chance of maiming them severely.
Nope.
That's my plan.
I'm not sacrificing the horse if we're going to kill them.
You have another 20 bolts? Where'd you get another 20 bolts?
I bought them at the lumber camp
Oh.
when I realized I had
Oh,
no
I have
bolts.
bolts too. Will you poison mine?
Or
Another
people
round
with
later?
I
bolts.
use up all
Only
the
if
poison
we
in my
kill the
quiver.
dragons. Have him do it. He's got a lot of poison left.
Okay.
9.
Wait, take out 20 doses of your poison.
Dude,
You
don't
should
get add
have,
your
like-
proficiency to it
You should
either.
have like
Nope.
100 doses.
It's my dex, which is a 3,
Yeah.
and the best I've rolled is a 6. So
Somebody go get the little guy before we lose him.
Yeah, go get the little guy.
no, the Nova's walking.
Well, can tell him to wait for us.
I
then.
am not fighting these things. I've already told you that. I'm leaving.
But
We have
wait
no
for
intention
us.
of fighting them.
Dragons
Alligator
are
will be one of
hoarders.
those
You
people.
mess with their loot,
I have a
they will
plan.
kill you.
Yeah.
No,
Do you know where the loot is at?
no, and I don't
Neither
care.
do we.
Then wait for
Hey, and
us.
the
Nope.
upside too, if we
Next round.
find their,
Can I tie him up?
if we find
How difficult
their
would it be to
loot,
find the horse?
19.
If you catch him, find him, and can.
if we
Okay,
find
so
I mean,
their
he
loot
started walking away.
space,
Yep.
So I
This
grab
has your.
him.
This kind of has your.
So do we have to do an
answer.
initiative
Oh,
before
no,
he walks away?
He's been walking away for a minute. While you guys have been
Okay.
talking, he's been doing hide rounds while moving.
And I just rolled a 19.
Dugan, how difficult would it be for us to find their horde? Just
After we
without,
kill them.
without killing them.
So I start
Could
to
we-
head in the direction I saw him go. I go looking for him.
Would it be
If you
easier?
guys spent 3 hours going into the fingerlings of the mountain, you'd find their horde relatively quickly.
Without killing
If we
them.
gave them the horse,
But they know where we're at.
wouldn't they haul it back there and eat it?
No,
No, not
they're
they're out hunting.
bestial. They are the least intelligent dragons.
So
They
what
have,
are
a,
our
they have a
chances?
5 and a 6 intelligence for the wormling and the young dragon.
They will just
respectively.
attack, eat, and then go looking for us.
Okay,
Or
what
more
are
food.
what's our time frame of killing them and getting their horde? Still 3 hours,
The fight will only take a few rounds.
and then
Win or lose, the fight's only going to actually boil down to like
a
less
minute.
than a minute.
Okay, but then it would still take us 3 hours to try to find their horde.
Depending on how the fight goes, possibly less. No more
I
than
wanna-
3.
I step out into the open and fire a bolt at them.
No, wait! Oh my
Too late.
gosh.
Nat 20.
Did you
Nice.
seriously? Did you get poisoned?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you,
Poison bolt. Nat 20.
all right. Evens, you're targeting the big shadow. Odds, the small shadow. Odds, you get the small one. All right, what's your damage?
D8.
Hold on.
To clarify, I did go looking for
Con save
him.
15 still with the poison.
What'd you shoot him with?
Crossbow bolt.
one the one
Somebody who doesn't want to
Yeah.
kill them.
I didn't want to sacrifice the horse. I leave the horse in the forest tied
No,
to
but
a
you guys
tree.
kept standing around talking, and she went,
Yeah.
"Screw this."
What's
For
your
one
damage?
point of damage, you bastard.
1 point.
Plus
you
your
have-
dex,
plus your
multiplied
dex.
by 2.
Plus my dex.
Yep, multiplied by 2.
So 2 points of damage.
So,
So
4.
times. So do you have a 0?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2
so
points of damage.
Plus
and then
your poison.
I don't know
Roll-
what the poison adds.
Here.
It's
A lot.
here.
It's 7d6.
Oh,
76.
okay. Thank you.
And if he
Get wrecked,
fails, he
scrub.
gets all the damage.
DC 15 con save.
10, 13,
Okay.
17, 19, 25,
So
26.
another 26 points of damage.
Can I hang on to these?
All right, so you.
No.
Remember, it's cloudy. You saw.
You were gonna break your phone.
It's
Damn
cloudy.
it.
You saw the shadow. You need where you're pretty 20 to 25.
21.
15 to 20.
18.
Did you roll low on purpose?
No.
10 to 15.
14.
5 to 10. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had my hand
Oh,
on
okay.
the
10 to
one.
15. 11. All right. 5 to 10. And Lauren, what'd you get?
What?
One.
And you have a 0 on your dex? Wow.
A 0 on my dex. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Kent.
Okay, so he was running away. I went looking for him.
Yep. I really wasn't running. I was trying to hide, so I'm moving at half movement.
There was quite commotion when the dragon fell in the sky, so you are aware of what happened.
Yes.
I'm aware that she shot the dragon in the
Yep.
eye.
Well, you were aware that a dragon just
You were
fell from
aware
the
that a
sky
dragon
and
fell from
died.
the sky dead.
Oh no!
The
Don't
other
look at
shadow
me, I'm
is approximately
hideous.
100 feet above you.
But me or them?
Well, above the area that you guys are in.
So I don't have a disadvantage then. Okay.
It's
It's just a straight hit
it's
if I
light,
shoot
light
it with
clouds
the-
and snow.
Okay.
Can I still see the shadow relatively well?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the range on those crossbows?
320.
I know that.
tiefling is
Okay, is the distance different for me because I'm away from the rest of them?
Not by much.
Not by
It's
enough to
vertical
cover 100
distance, so
feet.
really not that much.
So I stop.
Now it
I
does
look-
have partial cover, so it has a slight bonus to AC.
Okay, so I'm going
Is it technically still my turn? No, he's already going.
no, I'm taking a shot at this
Never
thing.
mind.
Basically, you got a surprise round because you just went boom.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. DC 15 con.
Nope.
I'm gonna need my dice
So
back
that's
when I
2
attack.
points of damage from the bolt.
Here.
Plus your dex.
Oh.
So 7,
Oh,
7
okay.
points of damage. I'm going to remember that eventually.
and then your poison.
Yeah, I got it.
That's why I was giving you those D6s, you walnut. You need like 7 of them.
He's just
I
multiplying.
multiply it.
What'd you roll?
4,
So 28,
28.
Plus what was your
7, so 35.
I think you killed it.
no?
No.
It's a different type of dragon. It's
You hear a very loud roar. and
Very angry.
It is angry.
It's angry. It's angry.
Done.
Uh, well, that's one
I-
attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said yeah. So what? What are you doing?
I take another shot.
Okay. So next time I say, "Are you done?" Don't say yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was he heard his name and yeah. What do you want?
Let's go.
It's a 17 to hit that time.
No.
Okay, and that's a
It
miss.
goes wide.
You're wasting
And
bolts.
then the move action, I continue in the direction I was going to try to find him.
Kayla.
I'm going to use one of my superior dice to do precision attack, which gives me a bonus D8 to my attack roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to use it with my crossbow.
Now, was I far away enough that these guys may or may not have seen me shoot that thing?
So 20.
I would say they're watching the dragon, so they would see something go.
Yes, 20 hits.
Okay.
That'd be my
And
guess.
So DC 15 to arrow damage is poison damage is
And it did.
10 26.
I freaking one-shotted a dragon.
Okay.
A
Okay,
baby.
and then my
So,
second arrow,
still a
I'm going to use another
dragon.
They got
superior
her
dice to move
inspiration.
my precision again.
Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing. There's
15, 16 plus 6, 21.
Yep.
Okay, so
Another con save.
4 points of arrow damage and another con save.
Fails.
10, 23 poison damage.
Okay.
Action Surge.
Okay.
Use another superior dice. 12, 13 plus 6, 19 to hit.
Right on.
Okay,
Because of the obscuring, the slight cover.
so 8 points of arrow damage and then roll another con save.
oh,
Oh no.
Alright, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 31, 34 points of poison damage.
Okay.
How
Heck
much is
yeah.
this thing taking now?
It's
Almost 100
not-
points.
You can't see how it's reacting, but out of game, it is not doing well.
It's taking almost
And
100 points of damage.
I don't think I
It's
can
taken
use-
over 100 points of damage.
I'm rough ballparking because I wasn't paying attention to all the numbers.
Yeah,
It's not happy,
it's hurting
but
a
that's
lot.
all I can do right now.
Okay.
Good Lord. Jason.
Okay.
You did this, Phil.
And you said, what was the cover that he had?
It's in half cover. It has a bonus AC.
Oh, Dugan, quick question.
Yep.
The cloak of mine, disadvantage in direct sunlight. If I were to have a big umbrella over me, that does not count as direct sunlight, right?
It still counts as direct sunlight.
Okay.
The sunlight has to be obscured. As
Um,
most
Okay,
area.
all right.
Yeah.
So a
Problem.
cloudy day.
What are you doing?
In a building.
I am going to. I'm going to try and use my Eldritch Blast because Spell
Do
Sniper
it.
ignores half and 3/4 cover.
Okay, that just means he doesn't have the bonus AC. You still have to hit him.
Do it.
Let's see.
Get right, scrub.
I rolled a 19
It's
with what was it? 4. Then 13 and a 4.
This
So
is
17 was the
17.
second one.
so you launch 2 balls of energy crackling into the sky, the shadow and the clouds, and because of your spell sniper feat, you're able to clearly discern where it's going to be, and each one hits, and down comes crashing a young white dragon.
Yeah,
on the ground.
boy.
Do I see him come crashing down?
Yeah. it's
Okay,
a
so at this point,
young white dragon.
I turned back into the forest. I was saying, "Hey, little guy, they're dead. You can come back now."
Womp womp.
I would have seen them come
Oh,
crashing.
absolutely, yeah.
But I don't know where you
They're
are.
making loud noise as they come down out of the sky, crashing and dying.
all right.
If
I'm
you're
gonna go
still
search for their
interested in
loot.
the loot, come back to the group.
Can-
No look for him.
I would like to. Be cautious
I'm
as we're
also
going to
gonna
search for the loot because I don't want to be attacked by anything.
Grab.
I
Uh,
really don't want you.
How
to
big
know
are the
that the others are
scales
coming
on the
up.
one I killed, Dugan?
I'm not worried about
The wormling, they're not large.
scales. I
Like
want
how
the
big, like-
loot.
what about the other one?
Could it
The
be
one I
skinned
zapped.
to make it like a chainmail shirt?
I call
No.
dibs on anything
Like a
that's
scale
full
mail
plate.
shirt?
No.
No. I couldn't make armor out of that pelt. Out of that.
Do you have a crafting skill to
You
do
can't.
No. Could he?
No.
that? No.
No.
It would actually take someone with the proficiency in crafting armor.
And how would that
You might be
affect
able
armor?
to haul it
It's up to
on
you,
your
game.
horse and take it to the capital.
Yeah.
I slowly come back. Like I am.
If you were able to craft armor out of this, it would give you resistance to cold damage.
Hey, can
Hmm.
he skin the baby dragon for me at least?
Take about 2 hours to skin the dragon.
All right. So he stays with
Well,
that.
that's not
I
true.
wanna
It's a
go
medium
search
creature. It'll
for the
take you an
loot.
hour.
All right.
All right.
I
So I
offer
come
you
back.
5 gold pieces. Will you skin the baby dragon for me?
No,
I'm
well,
trying to
Yours-
find things up. I'm sorry. I'm impatient.
I-
You didn't take down the
Shake my head with the
dragon.
5
Alright,
gold. Come on.
so
Yeah, she did. She took down the baby dragon.
It's all mine.
No,
She wants the baby
Yes,
dragon.
she-
one shot.
hers
the
was
baby
the
dragon.
wyvern.
That's the baby.
That's the
dragon.
baby
A
dragon.
wormling is a baby dragon.
Oh,
all right.
Whichever one I one-shotted.
And I 3-shot one.
The big guy. Well, I did shoot him. I didn't kill him.
I
The
don't know
little
how
guy,
much damage I caused, but I
know
know
you
that
kill
I
him.
hit my
If
arrow.
you
3
guys
times.
want me to try to pull stuff off of these things,
Yes.
you're gonna have to give me time. So here's
Yes.
what I'm offering.
Yes.
You go search for these dragons, lair,
Yep.
gold, loot, whatever. He's not interested in it. And you're wanting me to do this, so we'll hang out here while I do this under cover of the forest, stay warm. You guys go find the loot.
Are we okay, doing that? Out of game?
I'm
You're not
willing
gonna,
to do
like,
that
Kill us because we separated?
because these white dragon scales
Norland, come with
could
me to look
be
for the loot.
used.
All right.
I trust him to skin it and save the scales for you.
Do the dragons have horns? Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
tell
the
him.
Get the
one-
horns
The
too.
young one has a small set of horns. The wormling, not yet.
I want the horns as well.
You're getting scales, that's all you're getting.
Come on.
No.
I lean back to my backpack.
I helped kill that other one.
Hey, Robo Princess?
Oh, the one
Do you
I
sense
killed
your
does not
prince
have.
nearby?
No, it
Dugan.
was not.
As I'm talking to myself as I'm
Okay.
looking around,
Okay.
just
Never
talking to the princess.
I was gonna ask
But
if the one I killed
I would
had the
also
horns.
make a comment before
Okay.
saying I was going with
Okay,
them
I'm
to
gonna go
find
pee since
the
we're
Okay. Mm-hmm.
talking about other
lair for the
stuff. but
treasures.
anything full plate,
yeah,
I call
if-
dibs on.
you can give me some of the scales off the one that I helped knock down. That might help me with another option on armor once we get where someone can craft it into some sort of.
It kind of sucks because I've been doing all this. I'm not proficient in doing it, and yet I'm the only one successful at it.
They keep demanding that you be the one to do it too.
Do I get any sort of a bonus for experience in doing this by now?
You should get an inspiration for being our skinny.
I'll tell you what, if you are successful in skinning both of these dragons, I will make you proficient in this skill because of on-the-job training. So, trust in your integrity, you need, this is much more difficult. It's not just a beast skin, right?
That's a worm.
So you need
Okay, so I killed
3
the
successes
wormling.
Yes.
before you have 3
Oh, okay.
failures, all right?
Okay.
The DC on the wormling is a 15. DC on the white dragon is a 16.
So I need to get 3 15s and 3 16s.
Okay, so skin one at a time, all right? So for the wormling, you need 3 15s before you roll threes three rolls that are under 15.
Right.
Once you're done with that, then you'll move on. Now your new DC is a 16. You need three rolls of a cumulative 16.
So just say which
Before
one you're
your fails.
skinning first.
I'm going PJs. Please keep track.
You're waiting on this, aren't you?
That way we get done.
Okay, so that's a no.
Well, what's your proficiency bonus?
+1.
Oh,
So
Okay.
8. That's a definite no.
Oh no.
2 fails.
That's a 15.
On the good, so
So
they
that's
made it.
good. Nope. Nope. Okay, so
Ah!
I failed on the wormling.
Okay, so nothing's
It's ruined.
salvageable now.
Nope, it's ruined.
It's ruined. Now you
Sorry.
need a 16.
You asked me to try. All right, so the big guy.
Your skinning is a 1?
I don't have it as a skill, so I'm going off of wisdom.
Oh, okay.
That's a 14, so no. And that's a 14, so nope.
Nope, no salvaging.
Dragons are a new concept for me,
So as you're doing that,
The 3 of us.
we're going out for the loot.
Yeah.
My concept is once we get the loot, I'm not gonna go sorting through it. I'm just gonna bring it back to you guys. So I'm gonna find out if there's something I can call it with, because I'm not gonna stay in their lair searching through stuff. I'm just gonna gather it and go.
You already know what I-
He's covered in blood.
Failed.
He's
Failed.
flesh
Ah,
everywhere. Ah!
so you're sitting here doing a hack job, cutting through.
Inspiration for him to not.
You
That's
can
the
give
No,
him,
you
you
would
can give him
basically
your
let him
inspiration.
re-roll
Yeah, I'll do
one
that too.
roll,
You can give him your inspiration.
but that's only one roll.
Cause
It is
he,
one roll.
cause he made one roll.
Okay.
Well, he
Are
okay.
you- you
So
said
are you
you're doing
talking about
something?
yours then? The little one, the
So-
15. So he
You
had
can
2
give him
fails and
inspiration
1
points.
success.
Yeah.
Inspiration points are
Okay, so she's
interchangeable.
giving you 1 roll.
Yeah.
I'll
So we'll go back to the
one.
wormling.
Are you gonna give him any? Jason's
Have
giving
we
you something.
have we gotten any so far?
Well-
Ah!
All right, hold on.
All right.
Let me
Before
see
you
it.
give away your inspiration points,
Hmm.
I'm giving everybody 2. You've done really good for your characters.
Okay,
So
so
I'm
You guys have
capped.
chosen to run away from things that make sense. You've chosen to engage in things that
How many do you have right
makes
now?
sense. You
I
played your
have
characters
2
well.
right now.
I gave you one of mine. You now have 3 because I'm capped, so I can't go any higher.
Yeah, the problem with
So
me
now
is.
I'm at 2. So
Well,
if
I already-
something
that
happens,
means I
I
don't
get.
already get
I
mine.
mean,
you
So,
better
hold on.
You get
skin
two.
this
Hold
one.
on, hold on.
I already have
I'm gonna allow you guys to play this
Oh,
the
well, then
best
never
way
mind. I'm
possible.
gonna keep
All right.
mine.
So how many did you have before I gave you inspiration? 2.
So
2. Okay. Use your 2, knowing that you have 3 coming or 2 coming to you.
Okay. That's a fail still.
Okay.
And that's a fail.
Okay.
So
So,
So-
now you have new. You still
You
have a
said
new
it
2.
if you want to
Jeez.
use your inspiration for the rolls.
Do you
This
want to
is
use
your
your new 2?
inspiration.
Yeah, this is my inspiration, so I still get 2 inspiration.
Yes. Do you want to use your new 2?
Yeah, we'll try it. I want to try to do this.
Okay. There's
Here.
1.
here,
Hold on.
Hang on.
Want to use a different dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, get that out of
Okay.
here.
So there's all of your inspirations. Lauren, you have 3 to give.
Down.
I give you one.
mini.
Give me 1. And that's specifically for this, right?
You know it's better than the other table.
There you
It's
go.
a 19, so that's a
So it's
6.
2.
Okay,
So
so you have
2 to 2.
two successes.
So you need 1 more.
You
So
need
you,
one
you have 2
success.
inspiration to give. You have technically 5 because I'm allowing you to get rid of 2 and then get 2.
So are you giving up your other inspiration for him to try again?
Yes.
Say roll again.
So I only
Why
have
don't
one
you get rid of his
inspiration.
extra 2?
He's got
Oh,
extras.
oh, okay. So give
Are
him
you
one of
giving
yours.
me
Because you can only
2?
have 3, so just give him your 2.
There you go.
19.
All right, so
So there's the
yes!
wormling success.
Okay, do you want to try to do the 16 success?
If you guys want to give me the inspiration to do it, I will try it.
He
Have
technically
you-
has 1 that we can
He
still
has an
waste.
extra +3.
Okay, that's up to you.
I mean, it's just gonna get
Okay.
trashed anyways. Might as well try to get another success, and we'll go
So
from
it's
there.
16,
So you got
right?
3
This
rolls
is the most
coming your way.
abusive use of inspiration I've ever seen.
I know, right?
So you can't do it now.
I can't do it. So
No, hold on. He gave you 1. If he gives you the other 3,
He can't do it. He just failed 1. So unless he now go, because he had 3 to his cap.
he had 3. He already had 3. He started
Yes,
the night with
so
3,
he had
and he's
5.
getting 2 coming in, and he's giving them 2.
So basically, what we're doing
he still
is
has
we're
3 to give.
canceling out the,
So
the
I'm allowing
third
all
fail.
these inspirations to cancel out the fails.
Okay, so you would need to give him another point of inspiration because so he's made 0 successes on the 16.
Yeah.
So that one roll he just did negates passing unless
How
someone
many
gives up
successes
inspiration.
of the 16 does he have?
0.
He has 0
That's
successes.
what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm not wasting my inspiration on that.
we
Sorry.
get scales
But
off
if he
of the
gets-
worm.
For as
But
hard
if he
as it
gets
took you to
3
do that-
successes, he becomes proficient in all skinning.
I'm not. No.
I give you another inspiration to reroll.
Okay, so you still have the 2 from him and the 1 from Lauren.
Do it, do it, do it.
So I have
do it.
another 3 rolls.
Is that
You
what's
gotta make
happening?
them. Yeah.
All right, roll
You gotta
3
make
But
times.
as soon as you miss 1, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, I have some that I can give. So if he gets 2 in a row and succeeds and gets 1 fail, I'll let him give
Okay, so
1. But
roll.
that's only if he succeeds.
That's a fail.
That's a fail. Okay.
So no.
So technically, you
Well, okay,
If
yeah.
you get 2 in a row, though, she's willing to give you
I'm
1 to
willing to do
offset
it.
and make the 3rd.
didn't. Okay.
Just roll
This is
it.
the weirdest.
Do
Just
it!
roll it, dude.
Oh,
Do
it's an
it.
abuse of the system, absolutely. But I'm allowing it.
Because it's delightful.
Nope.
No,
All right,
Okay.
no.
we're done. We got the wormling.
All right.
He can't
So-
do. He can't
But
take
how
another
much
inspiration to
armor
So
continue
you would-
rerolling.
you would-
out of the,
Well,
The
well,
young
it
dragon
depends.
could make a suit of white dragon leather armor.
For
being a
Lauren.
creature.
So you have
No,
2
the
points
war-
left out of your 5 because you gave him 3.
Yep, you have 2 points left.
So are you giving him the other 2?
To try to make it.
He needs successes on both.
At this point, we how many points do you have?
I didn't say I'm giving him
I'm just
one.
saying, how many do you
I
have?
have 3.
So he would have to make the 3 before 2 more failures. Statistically thinking, this is not going to work. He only has a +1.
But I want him to be proficient in
He
the
would have to
thing.
roll a 15 or higher to succeed.
Yes,
And I don't even think he can assist.
I'm not assisting.
Mm.
I can
don't
assist.
care.
No.
Can I assist?
You're not there.
You're not
Yeah.
there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the only person sticking around was
him.
And I am by the tree line.
The only reason why I knew he wasn't going is because he didn't care about any of it to begin with.
Yep.
So. Are you? So the question is, Jace, are you giving him your last 2 to see if he can succeed, or are you going to hang on to him?
You're at 0.
I have 1.
She-
You have
She has
1
one.
inspiration.
So you can
And
give
you're
him
at
one
0?
more.
I'm at 0. If you only have 1, save it. You need it more than this than I do.
I got the wormling skin, so I'm happy.
You have 1 success and 2 fails technically.
No, he has no successes on the.
He succeeded once
Oh wait, okay.
on the
So
16.
So
he
he needs
succeeded
2
once.
more
That's right.
successes
Roll
on,
19.
on the young white dragon.
Okay, I will. If I give him one of mine, will that depend?
I can do one also.
All right,
So 1 and 1.
1 and
2
1.
more rolls, Kent.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Please succeed.
No.
All right.
Inspiration.
Just wait. Let him roll his other one.
All
Just
right.
hold on.
All right.
Please succeed.
No.
Inspiration.
No, there's
No,
no. I'm
no,
not giving
enough.
out
All
anymore.
right. All right.
You're at advantage since you've already skinned the wormling.
How many more rolls are you giving me?
2 at advantage.
he's giving you
He
free
really
inspiration.
wants to do it, man.
There you go. You got
18.
it.
All right,
There's
there's
one.
one.
With my
If
dice.
you don't get it on this one, no more help.
16
16.
on.
You are now proficient in the craft of skinning hides of all types.
So what do I have to write in?
So down
Put
here
in your
on this
additional
side.
feats and traits thing.
Okay.
Put proficiency bonus for skinning.
So now you add
All right,
your proficiency
so while
bonus
he's
to
doing
when you do
this,
it. So you're
my
at a
concept
+4.
is We're all searching for the
which is super helpful.
loot. I don't want to stick around and find out what the loot is there. I want to just
Find
Gather
the
it up.
location of it.
I would
Good
hope to find
lord,
some type
that
of
was
magical bag that could
I
hold
want that
everything.
D20.
At least somebody.
I want that D20 back. So you're trying to find the location and just
And-
gather
and
the loot
gather it
without
up.
inspecting it.
Well, I want to inspect it. I want to make sure that it's not a trap and I'm not like, gonna die from a spear or a gate that falls down on us.
It's a dragon.
But I also want to make sure if there's maybe a magical
But I like
bag.
that I've read that theory.
But if there's like a magical bag, I can put it in because a dragon wouldn't be smart enough to put it in a bag.
Yes, they would. Not these, but yes, they would.
What? Yes, if you want some
Dragons,
you can
as they
have
get
this
older,
thing.
are very
An,
intelligent.
an
Okay,
adult white
so-
dragon has an 8 intelligence. They're not dumb.
Okay. So there might be a bag. But anyways, that's my concept is
No,
because
Mama's talking.
if there's a
Mhm.
lot,
What's
I
that?
would like to condense it. 2.
Okay, let's
Alright.
read it.
Full disclosure, if you guys find the loot and everything,
Yes.
everything goes as planned.
Yes.
There are only 5 magical items.
Need something to
do-
carry the coin.
I do have a coin pouch of holding.
That's
can
gonna
hold-
help a lot
I can
because
hold all
otherwise
the
you guys
coin.
will be encumbered by the coin alone.
I can literally hold all the coin
Not even
without
joking.
any weight. We just have to make sure we count it before I put it in there so that I can disperse it evenly because I'm not going to be that kind of person.
Okay.
Character would, I won't.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I might just split it with him since I know him and I are the only ones that took down the dragon, and I probably wouldn't tell you, but that's really playing my character, and I probably should because that's the whole point of D&D.
All right, so
Yeah,
you,
You
like,
can take the
J-
Twizzlers.
Jason, are you
can
going
take
with
the
him
money.
to find the loot?
yeah. I was just going
I'll
with
take the money back for the Twizzlers.
I was just giving him inspiration because
Yeah,
I was hoping
I
he'd
got you.
get the skills to hopefully
He did. He got everything.
Okay.
for armor once we get
So-
someplace.
Knowing what you know about dragons, which is
Yes.
pretty common lore, it's probably somewhere in the foothills, a
Yep.
cave of some sort or
Yep.
something like that. Right?
Yep.
So you start making your ascent up the foothills, and it's not like a mountain. It's not like a mountain pass or anything like that. It's foothills. It's little fingerlings. So it's a trek. It's steep and everything. As you start going up, it's a lot more craggy.
Boots of fatigue.
What?
I have the boots of fatigue
No,
on.
you're fine.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying it's,
Oh,
it's
you're-
craggy
you're
rocks and
role-playing,
everything like
okay.
that. It is colder and there is permanent snow and ice on the mountain. All right.
Okay.
I need investigation checks from all 3 of you.
Disadvantage, advantage, regular.
Just straight rolls.
All right, investigation.
By the way, Ken,
Hmm.
I would recommend you
19.
going and actually getting tools
Oh yeah, absolutely.
because then you
it
get
was
you
an
add.
18, and I have a +1.
Okay.
I like to
And
see
add
everybody's rolls.
Okay, do you want me to do it again?
No,
All right, so
I,
for
I, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Reroll.
All right.
16. Right.
8.
Let me see yours.
Is that it?
That's
16?
what I rolled.
Yeah, 16 plus
I would
1.
like to see
He's asking you to roll again.
I would like to see you roll. I
Sorry.
want to see Lauren's when she comes back in too.
I'll
I
remember.
rolled for her, if that's okay. So that makes her a 13.
I'll come over and look.
So mine's a 17. I have a
It is a
+1.
12.
No, she only has a +1.
Mhm.
Okay. DC's only an 11.
Okay.
Right. So as you guys are walking up, you can see an ice sheet that covers one of the faces of the hill. So you guys can. I'm assuming you
Ice
guys.
dragon,
I
ice
assume,
sheet.
I assume you guys are going to be relaying what you see to
Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
So there's like a flat face of the hill, and
That
there's
looks extremely
a
smooth
sheet of ice across it,
to not be natural.
and there's a dark spot that appears to be the entrance to a cave that's been sealed over with ice. If there were snow, like this, looking at it, if there were snow, like if it had freshly snowed on the mountains without wind, it would completely be obscured. You'd never be able to see it. But it hasn't snowed very heavily. It's only just started snowing, so it's pretty visible.
Excuse me.
I think there's the cave. I'm gonna take a step back, way back. I want you to heat up the wall, preferably not blast it with heat, just something that can be a contained heat to melt the ice controllably.
Well, considering the only controlled heat was what the one guy we left back with the dragons
You don't have a
had.
spell?
I have a spell.
Well, okay. Does it look like it's thin ice?
It's not
My
super
hand's
thick.
cold? All right, I'm gonna
Cool.
take.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
have
take my sword.
firebolt.
Oh, that was delightful. I'm afraid that might have a lot of splash. Does fireball have splash, or is it contained?
Fire bolts I believe does not have a lot of splash.
All right, cast
Yes.
firebolt into the
What
wall.
did you just create?
Jace.
Shush you.
Just
So-
cast it. You don't really. Does it need to do damage? To see if he actually attacks the wall.
No, I mean,
Just attack the wall with the firebolt. Just roll damage or whatever.
What are we doing?
Oh,
What happened?
roll damage
I don't know.
or
yeah, roll
roll
damage
damage.
against the wall.
Oh.
We're trekking
roll.
and we
damage.
found a thin sheet of ice that's covering a black hole that might look like an
Yeah,
alien.
firebolt,
Nice.
the 10.
Hey, sport. What?
Nothing. That's true.
You're laughing at something.
Yeah.
This is the encounter that I made earlier
You're
today.
laughing at me. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm playing my game.
Oh, okay.
I'm not part
I
of this. So I have
got
a little downtime.
14.
Okay. Entry of the cave goes in only about 15 feet before it opens up into what is obviously a dragon nest.
We have a horse.
Not with you, right? Did you bring the horse with
Of
you?
course, I brought the horse with me.
Okay, so the horse goes up with you guys. All right, so literally it's like 15 feet in, and then boom, big little dragon thingy. All right, inside, you see a pile of shiny stuff, like lots of coin, an insane amount of coin.
I just
What
start
looks to
piling in.
be a really shiny, well-made shield, some insanely well-made armor with runes all over it, a small little cube box with a lot of arcane markings,
Chill, let's take it back.
a small decorative wooden chest,
Am I
and
writing your stuff down, Dugan?
I haven't given you any specifics on anything. It's just
Okay.
giving you guys descriptions.
Okay.
And a short sword with a very well-made sheath and an intricately carved handle.
Dibs.
I call dibs on the cube.
So you guys see these things, you go up and approach them. What are you doing with them?
Well,
I look at the armor.
Okay, it looks exceedingly well made, lots of arcane runes on it. And in order to find out exactly what it does, you have to spend an hour inspecting it.
we just need to get this out of here. So
Okay, so
I
the
just
coin,
I just take all the coin and
There-
put it in my magic bag.
that's going to take you a
Yours?
while. There is 12,000 platinum coins sitting on the ground.
Oh!
I just pile it in my bag.
Remember, 50 coins a pound.
She has a
I have a
bag
magic
of coin
bag of
holding.
holding just specifically for coins.
Wow, it's amazing that we found 10,000 platinum coins to split.
You're too busy inspecting the cube, girl.
Whoa!
So the
You just
cube's
know
about,
there was an insanely amount
so
of
that,
coin.
that cube is about an
Honey
inch
mustard?
across every way. So it's not a very
Yes,
big
please.
cube. It's like a large D6 type thing.
Is there any
Um,
bags?
There are distinct markings that seem to pop up slightly.
What happens if I push one?
There's not much messing
Are you
around with
gonna
it
push
now.
Don't mess with stuff while we're here. Wait till we get down by
Lauren,
everyone
I'm trying to
else.
speed things along.
All right,
It's
all
like
right.
Scrooge McDuck jumping into
I
the
just
coin
kind of
pile.
stick it in my pocket, hoping nobody noticed.
I don't notice.
Stealth check.
I'm not even gonna try. I just say I don't notice because I'm too busy
Okay.
doing the coins.
Willingly not try.
Yes, because I'm trying.
Oh
to
no,
get
I
coins
pulled a
in my
one!
pouch.
Now you're at advantage because everyone looking at stuff. He said he's looking at armor. She's grabbing coins and stuff.
So what do I add? My
You
wisdom?
roll
again.
another
Roll
d20.
again.
Oh, right. This time I rolled a 2.
Good lord.
So no.
Well, they're distracted. I'm gonna say it's a non-check.
I
Never
willingly
mind.
fail. I willingly fail, Lauren.
How big
So
is the shield, anyways?
That shield is for a medium-sized creature.
So it's a regular size shield, not a buckler.
Yeah, regular-sized shield.
And you said it was shield, armor with runes, small chest,
it looks like very
short sword,
like
intricate
showy armor.
cube.
Yes, everything in here looks very, very decorative, very shiny, lots of sheen on everything. There's no way of telling how new or old it is because it shines like it was just made.
Okay.
But it's
What was
obviously
the other
different.
stuff I missed? I
There's
have
a
shield, armor.
a small cube, a small wooden box with lots of arcane carvings, and a very decorative short sword.
I'm gonna
Did
take
they
the
already
box from the
know?
arcane.
Did these two already notice the little cube?
No, I
They
went
were
straight
looking
to the
at
coin,
everything
knowing that
else.
I
They
can
said
carry
what
it
they
all.
were looking at,
I
you
went
said
straight
what
to
you were
the
looking
coin.
at.
So you
So
got
literally, he could probably take half the stuff there. You could take half the stuff there, and let's go back, and then we can sort it with everybody.
Sounds
so
good.
That's
you were
only
looking
fair.
at the short sword and the
I said if there's
Chest?
any at a game, I said if there's any full plate, I call dibs. That's all I
Anything over
said,
your
is
shoulder?
because I don't know what we have. We want to get back to the party, and we can divvy it out and go from there once everybody's together.
Yeah, I thought you had said something about the short sword.
It is indeed plate armor.
Is it mithril?
You would have to inspect that.
The thing is, you were
I
doing the
don't. I'm doing the
coins.
coins, so
easy.
there's no time.
You were looking at the
I'm,
coins. I
I'm
was
literally. You said
looking
it
at
was
the
gonna
armor.
take time to get all that coin.
Coin.
So that's what I'm saying is, as soon as the coin is done, we need to go.
Then the armor,
Just saying.
short
Go
sword,
back.
she can pick up the
Before
shield
we leave,
cube.
We can
Before
you
we
can drag
leave, I
the
wanna
armor
do
across
one
the
more
back of the horse.
search to make sure we didn't miss anything.
You did not. That
Okay.
is everything that was in there aside from a bunch of mundane
We
stuff.
have a horse, guys. We don't have to carry everything.
Dropping it on the horse. If you're carrying
Probably
everything,
gonna have to rope it.
stuff you already have.
The full plate armor that basically negates my stealth roll, because right now I have a disadvantage to stealth.
Mhm.
I need mithril plate, full plate, to keep my AC up, but also just gives me a
Be a
flat
ninja.
But
roll
you guys,
on stealth.
you guys aren't inspecting.
But
the
I
stuff, so you
don't
have
know
no
what
clue.
it is. That's why I said let's just gather it and go back. I don't know what he's proficient in. I don't know
My-
if he can identify
My
stuff.
question to you three then is: are you putting them in a pack and tying them to the horse, or are you carrying them on your person?
We're gonna put them
It's
on the
heavy.
horse.
Jace is the one grabbing the stuff. You grab the cube. Jace, what are you doing?
They don't know I have the cube.
Right, I know, but in the DM, I have to talk these things out. Are you carrying them, or are you strapping them to a horse?
Do what you want. Play it like your character would.
They would know that
I-
it's platinum I'm putting in my pouch, right?
Oh,
they just
absolutely.
would know.
I
how
would
much.
They have no clue how much.
put the shield, short sword on the horse, and make a comment. This armor, I might be interested in, depending on what we find out
If
about
I
it.
came up
That's
to your
fine.
character and said, "Here's 2,000 platinum," would you take it?
Yeah.
So, just letting you know ahead of time before we head
The guy
back
doesn't like
down
Dragons doesn't mean he's not gonna take money.
is what I would say
Now,
around these
two
two.
schmucks don't know how much.
I don't know what
They
you
got no
found.
clue that what you guys found or that you even found it.
So they could each just have 1,000 platinum, and we can split the rest amongst ourselves.
Or I could just give everybody 1,000 platinum because you guys don't know how much there is. You just know that I was pocketing a bunch of coins.
True story.
That's so true.
That is my character, girl.
Alright.
Do it.
So you guys are strapping
Do it.
everything on the
Um,
horse except for the stuff you said
I-
you were gonna hold on to.
I make the comment that this armor I'm really interested in
Are we doing
because
this as we're walking back?
so just know that's something I'm interested in, but then I would
It's going to depend on what kind of armor it is, because I could use it.
Mm.
Why would you need full plate?
Yeah.
You're in the background. Wouldn't that give you? Wouldn't that hurt your spellcasting?
Ease and conversion.
So no.
Oh,
So not so
never
much.
mind then. I thought he was just a spellcaster.
Nope.
but I would put the
Shield's not-
armor on after I made the comment. Put it on the
takes
horse.
10
No, I put it
Oh.
on the horse.
Okay, I was gonna say.
A lot,
Gonna don that
but
armor?
then
Alright.
the shield and the short sword I'd put on, but then I would slip the chest
Right, the shield
into
All right.
my
we're
bag.
Walking back, yeah.
Okay,
We're walking
yeah,
back.
so you guys are exiting. And as you're exiting, you hear the beating of wings. And the shadow fills this entire area right here before you exit.
Okay.
Oh no.
And an adult white dragon. I need a bigger
That one.
base.
That one.
A much larger adult white dragon
Yeah, this.
lands right in front of you. Yes, perfect. Yes, perfect.
Oh boy.
We got this. Don't
Some
worry.
crazy disc came out of the sky and took out the gnome. He's dead. You don't know what happened.
Initiative.
You're too busy skinning.
Nat 20.
She finally made up for it.
I know,
You
right?
do realize if these three
One.
get killed,
Let me see.
we just came to do some serious coin with dragon scales.
What's your modifier?
2.
I got 21.
All right, I want to start seeing everyone's rolls. Okay.
So
So
roll and don't touch
be
it.
picking them up. So 14 total.
Mhm.
What was your total, Jace?
21.
And what was your total, Lauren?
20.
You have a +1 to your dex.
No.
You have 0 to your dex. Okay. So Lauren's a 20. Well, that's way better than the 1 you had last time you rolled initiative.
Oh no.
She went from like one spectrum to the complete opposite.
All right.
No, don't do that. Go back.
This is gonna be hard, guys.
I don't want to die, but I might.
Number one.
+0. What a garbage dex.
I know, right?
All right. Battle order is Jason, Lauren, Kayla, then Dragon.
That was fast. We got this.
Okay. Jason, what are you doing?
What happened?
I just knocked one of my boxes off into your box.
You are literally 5 feet away from the dragon.
Thank
Me?
you.
Everybody.
survived.
Well, you're 10.
I didn't crush it.
I will.
Little damage, but-
Run,
Unintentional.
Bob Saget!
That's why I want to get
We're,
it.
we're
Please.
stuck. He's covering.
I
the entrance.
will shoot the heavy
We have to fight.
crossbow.
You're at disadvantage for shooting a ranged weapon in melee.
Not that bad.
Make you roll.
We knew they wouldn't last forever.
2d20. You see him? I said when you see him, dude.
11 and 17.
17 plus what?
It'll be an 11 because he's at
Oh yeah,
disadvantage.
11. All
You
right,
get
so
lower
you
score.
miss.
Hurry, my
All
turn.
right, so you miss. No, he's a fighter. He has extra attack.
Well, I don't know what his attack
In
bonus
your lap
is.
this whole time.
It's not high enough to hit his AC.
Okay.
Not within 11.
Fat cat.
I know.
Next attack. What are you doing?
I'll try again.
Trying a crossbow again?
Yeah.
All right, disadvantage. You're gonna miss. Unless it's a 1.
In which case you
Which
shoot
you
yourself
technically
in the
still need
foot.
to roll.
Not a 1.
It's better on the second.
All right,
Again.
so it's still a miss though because you're at disadvantage. All right, so you pop 2 shots and miss. Are you gonna try to move or anything?
Does he have to disengage or something?
Well, he's already used his action, so he can't disengage.
But he can get hurt if he moves, right?
Yeah.
What am I hearing?
It's rain outside.
Rain.
It's raining?
Rain, rain, rain.
It's supposed to rain.
Nice. Better than snow.
You done?
Hey,
You trying to
James,
move or anything?
Yeah.
you want some Cheez-Its?
You don't have any more actions unless you're
I'm
gonna
not
use
really
action
sure what I
surge.
want, to be honest with you.
Is it my
Like,
turn?
Okay, just offering.
I'm just
I
asking.
appreciate
I'm
it.
just-
Thank you.
No, Lauren's next, sorry.
Oh. She rolled harder than me?
Yeah, she rolled a 20.
Oh, that's right.
I'm trying to think. Can I?
Unless you're gonna move, the only other thing you can do is use action surge to be able to take another action.
Can I shift over to side route?
How far away
No,
is
if you move anywhere aside from sideways, which
Like 5 feet, maybe.
you
Oh,
could
that's
you
right.
can
I
move
was
here
12 feet.
or here without
Without
provoking attacks of
provoking
opportunity. Every other movement. will
I'll
provoke
do
an
that
attack. Which one?
along
Here
the
or
wall.
here? So I mean,
Where at the corner where you were saying I
There.
could shift without
you can
doing
move
a.
here or here. Those are the only
That's
2 places you can move
crazy,
without
guys.
provoking attacks
Okay,
of
so if you
opportunity.
want to go to
That's
the
it.
corner
pouring?
that's-
it's coming down pretty good, but
Boop.
not pouring.
or
Okay.
boom.
That's it. Those are the only movements you have without provoking attack of opportunity.
I'll shift sideways, I guess.
Trying not to die.
Lauren.
I move behind the horse
Okay.
and I cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh. Good
Yep.
move.
He's got to make a wisdom check. I don't know.
Does not make it.
I need 3d8, please.
Good lord.
I'll just. Thank you.
I was like, even that's probably his worst save.
Here's one.
Yugi died.
Oh,
Ooh!
did you get him?
11 points.
Nice.
How many? 1,000?
11 of radiant
There's
damage.
no way you did 1,000 points ever.
That'd be awesome, but no. 11 points radiant damage.
Supposedly the wind's supposed to get all the way up around 40.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like super high winds tomorrow.
Oh,
Gusted
man.
up to 60.
Is he
You
here?
and I are probably gonna be staying home.
Oh,
Yes.
Is he
my
here?
allies
He's
are
basically
unaffected.
he's right here. Yes, there is a 5-foot gap over there.
Kayla and Jason the horse are unaffected by this, of course.
Yep, gotcha.
because
Okay.
it
All right. Does she do anything else?
Do you do anything else? You move, you cast a spell. You can't really do anything else, can you? Nope.
I can't, no.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna face
can I
up.
move? Wait, can I move more?
Yeah.
I move back another 25
Wait,
feet.
was that her?
She was not in threat range. Okay, before you guys go forward, because not everyone thinks the same way I do in combat, you are in an ice dragon's cave. There is ice and icicles
Above you.
across the ceiling. There are also stalagmites and stalactites in the cave. Environmental factors are a thing that you can use to your advantage or disadvantage because it is icy. So, just
I
making
shout.
you all aware of it.
I shout, lure him into
Okay.
the cave.
Oh,
I'm going to face
You-
step here to
Okay.
flank and attack with my sword, which is poisoned,
Yeah.
at an advantage, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm using a one of my dice to give myself +8 to attack.
Okay.
So my first roll is 15, 16 plus 6. 16 plus 6, 22.
22.
And 19, 20, 21. I don't get that, do I?
What?
I don't get a 19, 18 range. I can't remember
Not
if
unless
I
you have
got that.
great weapon. Is it great weapon
No, I
master
thought I
or
got
brutal
something.
critical?
I got
So,
something when I
fighter
went to the
gets-
statue.
Does fighter get it?
fighter gets it, but it depends on the one.
The
The
subclass you took?
yeah, I just got to figure out which one
Protector?
it is. Improved critical under champion. Are you a
Nope.
champion? No.
No, but I thought I
Battle
got
master.
I thought I got something when I was under the statue guy, or was that just my strength?
I think it was just a strength.
Okay, all right. So
Either way, you hit,
either way I hit.
and he failed his con.
Okay, so first of all, my damage from my sword itself is 6, 7, 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and then
Get
now
wrecked,
he
scrub.
gets
Pretty low poison.
8, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of poison damage.
Alright, so
Go crazy.
30,
Well-
14 crazy.
26 total.
It was max, so 6, 7, 8 plus. What was that? A 1, a 2?
Alright.
20. Okay.
Got it.
And then I do my next attack. I use my last dice.
Yep.
To do a get. You know what? No, because I'm at an advantage. I'm just gonna roll. I'm not gonna use it. So, 18 plus 6 to hit.
Okay.
Do I hit?
Well, you're
Oh.
at advantage, so roll to see if you crit.
13.
You hit.
Okay. So first of all, 6 points of sword damage.
What's the con save?
15.
He makes it.
Okay.
He's taking half poison damage out.
Yes. So 5.
Wait, what was the sword damage?
6. I think I rolled 4.
Okay.
Okay, so 10, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 11 points of poison damage. And I want to push him with my shield. Yep. I want to push him.
I
don't
should have
think you're
pulled
able
that
to.
horseback.
I
with
can
me.
try.
You're gonna push him into a teammate.
Then
Yeah,
Well,
I
I,
might.
I think because of its size, she can't.
But I
Oh,
might be able to cause.
yeah,
Well, then I'm
'cause
gonna make him
it's
prone.
a-
Then I'm gonna make him prone. I'm gonna, instead of pushing him 5 feet, I just
Because
want to make
he's
him prone.
huge, right?
So
he's
it's
huge.
Yeah,
okay.
she can't do it.
well. Then he would get an advantage then.
No, it says you can't do it.
Oh,
It's physically impossible for you.
a miracle might happen.
How can
No.
you? What are you using to trip him? What's the
My
thing?
shield. I'm a shield master.
If the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength. She can't trip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, nope. That's it then. That's all I do.
Actually, did
pretty good amount of damage to it.
They're rocking it.
Yeah, they really are.
Get wrecked, scrub.
All right.
I'm impressed.
Wait, now I used that. Did you take the sword?
You
The
grab the sword
sword
and
You-
was
strap
you
it,
on
grabbed
the
the sword.
horse.
and he strapped
Okay,
it to the
I
horse.
thought you said you picked up the shield and sword.
Everybody
you were
make a
attacking
wisdom
with
saving throw.
Not me.
Well, the 3 people who are here.
I know I'm being sarcastic.
Oh no! 14?
What?
14?
That's where he goes, no, James, make a wisdom saving throw.
+1.
Wisdom's one of my
13.
better
All
ones.
right. You make it. You guys don't. You are both now frightened. You cannot go towards him at all,
Well,
and you have disadvantage on ability and attack rolls.
so we just have a regular attack.
As
Since
of
he's
right
flanked.
Since you two are flanking, yes,
It's
right
just a
now.
regular
But the
attack.
second you're not flanked, you
All right.
get wrecked.
Is he looking bad?
He looks like you guys have been landing some pretty solid blows.
All right, we got this, guys. Can I pump everybody up, even though I'm scared?
Nope.
I got this!
Gosh
Tinkle,
dang it.
tinkle, tinkle.
I don't got this!
There are moments where I love my family, but they need to stop messaging
Alright,
me.
it's going to bite Jason. Attempt to anyway. And it misses.
Hey,
And
since
it's
the
going-
horse is scared, wouldn't it run away from the dragon?
Oh, the
Not,
horse needs to make a saving throw. Amazingly enough, the horse is not frightened.
It's just staring at the dragon.
here comes the horse and whips
It's gonna turn around and bump
It'll
you.
get yours.
Dugan, what have you created?
That
a war horse.
Apparently the most amazing war horse in the world.
does not fear dragons. It will charge the dragon now.
I swear, if the horse
Bob
starts getting a
Saget!
bloody
Bob
forehead,
Saget!
Oh no, it'll turn around and start bucking. Come on, dragon. I ain't fearing you.
Alright,
Call me
say
Teddy
the-
Tanner one
We
more
say the
time!
horse is
Hey,
intelligent
Rose.
and knows that it's hearing all our wounds.
Yeah, exactly.
They attack you.
How do you like them apples?
Seriously, this pony needs to get in on the show.
I
Man.
was hoping the horse would be afraid and run away from him. Like into the cave. Away
Oh.
from him.
well, I will say this. This has by far been the
8
most
points
entertaining
of piercing damage
game we've played.
and 4 points of cold.
Actually.
Do you take half or something?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't take the cold damage. You take. Oh wow, that whole damage is wrong. Never mind. Disregard. I was looking at bite. This is claw. You take 9 points of. No, I'm sorry. 15 points of slashing damage. No cold damage.
So he
I was
just
going to
takes,
say.
so he just takes 15 damage. Period.
Yeah, 15
Okay.
points of damage.
I
All
was
right.
going to say if.
You missed the first.
All right,
one.
let's go. Let's go.
And then
Oh no!
he's going to make a tail attack at you.
Bring it.
Legendary action. 14.
Nope. I'm like, I'm scared of you. Cartwheel in the air.
Can't touch
Then
the
it's going to
sack.
beat its wings,
Oh, excuse me.
which means both of you dex saving throw.
I'm out of range. Suck it.
15.
18.
What?
18.
Both of you are knocked prone and take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh crap, you guys.
I'm good.
He
What
is
about
now
the
flying
horse?
directly above the thing. Oh yeah, horse does not. Horse does not. Horse is also prone.
Oh no,
And
Bob
takes the damage.
Saget!
The horse is still alive, but it is not alive by much.
Oh no, Bob Saget!
Top of the line, Jason.
Get up.
I assume you want to stand up.
Yeah.
The dragon is. What's his flying speed? 20 feet. Ooh, no. 40 feet up in the air.
Shoot it with an arrow.
Are you standing up?
Ooh, fire.
Yeah.
Half movement speed. You cannot see him now.
There's no shadow.
You can see the shadow, but you
Can I
can't see
see
the
him?
dragon. You don't have line of sight. You need to step out in order to have line of sight.
Yeah.
You gonna step out to get line of sight?
So what's your movement speed?
30.
So you can move 15 feet after you stand up.
So he can get there. Can
Which
you
would
get-
give you line of sight.
Okay.
You're just clearing the
Hey!
cave.
Oh no, it's too big for that. Never mind.
It's way too big.
Yeah. Never mind.
I'm slowly working on developing
something?
something that allows just chauffeur flying and can handle the weight.
I've seen some pretty
You
cool
almost
3D
need one
print
of those
stuff.
like stackable cups.
You remember the
what
Lego
I
block
will
things we used back in grade school to count like 5s, 10s, whatever?
Do
They were
you,
color-coded.
Joseph stole two from school.
what I'll do this time is I will
He's like,
try
I did take these
a
back, and then I emailed the teacher.
Firebolt.
He's really concerned.
Firebolt.
He stole these from school, and she's like, "Don't worry about it. We won't miss them."
All right, range spell attack. You're not at disadvantage either. Is that an 18 or a 10? 10. And what are you adding? +4? Actually, I'm gonna give you advantage since it's a fire-based spell. Okay, you still miss.
Ah.
Hold on. Roll a percentage check for me, Jace.
Is it weird? I'm getting nervous right now.
You guys are doing these
Yep.
right. I'm impressed. I really am.
2.
I wonder if a hurt
Okay.
horse could drag a dragon.
Despite missing, you hit the overhang of the cave since you're just underneath it and shove a giant spray of steam now into the dragon's face. For this round only, it has disadvantage on attacks. Only because I rolled a 4 for percentage.
Awesome.
That's garbage.
I'm sorry.
Lauren,
I whistled for the horse to come to me.
the horse stands up. Yeah, okay.
All right. How far away is Kayla? She's furthest, right?
About 45, 50 feet, 50 feet.
I move forward 15 feet.
Are you riding the horse?
No, I'm leaving him in the back of the cave.
Okay. Now you can take a dash action and double your movement speed.
How far away is Kayla now?
Well, 50 minutes.
40, 45. You can get really close.
All right. I
What are you
move.
trying
I
to
move so
do?
that she's only 30 feet from me.
I was
Can
on
you still
that
cast
square.
a spell if you dash?
No, that's an action.
Okay. Aid.
You can't cast a spell if you use dash.
I'm
That's
not
right.
using dash.
She just moved 30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Aid. So the horse and Kayla and Jace each get.
Oh, nice positioning. Good call. The cleric being useful as hell.
You guys are tearing it up.
No,
You
okay.
should be able to finish this encounter
They
before you
each
need to
get
leave.
5 hit points.
All right, you both
Like-
you all
like
heal 5 hit points.
We heal 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have half an hour to try to get this done.
I think you got it.
And
All right.
I can't. I used all my
You used a
movement, didn't
spell, so
I?
you
Yeah,
can't do
you're
anything.
done.
Okay. Okay.
You're done, skis.
All right. I
Kayla.
stand up. That's half my movement.
Yep.
I sheath my sword and pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
That's my other half of my
Get
movement.
to load and everything 5 feet.
Okay. And this is with one of my poison bolts, and I go to attack it. I have an advantage because no,
it's a
he has a
disadvantage.
disadvantage, but I don't have an advantage.
There you go.
Okay.
If you hit, it fails as con save.
Okay, hang on a second.
What's the DC on the con?
20.
Oh, she crits.
Go! Roll that damage, son!
Alright, so I just roll
Roll your weapon
my,
damage.
my
Roll
weapon damage.
Add your modifiers
And
and
then-
double it.
Alright, so 6
Jeez.
plus
You
3
do
is
now.
9, so
What?
18 of that. Now he
Coordinated
needs to
red
roll his.
attacks.
He
So we
failed.
put
Oh,
this
he
together.
failed? Okay, so this
I've
poison
had
is
a
double
YouTube
then too?
channel.
No,
Poison damage is not.
Okay,
poison
I
is
always
just
thought yours was called Pikachu
That would be
and Shell.
insane.
That was my old one that I lost access.
that'd be way too powerful.
Oh, heck
It was
yeah.
I
You'd be level 1 and be taking out level
Yeah.
15 creatures.
So what is it?
26 poison
Carbonated?
damage.
Yeah.
Ooh,
carbonated
wow.
red
You guys
X.
are rocking this.
Okay. And then my second
Should be able to
attack,
find it with just carbonated red.
Lord.
the same thing. I
Snake?
do another
No.
arrow,
No, carbonated red.
and I'm going
To
to.
miss.
Hang
You
on,
said X.
hang on.
Get rid of
That's
the X.
9. I'm gonna add
Sorry.
my
It might just be the username.
Precision
There we
You
go.
said hang
attack.
on before I said miss. I'll give you that.
Well, son of a.
Mhm.
Roll.
Wait,
You don't
9.
have any views on any of these.
Would even rolling an
Okay.
8.
You don't know.
Ah, that's metagame.
It's not
Roll
really
it, not gonna
for
answer
Anybody but us.
So
No.
11. So I missed inspiration on
Okay.
this roll.
Okay.
So
Yay,
that's
I
a
got a
2.
subscriber.
15 plus 6 is 21, 22,
You hit.
23. All right. So that's again a d8. So 5 points of arrow damage. Did he make his con?
Not unless the con save is an 11.
Nope.
There's a
That
lot
one's
of
on a
sixes.
2.
That one's legit cock. Roll again.
Okay. So 10,
Points of actual damage.
22
Wait, how many points of actual damage?
I think
Roll
7
up.
for the 7 for the arrow,
Okay.
and then
And then
poison.
22 poison. No, I think I rolled a 2. No,
You
wait.
rolled a 2.
No, you.
So then-
I don't think you rolled your arrow damage. The 2 was the superiority die. You
Oh.
didn't
Oh,
roll your
okay.
arrow
So
damage.
22 poison damage
Are we live
and
right now?
for 7 arrow damage.
What did I say?
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
You did
See
say
the
so.
future.
All right. And
For a split second.
I
Done?
did 2
Literally
actions.
2 seconds off.
See?
Move, but I want to
You
move.
have half your movement.
I
speed.
want to move. I have 10 feet. I want to move here just in case he uses his wind things. I'm not
Okay.
going to get flown that way.
Okay.
Okay, shut it off.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
hurt
please
myself.
stop.
I'm trying. I swear I'm trying.
Try harder.
All right, so now it's his turn. Wait,
Yes, it's his turn.
I want to
Well,
move
you
here.
need to subscribe
like-
to my channel now
I'm
that
moving
you
next to
have
Jace.
one.
He gets a disadvantage on Jace too.
You guys need to make a Constitution saving throw. You two.
Constitution.
Pardon me?
save.
Yes.
All right, 13 plus 5.
18. Jace,
16.
where's my D8? Did I give that to you? Did I get it back?
I got tossed back.
Yeah, I tossed it.
Oh, it's right,
Right
here.
here.
Thank you, Billy.
All right, hold on. I need how many? I need 12 D8. So
There's
just me up.
4. Roll it.
I have 2.
There's one.
Roll
There's
the
one more
dish.
there. Here's another one.
3,
Here's
7, 8.
Oh God, I don't want to die.
There's
Hang on.
one.
I got 3 here.
I have 2.
Okay.
I know they're tiny.
I probably have more in here.
You can take the tiny one now.
Okay. Even though that's like one of the good ones. That would probably roll really high.
No.
Hey,
Yes. Yes!
This is helping you.
Take it back. Take it back.
I'm debating just putting in a big wish order of like crap.
So we failed, I'm assuming.
Yes, you failed. So you guys are taking damage.
Shane up
Oh,
there.
Wait, wait.
I got
Inspirations.
It can't
three
see me,
bags
so
over
it can't hit me.
there.
You're
Yeah,
not
but
taking damage
my
there.
guess is if I go somewhere else and do something else, not necessarily here.
Yeah.
This is
I've got
Magic.
a bag of dice in my bag and I've got
It's not.
these.
force
they're
or
not-
anything.
Nope, this is
organized.
magic.
I would take them and I would put them in something like this,
I
but
did-
organize them by type, not
I-
necessarily by color.
I did by color, and I did that for a while, and then I
Please
decided
tell me
not
he's
to.
hurting really bad.
He is hurting a lot of bad. But you guys are about to hurt a lot of bad too.
How long does this whole thing take them?
I think we're
What if it's
well
like the
3
second round, I
hours
think.
to get there and find it.
And how long did it take me to?
An hour.
55
couple.
minus
So it's gonna
2.
take them probably 3 hours to get back.
You guys each take 42 points of damage.
Hey Dugan,
Oh, what
after I get
kind?
done skinning the
Cool.
dragons,
Dugan?
I might.
Just say it.
What? Some of the incoming. You have resistance, so you take half. So you take 22
2.
points of damage. Okay, I don't know whose dice are who.
My-
Well,
The
no ones are
orange-
mine.
Yep,
Pretty
metal
simple.
ones are yours.
The orange
Green one with the
crappy
white
one's
One of the
mine.
metal
one
ones is
and-
mine. The purple metal one is mine.
The orange
Okay,
one's
so
mine.
the last one sitting there, can you slide it back over here, please?
This one.
Green one.
And the orange one.
That's right.
Red,
Okay,
orange.
how are you doing HP
There's a
wise?
difference.
Not so great.
I have
Okay,
a,
that is
where,
right.
where'd
How
you
are
put
you
my
doing?
die? I'm
46 out of
Okay.
Hey,
So what would
How
that
you
be?
doing?
I have 11 HP
Not
left.
great.
53 minus.
All right, top of the order.
46.
Jason.
I'm at 17.
Yeah, you guys are hurting bad. Your turn.
Um,
To be fair though, this thing is hurting.
Are you about to grab
really
a pair
bad
of orange
too.
dice just to show me wrong?
Let's go.
Just keep
Because
hitting
I'm
it.
just
am
an animal like that
going
sometimes.
to
Just keep hitting it.
try Firebolt again.
Red.
Alright,
Or
give it a shot.
Give me another D8.
Oh no, that's bad.
Didn't you say because it was fire? I could roll 2.
Yep, you're at advantage.
What?
Alright, so you're just gonna miss.
Me and Kent are having an
You already
argument,
burnt away the ice.
and I'm
so
winning.
No miss this
No.
time.
That's
That's
not
a
an
straight
argument.
miss.
That's James just being a jerk.
Are you gonna try to move or anything?
He's not low enough.
No, he's 40 feet up.
Love how you and I are having a blast with this. We're not even involved.
In melee, that would.
You can't possibly
Not-
be in melee with this guy.
He can fly, dude. Didn't you know?
You can shoot an arrow
He
at
has
it.
an arcane jetpack, remember?
Yes!
No
I want one.
technomancy. No technomancy.
Oh,
Oh, come
on,
on. It's so
buddy.
great.
This is from his
Broken.
game.
Come on, buddy.
Technomancy is
Uh,
a broken system.
Because I can't
What do you think half of the is it use?
melee.
you cast a spell, you got movement left, dude. That's it.
Retreat into the cave.
Excuse me.
I'll try and move around the corner on my side.
Okay.
So close, but not.
Yep, gotcha. And you're now in total cover. Lauren,
Prayer of healing for my friends.
they need it. Good lord.
10.
13 points for each.
Nice. It's enough to withstand another attack.
So
Right.
13.
I hope. Yes. You get
My
13.
turn?
Yep.
You regain
I'm
13
gonna
hit points.
use second wind to heal myself.
Okay.
No, attack the dragon, you fool!
So 4 points.
Okay.
Okay,
it's
so-
down to 27.
I'm gonna be an a-hole here.
Hmm.
Don't hate me, Lauren. Prayer of Healing has a casting time of 10 minutes.
What? Oh crap! Wait.
No, I already rolled.
No, it doesn't. That's
Yes,
the
it
other one.
does. Prayer of Healing, second level evocation, casting time 10 minutes.
No, that's healing word.
No, I have it right here.
All right. Do I need to go
Seriously?
back to
Yes,
44?
Back up then.
Dugan has asked me to keep an eye on the rules.
Yep. Thank you.
Fine. Aid. You
All
each
right.
get
So I
5
went
hit
back to
points
44.
back.
So can I cancel that then?
Yes.
Okay.
Retcon the whole turn.
So
So I'm back to 44 damage.
So
You
take
said-
away 8
Take
hit
8 points. Take 8 points away from where you are now.
Don't hate me,
What
Lauren.
about me? What am I doing?
You just take 8
Take
hit
eight
points
So
off
you did
of
both of us?
Yeah.
Aid still works on
36.
both of you.
Yeah.
Just doing my job.
All right. So now is it my turn?
Yes.
All right. Now can I roll this?
Yes. What are you doing again?
Like it helps.
Oh, second one.
My second win.
Okay.
So 5,
Okay.
which is right back where I was before, anyways.
Yep.
All right. And then I'm going to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay.
Die.
Oh. If I move back 10 feet, can I still shoot it with an arrow?
Nope.
All right, so I'm just going to shoot it with an arrow. And inspiration.
Okay. Is that the end of your inspiration
That is
points?
the end of my inspiration points. So 20
Hit.
to hit. And con of 15.
Nope.
All right, 6 points of arrow damage.
Kill it, kill it.
And 22 poison damage.
How do you want to do it?
I just want it dead.
In the eye, in the eye.
I mean, I don't-
the whole
I
like
don't
dragon
see
heart
it.
thing, right in between the crack in the scale into the heart.
So it starts bubbling, green mixed with as the green blood is falling out of his chest. It's freezing from the cold heart of the dragon, and then it.
That is
Dead.
impressive.
All right. I say we tie it up and drag it
Full
down.
disclosure,
Yeah.
I nerfed the ice damage on you two a lot.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was supposed to deal 72 points of damage.
Yeah, I would have been dead instant Ed.
Both of you would have been.
Yeah.
All right. Should we
Look
try to
at
drag
Dugan.
it back?
Looking
Even
out for
with the-
characters for once.
I
Oh!
Even
would have
said
lost
you wouldn't.
25,
Even
and you
said
only
you
had about 23 HP left. You would have died.
Hey,
Hmm.
question.
And I took no
If
damage.
I tie a rope around this. Do you
Yeah,
think the
that's-
3 of us and the horse could drag this thing back down the hillside?
76.
It'll take you 4 hours.
That's fine. Let's do it.
Do it.
It was like 76
Okay,
points of damage.
so
Yeah, that's,
just so you know,
Just
You would've
to-
you're
been
not
30.
getting
Right.
any scales up.
just to let
Plus
you
it's more
know,
than 50%
This
damage.
after
It would
I
be
got
heavy
done
armor, which
doing
I
the
don't want
skinning
anyway,
and
so.
everything,
Mhm.
knowing it was going to take them more than 4 hours to get back, I meditate.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys can totally do a long
All right,
rest.
so can we fast forward and say
Yes.
we're there successfully?
You guys get
So
there
you see the
successfully
three
and
of
everything.
us.
I'm meditating.
Oh, okay. You see the three of us
Ah,
dragging.
wait,
You're
Wait.
meditating, you can
What?
still
let's
see.
take 10 minutes
You're not
Oh.
like
and I will
Okay.
hit you
Yep,
with
do that.
a prayer of healing.
Let's do that. Take 10 minutes and heal us.
Yeah.
Before you leave the dragon cave, you take 10 minutes, and she does cast prayer of healing.
Yes.
Yes.
What
so.
do you heal us for?
All of a sudden, you see them, all three of them,
The horse is helping.
still an adult.
He said 4
Yeah,
hours.
no, it
16
it would
points
weigh
of health.
something around the tune of like 4,000 pounds.
It's like
you
pulling
are
a,
dragging.
it's
this
like pulling
all
a
four.
car without wheels. All of a sudden, you're gonna see them.
To be fair, you're going downhill, and
we
that
are
helps
going
a little
downhill.
bit. It helps a little bit.
Oh man, if we just get
I
this
can't
rolling.
interact with
Alright.
meditation.
Okay, I want to fast forward.
Basically, they
this took
come
them
right as
7
meditating
out- Ken.
ends.
Kent, start to finish, 7 hours for them to do this. It is about an hour before dusk. This was an all-day adventure.
For all
them.
you know, we could have
So
been
it was
dead.
3 hours there,
Yeah.
4 hours back.
When I finally see them
Gotcha.
coming into the view, I'm like, told you, I told you.
Yeah, it looks-
I'm surprised they live. But I told you.
it's dead.
Still.
We lived because we're awesome.
This thing is
All right,
massive.
So who can inspect magical items?
Anyone can.
I want to.
Now, you can take an hour to interact with
I
an
don't
object,
need an hour.
or if somebody has abilities.
All right, I'm just trying to fast
But-
forward.
Nobody knows that.
That's true. All right, so you guys get to where they are with this giant carcass of white dragon.
What do you plan to do with this?
Practical
Whatever
question.
you want
We
to
want
do.
you to skin it.
You can skin
I
it.
already skinned 2 dragons.
Also,
You're
Skin
proficient.
it.
all
Alright.
3 of you and the horse have a level of exhaustion.
Nope.
2 of you and the horse
I'm very
have a
tired.
level of exhaustion, which
I-
means
I just
That
curl
can't
up in
you're
my.
at disadvantage
No,
on
she's
all
okay in
ability
that chair.
checks
No, Squirt just.
until you have a long rest.
Yeah, I curl up in my wolfskin and I go to sleep right there.
Right away. Okay. That's actually perfect because it's about time for you to leave.
Yeah.
So actually, before we go on, give me a brief explanation of what your character would do in the remaining 6 days before you guys get there. If there's combat, you avoid it.
Yeah, I try
you
to
travel
stay near
with?
the back and protect the horse, and I'm gonna take this opportunity. Like I look like I'm curling up to go to sleep, but actually I'm inspecting the
Also,
little cube.
inspiration for the 3 of you. 1 point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Because I mean, I nerfed the damage, but
We still.
you
wrecked
guys
him.
still took out an adult white dragon, and I only gave it slightly less HP than it had, and I still used its legendary actions, all 3 points.
So
I also was
That's
tempted
all
to use
three?
this against
I
them.
used all 3 of its legendary action points. Yeah.
there's gonna be
So,
a
oh,
situation
we only
where
get
you
one
die.
inspiration.
You get 1 inspiration. So
Oh, I thought you said we get all 3
depends on
an
what it
inspirations.
adult
is.
dragon
Because
has
let's be honest.
legendary action
No,
points.
I'm saying
3
it's
of them.
probably going to be
The
a
wing attack
situation
took
where
2
we
and the
can't
tail attack
run
took
away.
1.
Yeah,
And then
possibly.
it could still use frightening presence and have 3 attacks. And you guys were able to survive that because I rolled garbage on his attacks. And I did not fudge my rolls.
But yeah, I was tempted to use this.
You would have been better off with Firebolt if you could have gotten it to hit.
Yeah.
Because while it doesn't technically have vulnerability, it makes total sense for a white dragon to have vulnerability, and I would have given you double damage.
So
All right,
after
Dugan,
everything's said
the
and done,
mysterious cube. I'm curled up in my wolfskin, so
Money.
nobody can see me.
Okay,
I'm kind
you're
of.
gonna take an hour to mess around with the cube.
Yeah, I'm
It
kind
is
of.
a
Yes.
cube of force.
Lauren, that's your
Right.
money.
Thank you.
So it has 6 faces. You can take an action
Wait,
Okay.
can you give me
to
her
press a
money?
face.
Yeah,
on
you
each
gave
turn.
me a blank sheet of paper.
No, it's this one.
And
Um,
each face has a different charge, so 1 through 6.
So how
Okay.
much was there actually?
How
am I
much?
supposed to
I don't
We don't
remember.
know.
No,
I don't
out
remember.
of game.
Nope, don't remember.
Yeah.
How am I going to carry this?
If you want, I can hold on to it for you.
20 pounds.
Cube of force.
1,000
Okay.
platinum is.
And nobody
20.
knows I
50
have it.
coins per pound.
So
I'm pushing my.
depending on what
limits as
face you
is.
have, depends on what effect there is. All right, and I'll
Just saying, it's only 20
capture all
pounds.
this and send it to you in
Please,
Facebook
yes.
because it's going to be easier. But to give you a general idea, so when you push one of the faces, so long as you have enough charges remaining, and it gets 36 charges, and it regains 1d20 daily at dawn. Right?
Oh.
How many pounds is each of those pouches?
So you have 36 charges, recovers 1d20 every day.
He's
at dawn.
changing from what I had. You spoke.
Okay,
okay?
let's just
When you push the
say
face,
that when we get to town, I
a
can hand
15
this out.
foot
So if you need to do whatever Or you
barrier
can't.
on each side,
Well,
15 feet on
it's
each
only
side,
20
springs
pounds.
into existence. It's centered on you, it moves with you, and it lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, so that's an entire round, right?
It's 10 rounds.
Okay, so
You can change the barrier's effect by pressing a different face. If you push the 6 face, terminates.
Oh, okay.
All right. But the barrier prevents you from moving too close. Like if there's a wall within 15 feet, you can't move at that wall. Like it's a barrier. It's connected to you, right? If you push face 1, gases, wind, and fog can't pass through the barrier. So if somebody uses like kill cloud or something like that, no, not on you. Number 2, non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. So non-living material or non-living matter means weapons, projectiles.
Undead.
Ooh,
Oh.
good question. Have to look into that.
Wait, they just
Uh,
pass through
If
you?
you,
They
if you
can't.
hit
Oh, they can't pass through
phase
you?
3, living matter can't pass through the barrier. Phase 4, spells can't pass through the barrier. Phase 5, nothing can pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. That takes 5 charges. Okay. The
Oh,
cube
yeah.
loses charges when the barrier is targeted by certain spells or comes into contact with certain spell or magic items. Right?
Like the spell magic.
So disintegrate does 1d12 charges. Horn of blasting 1d10, pass wall 1d6, prismatic spray 1d20, and wall of fire 1d4. Similar spells like that. If they're purposely targeting the barrier, it will take certain damage, and that counteracts charges.
Okay.
Right? That's your cube. I will send you the full details so you can print it off on a note card. 'Cause
I
it's what
want
you're gonna want.
To investigate the full plate.
So it had at the
Sorry.
max, it has 36 charges.
It starts with 36, and that's the most it can
Go around.
possibly have.
Okay.
I'll let you go around. Sorry.
So if I use 5 charges one day and I roll a 20 and I
You
get a
can only
6,
up to
it's
36.
only 36. Okay.
Armor of invulnerability.
What
Yep.
kind of metal is it?
It is steel. Well, it's an arcane infused steel.
Well, okay, so they both want the armor. They technically both can't
No.
work at the same time. So
Right.
that's really
Yeah, somebody
thought-
needs
okay.
to solidly get the armor.
no. Someone has to be like, I'm doing.
I just want to know what the armor does.
Yeah, somebody has to spend an hour interacting with it.
I can concentrate on
Also-
the object for 10 minutes, and I get a basic understanding of what it is.
Yeah, so if you guys spend an hour working with it, you'll know that it has magical properties, but without being able to read the runes, you won't be able to activate the magic. You have to attune to it. Actually. And then you won't know exactly what it does until you put it on.
So I don't
But
know
you
if
would
it's-
know if you spent 10 minutes with it.
Well, then I say we give it to him so he can tell us what it does,
Well,
if he's willing.
I don't care.
Okay, give him 10 minutes with the armor and weapons and all that
Psychic
stuff.
compression.
Armor of vulnerability, resistance to non-magic damage while wearing the armor. You can use an action to make yourself immune to non-magical damage for 10 minutes or until you're no longer wearing the armor. That can be used once every day at dawn.
I'm like that all the time.
Immune to non-magical damage,
So no
not
damage at all.
resistance. Immune.
You take no
Once
damage at
for-
all. You could sit there and that white dragon is just breathing fire, and you're just like,
No, non-magical.
oh, sorry.
Non-magical.
I can bang
swords.
on you with my sword. all
Gralla could be
day.
raging and hitting you with a
And you're just
sword.
laughing at her.
Like,
Okay.
Because it's like
But
tickle,
what
tickle,
was?
tickle.
But that only lasts for an hour,
yes, resistance to non-magical damage all the time.
which is half. So if I already have half myself, it goes down to a
Really?
quarter.
No, it does not stack.
So it's just so in all reality,
It's
It allows
useless.
you to be.
It's useless
it allows
to
you to be
me.
impervious to non-magical damage for 10
For-
minutes. That's the
for an
bonus.
hour.
And it's full plate, so it also has the stats of full plate.
Does it help myself?
No.
Then I mean, I already have a resistance to slashing with what I'm wearing now, and I already have a resistance to all non-magic.
What's your AC right now?